Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings. A collection of cringe-inducing segments featuring the staff and hosts spending time getting exactly what they deserve.
I heard you did a little segment. Good for you.
Well, I did. So found out I was in the program. Lost my mind over that.
Sure.
Like that was a huge deal.
Did you save it?
Yeah, and then I bought 3 more.
Would you laugh hard if he forgot his program? That's a yes.
Furiously texting people.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
You got it, sure.
Are there any more programs? Scrolling eBay for a program. No, I got my one, and then I went to the store and bought 3 more. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, to be there and be like a part of the family is just, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And I did Radio Row on Friday morning. Then Friday afternoon and Friday night was the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Was it long?
Yes. Yes. It was long.
Did you stay for most of it?
I stayed for the entire thing. By the way, go to my Instagram page because there's a great shot of me at the Hall of Fame right there with all those black chairs. That shot
Lonely Sam?
That went everyone on wrestling Twitter. That was a wrestling Twitter viral shot. Because they wanted me to walk. So the story behind that, people thought that was me at the end of the show because a lot of people ended up leaving because the show was so long. But that's the beginning of the show. And what had happened was I was waiting to go out there because that's the section where all the wrestlers and stuff sit. And I was waiting to go out there like until most of them sit down and I just kind of sneak back there. And one of the producers was like, Sam, you're walking the red carpet. And I was like, what? They were like, you're walking the red carpet. And I literally went, why? And they were like, just go, because they have everybody walk the red carpet. So I was like, okay. And there's all these wrestlers there. So like, nobody wants to talk to me on the red carpet.
They
right?
didn't want to talk to you?
What? I don't know.
Pre-show guy?
Why would they? Because I was like, if I was on the red carpet.
Would you be happy to see you?
No. I go, why am I going to talk to Sam Roberts when The Miz is over there? And if I'm talking to him and The Miz skips over me, I'm going to be like, why did I talk to him?
Did they talk to you to be polite?
Well, a couple of people like talked to me, like podcasters and stuff, and they were nice and they thought it was cool or whatever, but it was quick, which is what it should have been.
Sure.
And then there were a couple people that clearly didn't know who I was. They just thought I was a wrestler guy. Obviously not a wrestler, but one of the WWE guys, because, I mean, they didn't address me by name or anything. They just
didn't.
were there to interview whoever got pushed in front of them. But I kind of rushed myself off the carpet. I was trying to not be there.
Isn't it humiliating being on a carpet?
I hate red carpets.
When no one is taking your picture and no one is talking to you.
Right. And I know that, like, this isn't for me. This is for these guys. They're the Hall of Fame. Like, this is for these guys. See, there I am. Like, the WWE Network's on, and I'm like, could you guys move so I can get off this
What's
goddamn
wrong with you?
carpet?
You're just kind of lurking behind. What's wrong with that?
And then I say, in that moment,
you look like Montgomery from Fame.
I see the camera, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm trying to get out of the way of the camera. I just don't want any attention on me in that moment. And
who's that guy with the blue?
That's one of the Usos. He's unfortunately they lost the tag team championships at WrestleMania, but so I get off the red carpet way before anybody else does because all the wrestlers are actually tied up in media, and I got off the red carpet and went back to where like the seating was and just took like a seat in the back corner on an aisle so I could get up and go to the bathroom or whatever. Just stay out of the way and I don't want to just be a part, enjoy the show, be there, but just stay out of the way. But the section was completely empty because nobody had sat down yet. And then,
you're Ernest Eager, just sitting down first.
Just all right, let me just sit here. And the timing of whoever it was in the audience that got that shot was just admirable. I just loved it, especially since it's full circle with all the Virgil stuff I've done. I loved it. But so that was, and I stayed for the whole show for the Hall of Fame. So that was then. Then I woke up on Saturday morning. They had the NXT show, which is their show they do on Saturdays with the guys, the guys that are coming to the main roster after. And I did.
You go to that?
I did the kickoff show for it. I did the pre-show for it with Pat McAfee from Barstool.
Okay. And
so I spent most of the day with Pat, and I did the pre-show with him. He was great.
Okay.
Like he was actually really, really good on the pre-show, and he's a really fun guy. So we did that. That was Saturday, and that went great. That went awesome. Everybody was super happy with it. Watched the show. The show was amazing. Then Sunday. Got to WrestleMania at like 8:30 in the morning.
Why so early? Fuck that.
They gotta. I mean, there's just a lot to do, so they want to make sure that everybody's there.
Oh, they told you to get there that early?
It was that was the call time. I mean, we took a shuttle. All the announcers were over there then, and it was like, I mean, I like being there. I could spend literally, I was sitting there before the stadium opened up and just sitting in the stadium, like watching the rehearsals and the entrances and the stage and
They
everything.
have the wrestlers rehearsing?
Of course, yeah. And
Oh, I didn't know that.
they're like the production elements specifically, like the entrances and where this is going to hit and that's going to hit, just so everything's perfect when it's on TV. And that I could have sat there for
Sure.
2 weeks. Like, I don't care how early I'm there. I love that stuff. And then I had 2 hits on the WrestleMania.
Of what?
Acid. Did it. I do sulfuric acid.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I had 2 hits on the WrestleMania pre-show. First one was great. It was like super silly, over the top, just promo for the network. Everybody, good stuff.
Sure.
I was happy with it. Everybody was happy with it. The second one, unfortunately, did not go as planned, and it was the one. It's this little thing on this amazing weekend. It's this thing. It's like a tick with Lyme disease that is just stuck right on it. It's a cancerous tumor.
Why?
On what is just the most fabulous weekend ever.
I wouldn't call it a tick. I might call it an elephant.
Yeah.
You know. No, look, you had a good weekend. You had fun. Did the podcast, and at the biggest moment, it just fell apart. No big deal.
The first hit
Yeah.
was on the WWE Network and YouTube and stuff, and that was all good.
Good stuff. But this one,
Second one, they went over to the USA Network as well, so it was on national television.
yeah, let's see. But no one noticed that.
I haven't watched it back. I can't.
All right, you don't have to hit play.
Okay, you think we should?
Yeah, just for the show. Who's she?
That's Renee Young. She's
Okay,
an
cool.
amazing talent, and it's always good to have your best moments in front of people that are
Sure.
really, really good at
Good at what they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not bad.
Well, you haven't.
Go ahead.
So I was on the arena floor.
Sure, talking
Live,
to people.
you know?
Yeah, live.
But
Yes.
I don't know if you'll be able to pick up on the fact that this is live, not live to tape.
No, I'll definitely. Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
Cindy Brady.
Out to another one of our broadcast
Cindy
colleagues.
Brady.
He is hanging out amongst the WWE universe. Sam Roberts, take it away. Hope that they're being nice to you out there.
They're being nice to me right now. It is electric out here. I got goosebumps. This is a WrestleMania built for the WWE Universe. I mean, we got dream matches like AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Daniel Bryan is finally coming back. Fans have been chanting Rusev Day for the last hour and a half. I mean, there's fans everywhere. Everywhere. It's unbelievable the energy that's in this place. And action is coming tonight here on the kickoff show. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. We're going to have a women's battle royal. We're going to have the cruiserweight champion being crowned tonight. There is action on the way.
Oh boy.
The action's about to get
I mean, look.
You stupid fucking cunt. Where did you learn your trade, you stupid fucking cunt, you idiot?
Look at me. I look like an idiot.
Oh boy.
I like dicks.
All right. So what's?
Oh boy, I'm
All right.
screwed.
So you there was a lot of action.
Honestly, the only thing
Can we watch that again?
Yeah, of course.
I was
You have to watch it again because I don't mean to break the fourth wall, but not everybody in that studio watched it.
I'm not. You won't see me doing that. We
Sam
could
was
do it all
looking
day.
at me.
We could do it all day. I'll look at you every
Yeah, give
time.
it a shot, Sam. It wasn't bad.
Sam, come on, it really wasn't that bad.
Oh, you don't think so? Were you laughing at how good it was? Is that what that sounds?
It's not as bad as you think it is. I know that when you're there, it probably feels like everything is.
I can hear it. I have headphones on.
It's
Who are
really.
you talking to?
It's not that bad.
Can I ask you, at what point did you realize that there was something that was just not going? Was it when you ran out of things to say and went action?
I didn't. It was.
Are they telling
Okay.
you to stretch?
Here's what happened. That was supposed to be something completely different, which.
What do you
didn't-
mean? What was it supposed to be good?
No,
Yeah, I mean, the original intention was good. that was what we thought was going to happen. You know, historically, they've been good. You know,
Sure.
you know, and
If you're gonna have a bad one, you might as well be at WrestleMania.
right, that's actually a great philosophy, right? You might as well do it at WrestleMania, and luckily, it's not like you know, anybody important was there or anything. Just that they were doing a gimmick where John Cena was in the audience, and he was just right in front of me as I was talking.
Were you embarrassed?
I was embarrassed.
Did he notice it?
I mean, yeah, of course, everybody. There is no way. Everybody
Vince noticed it.
People, I didn't get yelled at. People were cool. It happens, blah, blah, blah. There is no way that people were not getting screamed at after that happened. What the fuck was that? I mean, there's no way. That's terrible.
Who do you think screamed?
Whoever was watching it, everyone. What the fuck is going on?
Why didn't you keep talking?
So,
well, hold on. Let's just go through it again.
Oh, okay.
I want to see. I think that we should just Sam. You walk us through this.
Do you want me to, Sam? Do you want me to play some hold music while you explain something to Jim?
Yeah. You turn off the mics?
Hold on.
Yeah, Travis is gonna play some hold music.
All right.
And we're back.
Yeah, just one more person blaming the Jews. All right.
It was those goddamn. Oh, these are on.
Oh wow. Okay.
So here's
Knowing that, you'll know exactly where it goes wrong.
Yep.
So the segment was supposed to be something completely different up until when the camera turned on. The segment was still supposed to be something completely different. It didn't change until we were halfway into it, right? And when I'm going, like, I don't run out of things to say with wrestling. I can easily do it, but there were instructions being told to me, and that's where I fucked up because, like, I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
So, with the instructions, did Vince get on and go, I want you to stop and look stupid.
Yeah. Do me a favor, shit all over yourself.
Look stupid.
Do you have an earpiece?
Yeah. Yeah. So there were instructions, and instead of handling the instructions like a professional, I just sat there and I was like, and gotcha. You know,
On TV.
right? Of
Well,
course.
let's see. I can't really.
Sign up. Start your 30-day free travel. We've got it all here with WrestleMania. Right now, we got to head on out to another one of our broadcast colleagues. He is hanging out amongst the WWE Universe. Sam Roberts, take it away. Hope that they're being nice to you out there.
They're being nice to me right now. It is electric out here. I got goosebumps. This is a WrestleMania built for the WWE Universe. I mean, we got dream matches like AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Daniel Bryan is finally coming back. Fans have been chanting Rusev Day for the last hour and a half. I mean, there's fans everywhere. Everywhere. It's unbelievable the energy that's in this place. And action is coming up here. On the kickoff show, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. We're going to have a women's battle royal. We're going to have the cruiserweight champion being crowned. Tonight, there is action on the...
What bothers me is the middle part. It's not so much the beginning, not so much the end.
No, the end's pretty bad though too.
What's the middle part? When you go action?
I just say the word action.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what people do when they're describing it when they know about a sport.
Just said it, but I just said the word. It's just a non
Action.
Just said it's a non sequitur.
Why'd you say it?
I don't know. I mean, it was because it was off my game in that moment. I'll say that. That's for sure.
Did you get yelled at after?
No. I was like, look, like, I fucked up. That sucked. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Here's what happened. Blah blah blah. And he was like, don't worry about it. They were very cool about it, but
Oh, they're gonna say you're there.
No, I mean, I they probably wouldn't mind. Yeah, I mean, see, it sounded in the beginning like, okay, this is going just fine. And then right smack dab in the middle is where it's like, what happened?
Is Mick Foley's daughter still dating that guy?
Mm-hmm. Frank the Clown, they were there together. Yeah. It's a bummer, huh?
Yeah. Is he still doing Frank the Clown stuff?
Yeah.
She's so hot.
Yeah, she is.
At least that wasn't your national television debut.
I was on Red Eye.
No, I mean in the WWE universe.
Networks International.
Oh shit.
Did any of the fans notice that was an uncomfortable segment?
I had to turn off Twitter for a little while.
Why? Did people comment on it?
Unfavorable reviews.
be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings.
We are Ron and Gail Bennington, the only father-daughter radio show in the history of radio. Bennington airs weekdays at 2 p.m. East, SiriusXM Faction Talk 103.
Okay, Boomer.
I'm not the boomer on the show.
Yeah, I know, but I want to be with the kids.
Can't we just gang up on Gen Xers? They're the worst.
Yeah, they stink on ice, although they did have grunge.
Damn it, you're right. Bennington, weekdays at 2 p.m. East on Faction Talk 103.
This holiday season, SiriusXM Comedy gives you the funniest gift of all.
We go out and we chop down a tree and we put it in our living room. Kind of sounds like the behavior of a drunk man, really.
Unwrap the last with holiday comedy specials.
Get her done.
And for Hanukkah, 8 nights of Jewish comedy albums.
We were the only house in the neighborhood that didn't have a giant Santa. We had a giant Neil Diamond on our lawn.
The holidays are hilarious on SiriusXM Comedy, channel 93 through 99, and online.
This bowl is always a good time. This bowl always lights up the night.
It all comes down to this.
And this year won't be any different. Keaton Slovis, the freshman phenom, has the Trojans moving in the right direction. But after a season of what-ifs, Iowa's out for redemption as they look for their third bowl win in a row.
Touchdown, Iowa!
The San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl, Friday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
A few years ago, my wife and I couldn't find great bedding in any stores, so we founded our own company. I'm Scott Tannen, the founder of Boll & Branch, the world's most comfortable sheets. My wife Missy and I spent months developing the super soft, organic cotton fabric we're now known for. Since then, we've helped millions of people, including 3 U.S. presidents, get a great night's sleep. You could compare them to $1,000 sheets, but we sell them for a fraction of the price, because spending that much on sheets is bonkers. Right now, check out our luxury flannel collection. It sells out every year. That's because Boll & Branch flannel is cozy but breathable. Cool sleepers and hot sleepers all love it. You can try us risk-free for 30 nights, but I think it'll only take one to convince you. And right now, get $50 off at bollandbranch.com with promo code FACTION. That's spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. Promo code FACTION. Save $50 at bollandbranch.com with promo code FACTION. bollandbranch.com, promo code FACTION.
When Jersey Mike's gives a sub some sizzle, the hot grill is the way. Every cheesesteak we make starts fresh, made to order atop a sizzling hot flat-top grill. The right way. The way meat, cheese, and peppers are prepared their piping hot best. It's the way Jersey Mike's has been doing it all along. Because when you're making a cheesesteak, a sizzling flat-top grill is really the only way. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
For years, you've been thinking about LASIK. You've been talking about LASIK. So now, it's finally time to get LASIK. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering LASIK starting at just $250 per eye. If you're nearsighted, farsighted, or even if you have an astigmatism, LASIK Plus can help fix your vision, starting at just $250 per eye. Our best price ever. So get rid of the daily hassles of contacts and glasses and enjoy the newfound freedom of LASIK from LASIK Plus. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com today and schedule your free LASIK exam. The LASIK Plus doctors are among the area's most experienced LASIK surgeons. So take advantage of this amazing LASIK Plus price today. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com. Results may vary. Restrictions apply. See details at LASIK250.com.
We're back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings.
At least this had $6 million budget. I mean,
Right.
I've been in things that had less of a budget.
When you're young?
But maybe, yeah, I mean, and into comedy for years. It's just one of those things you do.
Right.
You want to do a part? Okay, I'll do it.
Because you never know.
You never know.
You're not
Sometimes
in a position,
you know.
but you're not in a position to say no.
Sometimes you are. There's a couple I've done, and I look back, I'm like, woof.
Like what?
I don't want to say them.
Right.
Because I don't want to bash the guys who made them because I like them.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one, I actually forget what it was called. White Chicks Incorporated. Not a great film.
You don't think so?
No.
Did it garner any kind of cult following?
No.
So
it was really bad. It was myself, Florentine. I'll tell you how I got this. It's 98. This guy Lou, who I really liked, shot it, and Jim Florentine's in it, and all the like local Jersey comedians are in it. And that's we played scenes like Voss had scenes in it, that weren't particularly well done.
Oh no!
And I play like the big famous comedian, so I certainly wasn't.
Oh gosh!
And I was not good.
It didn't work out.
No.
Did it have a theatrical run?
It had a premiere. Jim and I were. It was.
What kind of celebrities were at the premiere?
Jim Florentine, Rich Voss, Jim Norton.
Is that when you realized that this was partly a waste of time?
Yep. No, I knew while we were doing it.
Did you make a bunch of money?
No.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. Voss's dialogue is the best.
Do you have the movie?
I had it, and I don't know where it is. Florentine's looking for it, too.
Yeah. You got to find it, dude. Because I want to watch some of these
Oh,
scenes.
Artie Fletcher. Oh, my God. Yeah, let's see. Florentine. Artie Fletcher. Florentine. A lot of them I don't recognize. Jeff Parami, who I like. Oh, yeah, Dr. Magatu. And Eddie and Gambino's a friend of mine. Eric McMahon. Mike Morse. Mike's a brilliant fucking roast joke writer. He writes a lot of stuff for Lisa. He's really, really funny.
Yeah, this is
I mean, there's a lot of funny people in it, but it just...
Who's who of who's that?
No. Christina Nagy. I liked her so much. You remember Christina Nagy? She was in...
No.
She was on the Z100 morning show for years. She had a good career, actually, in radio. I don't know if she's still doing radio. What was the show she was on? Now she's on 106.7. So she's worked in radio for 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty, but...
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
She always hangs out with her brother. Like, I hung out... I think she just... I don't know if she was single. I had a big crush on her for a long time, but it was not reciprocal.
Did it... so there wasn't, like, romance sparked on the set of this film? White Chicks
I don't know if
Incorporated?
ours... Oh, she was on, the Z100. I don't think our... we don't have scenes together. Is there a trailer for it? We can watch for a second?
There's no... I went on YouTube. There's nothing.
All right, hold on, Abe. Let me pot you up there, babe.
Yeah, that was like the slowest like reaction to potting him up.
Go on, babe. Pot it up. Go on now.
Yeah, there's nothing on YouTube.
Ah.
I remember.
Okay, good. Where's the video of Bobo and Deep? Oh.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, Wayno Drano. I like Wayno too. He's a funny guy.
This is the trailer?
Yeah.
No, I think this is just a scene.
A scene.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wayno was a fucking. He's a funny dude, man.
Scroll through to see if anybody we know is in it. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. Just
how long is it? Oh, it's
the...
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the part. That's Artie Fletcher.
Oh my God, there he is, Hollywood Jim Norton.
But it's not a good scene.
Oh, there.
It's a big party scene.
We should check it out.
You think? I don't know.
I think we should. Anyway, let me go to the tough box. Travis Dog. Do you think we should check it out?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Because, I mean, we watched some scenes from The Room. I don't think Tommy Wiseau is the only one that deserves attention on this show.
And also, I mean, there are movies that Jim doesn't like that I love, so him just saying this isn't a good scene doesn't really convince me that I'm not going to like it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You think you may like it?
Yeah. We all have different tastes.
Yeah, I forget what my name was. It was like, you're supposed to be a joke too, but it was like a Jerry Steinfeld. It was something close to a celebrity's name, but not. I just don't remember.
And I like a good party at St. Patrick's Day.
This says you played yourself.
Yeah, but I didn't. They gave me a name in it. I don't remember what it was. Unless they changed it, because I started toying with dice and they thought I was going to blow up. Maybe they put all their fucking eggs in this broken basket with a hole in the bottom.
Did you blow up around 98?
Nope.
Oh.
Not around 2017 either.
Well, you're working on it.
Wow, dude, this is almost 20 years ago.
We should check it out.
Oh my fucking God.
I think from the beginning.
I can't believe this is 19 years ago.
Yeah? And you don't mind if we take a look then, do you?
Oh, they play cops.
Fine, but you owe me one. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Don't touch it.
Okay, they're all in. You ready? I'm ready.
Oh my God, what was that?
A party scene.
Hit pause.
Is that Florentine's voice?
Yeah, and there's a balloon pops and it's a party scene.
By the way, and you could tell the way this is shot. They're just I think that they're completely copying Kevin Smith's film style because Kevin Smith at that time made it seem like anybody could make a movie. So they were like, "Oh, I'm funny. I can make a movie. This could be the next Clerks. This could be the next Mallrats." And then Jim, I don't even remember what the dialogue is, but Florentine says something and then pops a balloon in front of the camera.
I think it was voiceover. I think somebody popped it. I don't think Jim popped it.
Because that's the transition into now it's a party scene.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
But I'm going to say this. If I remember correctly.
Yes.
The budget for this, if I remember hearing it, was Jim wanted to do something to help out Lou because there was like 60-something grand he dumped into this movie.
$60,000?
60 something. Yeah, maybe 70,000.
Wow.
So, well, there's an excuse for it though.
Stop trying to make excuses. There's never an excuse for bad art.
70,000 compared to 6 million.
Yeah, but that doesn't. I mean,
it's a bad movie though.
Yeah, for plot line, acting ability, all that stuff. That's not.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, or the choice to pop a balloon to mark the beginning of a party.
That is a very fair point.
That has nothing to do with finances.
Very fair.
Gator, all in. You ready? I'm ready.
It's too loud.
Yeah, the music is too loud, right?
Of course it is.
And the balloon.
They didn't have the rights to any music.
Of course they didn't. This is obviously like just found music.
I do think we covered this on Opie and Anthony. I don't remember. No, I remember showing Voss's scenes way back at XM.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, I remember Rich's a couple of Rich's scenes, which were not as well received as we'd all hoped.
Well, either way, new listeners every 15 minutes. So let's take a look. There he is. There's the kid. Oh, what are those pants you're wearing?
By the way, I wanted to just kiss her stomach, so I did that. They didn't tell me to kiss her stomach.
That was ad-libbed?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing those big pants?
I don't remember. Look at my sneakers at the time.
Jim's wearing like a white suit jacket that's too big for him.
Yeah, I was a poor dresser.
And then sky blue baggy slacks.
Yeah.
Was wardrobe provided, or was it bring your own?
It's brought from home.
No. So this is like
It's the 90s, babe.
They're like dressed like a famous comic, like dressed like wear nice clothes.
The jacket was mine.
Those pants were
T-shirt
yours?
was mine. Yep. I smoked back then. What did I know? I had cigarettes in my pocket. Pack of ciggies.
Those pants are way too big for you.
They were, but I always wore baggy pants.
But look how rolled up. They're suit pants.
They're not suit pants. They're actually jeans. They're light colored jeans.
Oh, look how rolled up they are at the bottom.
Do you still have this outfit as a memory?
I don't know. I wish I still had the jacket and the hat.
I would love to do. You're wearing a party hat.
Yes, I am.
I would love to do a live show with Jim in his outfit from White Chicks Incorporated.
If you dressed like that, let me kiss you on the stomach, I would. She was beautiful, that girl. I can't believe that's fucking that many years ago.
They didn't say, hey, Jim, why don't you kiss her on the stomach as we pamp by you?
Nope. I don't know if I've ever been more attracted to someone than I was to that girl. I had a couple of scenes with her. Her name was Olga. Beautiful Russian girl.
You took full advantage of Olga.
Oh, my God, was she fantastic.
All right, let's see where this goes. Right there.
Now it's just a bunch of party stuff happening.
Yeah, silly string. It's signing tits. Oh, yeah, look at Jim. Jim looking cool.
Yeah. I remember I had my hands around her. She was really wanted no part of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember doing that, like just holding on to her as tight as I could, like it was part of the scene, touching her sides.
Jim's got his brow furrowed as if he's just like, I'm comfortable at this party because I'm a famous comedian.
Yeah, I was. Very comfy.
Anyone listening to the lyrics of this song?
You mean grab a hottie?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't catch that.
You're just doing what the song tells you to do.
Yes, I am.
You're grabbing a hottie.
Yes, I am.
Oof.
Oh, okay, party and hottie.
Jim. Shake your body.
Yes.
Okay, there's silly string. Is this Troy's old band?
I don't remember. I remember the pool being filthy.
Yeah, hit pause. Why is the water brown in that pool?
It was a filthy pool, and it was cold out. It was like
leaves
October.
on the ground.
It was like October or September. It was very cold outside, and we shot like a summer scene, and the water was filthy.
There's dead leaves on the ground. There's dead leaves on the dirty ground.
Yeah, it was really not summery.
The pool is brown.
There's no lighting.
No, this is terrible.
Yeah, it was not good, yeah.
So this is supposed to be like a Los Angeles like cool party.
I don't remember. I literally don't remember. I haven't thought of this. I think of this movie once every couple of years.
Nobody would go to a pool party in this weather.
They would not.
Nobody.
No, none of us would dress for a pool party.
You were wearing a blazer and jeans that were way too big for you.
Mom jeans.
They were mom jeans,
were.
weren't they?
Yep.
You were wearing pregnancy jeans.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll take a break and relax.
Well, we'll take a look at what happens next in the scene, actually.
Yeah. You don't have to play much. The pod. There's all silly string. They're trying to make it like a crazy party, but it's too claustrophobic and nothing is happening.
Why would a guy hit pause? Why would an adult be trying to escape silly string?
I don't know.
It's so easy to escape from. It just breaks.
Yeah, but they didn't know how to make a party crazy. I
Well,
guess
there's-
Silly String says that you're at a crazy party.
As an adult?
No,
You don't think that's crazy?
it doesn't. No, not unless you're in third grade.
You're a grown-up. This is a
I
party
know.
full of grown-ups.
Hey, I was not the creative director here. I was just himself.
It's an overcast winter afternoon.
I know, it was really bad.
It's not exactly the magic hour, is it?
Look at her pants, though. Fuck.
Look at that. You see that? You see that face in the corner?
Yep.
That's famous comedian Jim Norton.
Yeah, it is. It's just this.
Oh, somebody's. This. Okay, I see what's going on.
Oh, she played the witch doctor, I think.
So a guy was.
Oh no, it was a guy, fat guy. Jeff Parami was with the witch doctor.
A guy was sleeping on a woman's breasts, and while he was sleeping on her breasts, she was pickpocketing him.
Yeah, it was Wallace.
This is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think this is a long song. There's no dialogue. The audience hates it.
Hey, join the party. Grab a hottie, huh? Yeah,
Look at
is that Florentine?
Florentine.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Florentine has his hair slicked back. He's got like some kind of. Why'd you leave Florentine?
Yeah.
He's got some kind of like. It's an
Weird
80s
necklace.
shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's almost like a members only jacket.
That's Mike Morse next to him with the glasses.
It's almost like a members only jacket with no shirt under it that's zipped halfway up, and then a long, thick puka shell necklace.
Yeah, it's not good. His hair, the slick back, does not look good.
But wait a minute, they're passing the weed around,
Oh
man.
yeah, that's what you do.
You ever go to a party where they're passing the weed around?
Only the coolest parties.
Somebody found a joint, man.
Do you think this looks like a cool party?
Oh yeah.
Why is the other guy next to Florentine wearing like a Halloween costume of a pimp?
That's how he dressed. That was Mike Morse's actual outfit.
Oh, Florentine.
That guy was a comedian too. I don't remember his name. Yeah.
Oh, they're passing the weed around. Florentine's got a good body in this, though.
Yeah, he's in decent shape.
Oh. Is that girl just... Wait.
She's just grabbing things out of his pants. Did a bad spanking with underwear on.
But it seemed like at the end she was just grabbing his dick.
Yeah, it did. Jim had notoriously big balls.
So you think in the film she was just grabbing his balls?
I do.
Okay, so a girl is grabbing Florentine's balls because the party's getting crazy, and then another guy has his pants pulled down so he can get a spanking in his underpants.
Or his long shirt. This is 18 years ago. I'm blown away by how long ago this was.
It's still not an excuse.
I just can't believe it's that long.
Oh, Florentine's fake orgasm face is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Let me see his fake
Look
face.
at him. Oh, yeah, man.
I wish Jim was here today.
Look at this. Look at his face. Oh, yeah. With his eyebrows up.
That's not good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You're touching my dick.
That's
Yeah.
not good. I wish there was some dialogue.
Grab a hottie. Join the party. Yeah. An old man is watching the party.
The worst tit rub ever. Do you think this party looks crazy?
Oh, it's just two guys. It's Florentine and a big fat
Artie
guy.
Fletcher. He's a comedian.
With their shirts off, making out with girls. Why on a fall day would you take your shirt off and make out with a girl outside?
The girls have jackets on.
Well, it's cold.
It's never seen less summery.
It's obviously cold. It's pine trees.
Yeah.
Pine.
It's not a good party scene.
It's not even sunny.
It's not. No, there's no lighting at all.
It's an overcast.
It's completely overcast.
It's an overcast day.
It's very clearly autumn. At a party like this, you would expect like a palm tree, not
Yeah.
a pine tree. You could be Christmas tree shopping in this scene.
Word them up.
Yeah, this is the second time I'm calling. What are you going to do about that old guy going on the bus? What the hell's the matter with you?
Do you think the music is too loud over the dialogue?
I don't know what the guy said. I got that he was making a phone call.
He said this is the second time I'm calling.
Oh, he's trying to get the police to the party.
I got that he was trying to break up the party, but you can't hear his dialogue.
No.
Because the song is just blasting, grab a hottie and join the party. Like, because we're not going to understand there's a party happening.
Right.
Because there's silly string and topless men.
Well, there's also
They thought that was a good idea. What if the guys start taking their shirts off?
Well, the thing is that party, silly strings always all over them. That's what younger people do, right, Adrian?
These aren't younger people.
No, but they're like crazy people do that.
No.
Does that say crazy party?
No.
What do you think of the silly string?
I mean, the silly string got me excited when I was like 7.
Do you think it's good in the scene?
No, it doesn't work at all.
Adrian, as you look forward to your late 20s, early 30s, which all these people are obviously in, do you feel like you'll be at a bunch of pool parties in the autumn where people are playing with silly string and all the guys are taking their shirts off while the women keep their coats on?
Why would I be at a pool party in autumn?
I guess that's a good point.
We were all wondering that.
What if you found out there was silly string there?
Then I would definitely not go.
What if you found out it was topless men and women in their jackets?
I'd have to reconsider.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's almost over. I'm sorry if it's all music. Oh, now they're showing that the party is over.
Uh-oh, you hear that in the background?
No one's ever passed out like that. Like I don't know why they had us all passed out.
Not an entire group.
And here's the problem, too.
There's a big problem I see in this one.
Well, oh, no. Oh, that's a much bigger problem.
I see a big problem.
Oh, no. My first problem was going to be that...
I see a big problem.
My first problem was going to be that the sun obviously had not changed locations
At all.
So the party starting and everybody passing out seems to have taken place over the course of about 25 minutes. Like that's the entire length of the party. There's no changing in the outdoor lighting. It's like 4 o'clock and everybody's passed out.
Oh no.
The other problem is, as I look,
no one's ever passed out like that at a party.
No, they're all passed out in one big group. But who's that standing up front and center of the group?
Yeah.
With his pants off.
I know, and to say crazy, nothing says crazy like one sock up and one sock down.
Oh, Jim.
And leaning on 2 girls.
Jim is leaning on the girls from earlier in the scene. His pants are off, and one of his socks is rolled down.
Because it's been a crazy party.
Well, yeah, there's no order to anything anymore.
My hat's still on, though.
Of course your hat's still on. Almost no time has passed.
No. 8 minutes later.
I don't see how you could possibly have had time to even roll one sock leg down.
Jesus. Fucking Jim Jones's party didn't end this abruptly.
Yeah. Jim Jones's victims were less organized than all you crazy guys passed out at this party.
Oh, it's really, everyone's passed out on each other.
It's because you wanted to get it all in one shot.
Yeah.
And you didn't have coverage.
You think that's a good party ending?
No, it's terrible. It's just awful.
Oh, no.
It's so embarrassing. I'm glad that this exists at the same time as your Netflix special.
Me too.
3 days ago, all we could talk about was how amazing Jim's Netflix special was. And today, I'm so glad this exists.
Yes, I am too. I hope this drives people to it.
All right, let's get back to... It doesn't sound like a cop.
No.
You ran
You hear
away.
the fire truck in the back? Go back a second. Listen to the fire truck.
Why would a fire truck?
It wouldn't.
Why? Wait. Hit pause again. Why would you all be under arrest?
I don't know. We're all just sitting around.
You're adults.
Yeah.
This isn't like we're busting an underage party.
But do you hear the fire truck? Wah, wah.
It's just a bunch of people sitting in a backyard.
Yeah.
And you all immediately wake up.
Yeah.
Did you notice the terrible cut in the editing?
I didn't.
When they wake up?
No, I mean, it looked good to me.
All right. Adrian, you're young. You're not as well versed in film as some of the rest of us, right?
No.
That's fair. See if you can pick up. You know, sometimes, even in this, which is a steady shot, right? Sometimes when there's action, there will be an edit that is so seamless, it's almost invisible to the naked eye because they want it to be. See, Adrian, if you can pick up on when this
I didn't see the edit.
Cut in film may have happened. See if you can watch it.
I
didn't.
Looks like a stop motion.
Wait, was it supposed to be that way though?
No!
They did that earlier too. I think that was the film.
It's not a
director.
stylistic choice.
I think it was.
It's a shitty editing.
Let me see. Yeah, you see, it's supposed to be like that. They're all running and
it's not supposed to be like that.
I agree with Jim.
Oh,
it was
maybe.
supposed to be like that. Yeah, they're doing it again.
Yeah, because when they were going through the party, I noticed the same thing.
Yeah, that
okay.
was just
All
see
right.
that's good filmmaking.
Now, Jim, you ran away with your pants still off.
Did I? I didn't even see myself running.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. You looked up because, the fuzz is here with fire trucks.
You're all under arrest.
Yeah. I think I did. Oh.
Everybody's under arrest because we partied so hard that we were passed out.
Yeah, all in the same part of the yard.
Look at stupid Florentine putting his hand on his head like, oh no, what did we do?
Yeah.
How are we going to deal with this?
That's literally not a good party. There's 6 chairs, 30 people passed out. It's cold.
There's some streamers on the bushes.
The guys are wearing jackets.
Yeah, wasn't Florentine's shirt off a minute ago?
Yep.
But he put his jacket back on because he realized we threw a pool party in October?
Yep, it was cold. It's almost over. So Jen in Rhode Island had an interesting
observation.
Yeah.
What was it?
Jen, do you want to just make your observation before we break? Hello.
When the cop is saying go under arrest, it sounds like the fugitive.
Thank you. You're not wrong.
You're all under arrest.
Yeah.
We're actually, this is great. For any of you that want to play at home, we're tweeting out a link to the video.
So you can see it for yourselves.
Yeah, at Jim and Sam Show is our Twitter address, and you can see a link to one of Jim's finest works in film.
And Wayne O'Drano said he flipped himself into a pool that hadn't been cleaned in 6 years because he was a bit nutty at the time.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings. Don't go anywhere.
The college football semifinals are on ESPNU Radio Channel 84.
It's a one-man show! Touchdown!
Saturday at 4 Eastern, Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow leads the LSU Tigers into battle with the Oklahoma Sooners in the Peach Bowl.
He'll swing it. Caught! Touchdown! Tigers!
Then at 8 Eastern, it's the Fiesta Bowl featuring defending champions Clemson facing Ohio State.
Middle of the field to the end zone. And Brad Rucker for the touchdown!
Hear all the action on ESPNU Radio and our Power 5 conference channels. All available on the SiriusXM app. Now included free for most subscribers.
NFL fans, go to NFLShop.com for a special holiday offer today. NFL Shop is the ideal place to get all the latest officially licensed NFL gear. Choose from the largest assortment for all 32 teams anywhere. NFLShop.com is your source for the best selection of officially licensed NFL products from jerseys, apparel, hats, collectibles, and more. Shop now and get a special holiday offer at NFLShop.com today.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Need cash but have bad credit or maxed out cards? Now you can get a personal loan for up to $5,000, whatever your credit, with no paperwork. LendGenius.com is one of the nation's largest personal loan networks. If you have a checking account and a regular income source, you can get cash in your account as soon as tomorrow. Type this into your smartphone or computer address bar. www.lendgenius.com. That's LendGenius.com. LendGenius.com.
Attention business owners. Attention business owners. Did you know all business growth can be distilled into 19 different methods or pathways? From the traditional of direct sales TV and radio to newer methods like pay-per-click and influencer marketing. The SBA reports that 80% of businesses fail without trying even 2 of the 19 ways to grow. Harvard shared recently that the fastest of all 19 growth techniques and the only one delivering radical growth results is the growth method of collaboration. Does your business need to grow immediately? Do you need more sales, more customers, and more revenue? What if through collaboration, your product or service, no matter what you offer, could be placed directly in the path of people looking for what you sell? What if you could collaborate with people that have generated over 4,000 growth case studies in 30 years? Our mission is to take the current road you advertise on and widen it into an advertising highway. Our strengths and assets become your strengths and assets. That's radical growth. If your business needs to grow immediately, find us at 19waystogrow.com. That's 19waystogrow.com.
Dish Network. They've developed a new Dish voice remote, and now that it's got Google Assistant built in, your favorite game day recliner becomes a total home command center. Just say the word and the remote does the rest. It's awesome. Want to know a backup quarterback stats? Ask the remote. Want to watch a different game? Just press the mic button on the remote and say Game Finder. It can even turn down the thermostat
if you get into a heated argument about whether or not the receiver's knee was down before he got to the goal line. The point is, if you want a remote that makes watching the game better, Houston, this remote has no problem. The Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant. Your TV and a whole lot more are at your command. Dish, tuned into you. Voice functionality requires internet-connected Hopper and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you.
We're back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts' Seasons Beatings. A collection of cringe-inducing segments featuring the staff and hosts spending time getting exactly what they deserve.
By the way, we have to say we have Mike McCready coming in from Pearl Jam, and Travis is a very big Pearl Jam fan. Are you nervous?
No.
Okay. Have you met him?
No.
He's got that glass to protect him. And inside the Travis box, nobody can hurt you.
That's true. It's my safe space.
Yeah.
I want Travis to take part in this today.
He should. He's the ultimate Pearl Jam fan.
I wouldn't say that.
I wrote a few questions for Travis.
Good.
I want to give these to him because I know we have Kevin Brennan and I
was racking my brain and I couldn't think of it.
And I wanted to. I figure if none of them are mean.
Here's the problem. Travis gets nervous. He gets very nervous around the people he likes.
He does, around us.
Right.
Yeah,
Troy,
day.
can you bring this to Travis?
I
if
don't
you
know what to say.
The worry is that we'll say, hey, Travis, why don't you talk to one of your music idols, Mike McCready, and then he'll choke. And we don't want to make Travis look bad.
The questions I wrote are good questions. They're eager questions. None of them are mean. None of them are horrible things that I wouldn't say to Ozzy. Like, none of them are awful.
Fan questions.
Fan questions. But they have to be, I wrote them how I want you to say them, if possible.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, Travis is coming at this from the Pearl Jam fan perspective.
Sure.
Like, we are the broadcasters here, and we're the host, but we need somebody with the fan perspective that's going to ask those questions. Maybe this will get on some Pearl Jam blogs, right?
I think so. They're not horrible questions.
Should he give examples of?
Yeah, give one.
Okay.
They're not bad questions, right? They're not mean.
No, they're not.
Right. So I think I haven't read them. I haven't heard the questions yet.
No.
But
I just want him to ask with the eagerness.
If you think I'm going to be able to ask these without laughing.
What? Don't laugh.
Yeah, try the first one.
Yeah,
like, it's not even a bad question. It's a good question from a fan.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just see.
So, Mike, all kidding aside, when you're out there and you're rocking, is there any better feeling?
It's a good question.
It's a really good question.
I mean,
I want to find
in
out.
theory, yeah. Like, is there anything you like better than performing?
Than rocking, but you just got to ask like that. I
Without
have it
performing.
worded a certain way.
Because I want to find out.
Through?
Because like I watch guys rock out on stage,
Yeah.
and I think to myself, that's got to be the best feeling in the world. But I don't have that confirmed.
Travis can do these.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Is there any other? Did you just write the one?
No,
or-
there's a couple.
Oh,
There's only like 6.
Oh, what's that? What's like one other? What's the second one?
Are you guys
What?
I don't.
Are you guys gigging anytime soon?
That's a good one.
I mean, it's probably the question everybody wants to know.
Well, yeah,
Right.
if you guys are gigging,
Because
that's a great question.
they haven't played a show this year.
Yeah.
But it's also good because Mike McCready's been in a couple bands, so the fact that you're using the nondescript pronoun guys, it's so open ended.
Absolutely.
It could lead anywhere. It doesn't necessarily mean Pearl Jam.
Well, I mean, he's not in the other bands because other members are dead.
Well, you could. I mean, yeah, but you could replace the lead singer. They replaced the girl from Kevin Can Wait.
Yeah, that's true.
You just bring in Eddie Vedder to be chairman of the dog or whatever that thing is called.
Sure.
I like how you give me some physical cues.
Oh yeah, I do. He does have a cue in this one.
Is that to be more like just natural and kind of
genuine?
flowing?
Yeah, good.
The fans who are in this book must be floating on cloud 9. I know I would. I've been a fan since I was like yay high. It says in parentheses, hand extended.
Here's the thing, though. To get the full physical effect of the question, I do think that when we do the interview, question 1 and 2 should be done in the TEF box.
I agree.
And question 3, maybe the Travis dog should say, would you guys mind if I came in the studio to ask this one?
Sure.
And then he could come in, and that way we could find out what yay high is.
I've been a fan since I was like yay high.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was a great fan question.
That should be. So can you please remember to ask If you can come into the studio to ask that third question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is there another one?
I mean, yeah, there's 5 more.
Oh, there is another
There's
one.
a couple more, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All good.
Oh.
I mean, the last one's not a question. It's more of a statement.
Sure. Oh, a couple of them are kind of statements.
Yeah. I'm a hardcore fan. I wanted to name my daughter Elderly Woman Behind the Counter in a Small Town. Haha, but my wife wasn't having it.
That's good.
That's really cool. Because then he could give. I mean, it does sound like it was worded by Tommy Wiseau, but it's like right. It's and definitely say ha ha like
Well,
that.
you gotta say no. It's like I wanted to name my wife Elderly Woman Behind the Counter in a Small Town, but my wife wasn't having it.
Right. Right.
How does the band handle all the years of touring and various scuttlebutt?
That's a good question.
What's the second part?
Scuttlebutt, rumors and stuff.
That's so open ended.
It's a good question. It's a hardcore fan question.
It is a little. My only concern about some of these questions is they're a little too inside, don't you think?
Yeah, but that's what a true fan would ask.
I guess that's true.
The various skull. And there's a camera question. It's important. This is about his book.
What made you use a Polaroid? I ask because I'm an amateur shutterbug myself.
That's
See,
bad.
the book that he's promoting
is a photography book.
Well, it's a picture book. He took Polaroids throughout his entire career and has assembled them together, and it's like performances and pictures of fans and celebrities, and all kinds of stuff. Jack White is in there, so I'm glad. I feel like maybe you're a better boss, I guess is the word, than me, because I didn't realize that Travis, as a hobby, was an amateur shutterbug.
Yeah, I think that's a cool thing to say to a photographer
Jim
too.
pays attention to like my hobbies.
I didn't realize that.
You're an amateur shutterbug.
I didn't know. I've never known him to shutterbug.
There's one more statement. It's not a question.
There's no question mark after this one?
Nope.
Oh.
My wife and I are huge fans. We even have our daughter listening to you guys. There's.
This is already established in the other question about your daughter and your wife.
There's 3 Pearl Jammers living in my house. 4 if you count my dog Jeremy.
So, Jim, this is where you're so strong at this stuff. You did the research to actually find out that hardcore Pearl Jam fans are known as Pearl Jammers.
Pearl Jammers, and there's 3 of them living under this roof. Yeah.
4, actually.
If you count my dog Jeremy.
Because, of course.
That'd be a cool name for a dog.
Yeah, I mean, a real hardcore Pearl Jammer would
Sure.
pick Jeremy as the name for the dog. Because that's one of those, like, that's a bit of a deep track.
Sure.
Jeremy.
That's a hardcore one. That's a hardcore one.
That's really good.
These are much better questions than I would have ever thought of.
Right, yeah.
They'll show him that you really are a fan.
They will.
Yeah. If you could...
I think I'll make a connection.
Any questions that you have in your head or had prepared, if you could put those aside. And
they don't even compare to these.
Yeah, we'll focus on those.
Just 2 amateur shutterbugs.
Yeah, because
having a conversation.
Because that's what I want. I want the perspective of amateur shutterbug to amateur shutterbug, and I want it to be Pearl Jam guy to Pearl Jammer.
Pearl Jammer.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think that's a great
It's a statement.
Not even a question.
No, but it's a statement just talking to your friend. I would tell someone I like that. I just love your stuff. I'm a fan. Nothing wrong with that.
There's 7 things on the sheet. 3 of them are just statements about myself.
Cool.
It'd be like if you were like, hey,
They'll
man.
appreciate that.
Hey, Ozzy, I'm such a big fan. Like, sometimes at night, I bring my dog outside and I point up to the sky and say, hey, bark at that.
That's great.
That's a cool thing.
I'd say, dude, Ozzy, I've been a fan for so long. I was born to be a fan.
That's really great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
Yeah. It'd be like if Gene Simmons was in here and you were like, yeah, Gene, I was in church on Sunday. Only difference for me is I end up praying to the God of Thunder.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
And I'll say, man, your band is so great. I was made for loving you.
That's perfect.
Well, trust me, this is all good stuff.
Because they like that.
Yeah.
There's a photo of Gene in the book.
There is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bands like to know, musicians like to know that you're familiar with their catalog, and the way you get that done is dropping little references that only a true fan would know.
Absolutely. Naming the dog Jeremy is going to cement you. You're going to be in like Flynn.
Yeah, he's gonna take a second and be like, that's the name of one of our... You didn't. Did you? That's so cool. Yeah.
He was in Mad Season too, with Lane Staley, who I like that band a lot. They do a song called "Wake Up," which I really like. That's all I really like about them. Is that one song.
Well, yeah, he was.
I like how you go from. I really like that band.
Well, I've heard them, and I like their music. But that's the song that really stands out, and I remember.
He got them together.
Oh, he did.
Mike, yeah.
You should tell Mike that you think of that song every time you're done sleeping. Because what do?
First thing in the morning, I go, "Wake up!"
Yeah, he did. He was in a band with Lane Staley. He was also in a band with
Chris Cornell. Yeah,
amazing.
Tremendous contributor. This guy is.
Yeah.
Fun life.
You talking about Travis or Mike McCready?
Travis.
Oh yeah, he's tremendous.
And he's good friends with a friend of mine, a friend of ours. Actually.
Who Mike McCready is?
That's right.
Who?
Craig Gass.
They're
is he?
Very good friends.
I didn't know he was. I wonder if I met Mike. I was with Craig one time in Seattle, and he had a couple of guys come to the show. I don't know if Mike was one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah, one of them was a guy from Alice in Chains. Craig knows everyone. How did fucking Craig Gass know everyone? I don't know.
As a music fan, he is really good at making friends with musicians.
And they really like him.
Yeah, it's like friends.
You go backstage with Craig Gass, he knows everyone. He, I'll say one thing I was happy to do for him is he wanted to meet Ace, and I was happy to introduce him to Ace Frehley. That's the only thing I was ever been able to do in return for Craig Gass.
Yeah.
Mike loves Ace.
He does.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ace.
Ace came out and played Black Diamond with them at the Garden once.
Hey, were you there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
How was it?
It was awesome. Yeah.
Do you like the way Ace plays live? He just kind of hangs out. He always looks like he's about to miss his cue. Ace always just looks like he's about to fall over. He's really frightening to watch.
This could be the last one.
You never. I've told him that. You never think he's going to hit the mic on time. He forgets he has to sing, and then he's like, "Oh yeah," and he just jumps up. He just gets it.
And I think Mike was on Ace's last record. Those that like collaboration record that he did.
I don't know that.
Yeah, he came in to promote it.
No. I mean, I don't know if Mike was on it.
Oh yeah, I think he was.
What song did he play? You don't know.
Look it up.
When you say I think he was, you mean I'm quite sure he was.
I should ask him about playing Black Diamond with Ace Frehley.
Yeah, he says it's one of the best moments of his career.
I'm going to say it, and I'm going to call Ace by his birth name.
What's his birth name?
Paul Frehley.
It's cool.
So that
when
way
you played Black Diamond with Paul Frehley,
and he'll be like, "Whoa!"
What was the vibe like?
Because he's going to come in and he's going to be like, "Oh, I thought I was just talking to some fans, but this is an industry
These are guys in the
conversation."
know.
Yeah.
Let me see that. That's cold gin too.
This is Ace playing with Mike.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's with Ace's band though.
Mike McCready jumped on with Ace's
Jumped
band.
on with them.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's great. So he's a real fan. Ace always.
he was Peter Criss for Halloween.
Was
That's
he?
awesome.
Like, yeah, back in the 70s. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's so cool to be able to be good enough at something that now you can do that with your idols.
Yeah, that's got to be really, really fun.
That's kind of how I feel every day when I come in here.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I don't feel the same.
You don't?
Well, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm happy to see you.
Right, but it's a different thing.
Sure. I mean, I didn't change the course of your life by being. Wait. I mean, you didn't change the course of my life by being you.
No, you're right the first time.
No.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're good to go.
I was correct.
Yeah. You're fine.
I didn't change the course of your life.
No. Nope.
Let me see Miss Peter Criss.
Look at him. He's got an arrow pointed down to his dick.
That's old Peter Criss. That's an old Peter Criss outfit.
Well, that's because he's dressed. That's him on Halloween.
I want to guess that's 75. Let me guess. 75.
Well, that's not Peter Criss. That's the little kid, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah,
that
but
Mike
I'm saying
McCready?
that was probably 75 that he. That's
Based
Peter's
on.
75 or 76. There you go.
It's the best of Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Let's bring in Mike McCready, who's right outside the studio. We just took a quick break. And
Mike McCready has a new book out.
yes,
It's called Of Potato Heads and Polaroids, My Life Inside and Out of Pearl Jam.
Can you want to grab him because he can't? There's no one here. Troy's in the restroom.
And it's,
I told him to bring him in.
It's a great book. It's just I guess Mike was taking Polaroids throughout his kind of entire career.
Yeah.
And it starts, he's very young. It starts in the beginning.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
What's going on, Mike?
Sam. Mike, how you doing?
It's nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Sorry.
And like you get to follow the journey. We were just talking about your book.
All
How
right.
you kind of get
Then
to
I'm in the
follow
right
the
place.
journey through Polaroids of everything, and it starts. I mean, there's celebrity stuff, there's fan stuff, there's performance stuff, there's everything in here.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's a. Are we on?
We're on.
All right. Hello.
Hey, this
Obviously,
is it.
Yeah. It runs the gamut of famous people that have shown up to shows, to friends of mine, personal friends of mine in Seattle, to friends of Soundgarden to Mudhoney to.
Where'd you
all that
keep
stuff.
all the Polaroids? Like, did you just have a big box?
Boxes and lost for about 2 years, and then found and. Yeah,
How'd they get lost?
I don't know, because I can't keep anything straight. You know.
Yeah.
I just can't. I'm not. I'm not a very organized guy, so let's put it that way.
Did you ever I know you're a big Kiss fan, and so am I. And they said that Gene would take photos of every girl. Did you ever do that? Like where you took pictures of the women you were with, or stuff that you couldn't publish?
I would say no, because I think we're kind of that's a different era, and I never did that. But he did tell me he did do that when I took a Polaroid of him, and I knew that because I know all about Kiss. So.
It's amazing that that's how famous he was. Everyone knew he did it, and the girls still let him do it. You gotta love.
Right.
That.
And it's not like when you're dealing with Polaroids, you can just sneak it like it's a phone. Like it's a thing. You know what I mean? Like you're getting a Polaroid shot taken of you.
Yeah, it was the 70s.
How was it doing? I know you did Black Diamond with Ace. How much of a thrill was that?
It was a total dream come true. It's Ace Frehley. It's lead guitar. I loved him, and he's become a friend, which is crazy. And it was super cool for him to show up and want to play with us. And I can't even, you're playing with your childhood hero. So
how does that work? Like you guys call him and say, "Look, we're going to be in town," or I always wonder how those bands work it out.
To come to the show. That was what it was at Madison Square Garden, and I was like, yeah, sure. And Ace, he got a hold of us somehow, and he showed up.
That's kind of amazing that
and
his
I said,
daughter.
Hey, do you want to play with us?
Oh, you guys just invite him to play.
I invited him because, and I knew Matt Cameron played in a Kiss cover band when he was a kid, called Kiss, and they had to stop doing it because they got Casablanca Records sent him a cease and desist order. But they were kids; they were like 14 years old. So Matt was the guy. Matt sang Black Diamond back then. So I thought, Matt, will you please sing Black Diamond again? Now we got Ace coming out. So
At what point? At what point did you start to get that kind of? I don't know if the word is recognition, but start to build relationships with people who you were were your childhood heroes. Like how far into this thing?
It was about 2 or 3 years into it, in terms of the band.
Yeah.
Just probably a couple years. People started coming to that. Like why is he here? Or actors and actresses and stuff like that. So, and then it's been a through line ever since. Like you play a show somewhere and you have people showing up that are famous.
Awesome.
And so I'm like, have a Polaroid. I'm like, I gotta get this.
Sure.
Say, hey, take a picture.
Right.
Can I take a picture?
And since they're fans of the band, you
cool.
can get it done.
They're generally cool about it.
Yeah.
Has it moved into a point now where you're using your iPhone more, or are you still carrying around the Polaroid?
I still carry around the Polaroid. I actually have it in my backpack right now.
You just like the Polaroid?
I like it because it's old school and it's tangible. It's frustrating too. So it's like, and I don't like the frustrating aspect of it, but I roll with it.
Is it hard to get stuff like film for? It's almost like Woody Allen still writes on a typewriter.
Yeah.
That it's hard to get like the ribbons and stuff for. So,
You can get it. It's from a company called Impossible that makes stuff for it, and they do a great
it
job.
went out of business for a while, right?
Yeah.
Polaroid went out of business
It did,
for a
yeah.
while.
You should watch. There's a movie called Year Zero, which is about the whole history of what happened with Polaroid. So.
And Travis, our guy, our producer,
Hey, Travis.
is one of the gigantic. This is Kevin, by the way. So another one of our guests today, Kevin. Now, Travis is a huge Pearl Jam. I would say Travis the biggest Pearl Jam fan I've ever met in my life. Correct?
Yeah,
that you've met, probably.
Yeah.
And probably not that
Great to
Mike's
hear.
met. Yeah.
And I know you wanted to ask a question. And
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I have some questions that I definitely wrote.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll definitely answer them.
Cool.
Great. Great.
Are you guys gigging anytime soon?
No. Not that I know of. Right now, we're not. Ed's on tour right now, and I'm working on a film called Sadie by Megan Griffiths, and we're all kind of doing stuff separately right now.
What are you doing on the film?
Scoring it.
Oh, cool.
So that's kind of been something I've been wanting to do for a while. I did another movie called Fat Kid Rules the World. I've done a little TV thing with Fringe, and so I'm really trying to get into that aspect of things. So.
Do you see the movie first before you score it, or how does it work? Or they tell you the
It
tone?
depends on the director. This time I did see the movie first. I read the script. I really liked it. I saw the movie. Then you kind of go over scene by scene with the director, and that's her name's Megan Griffiths. And it's interesting because directors will tell you, I want it to look this way, and they won't talk in musical terms, so you have to kind of interpret what they're saying. But it's fun. It's totally different than writing songs for Pearl Jam because kind of less is more a lot of times. So.
Travis, sorry, man. I didn't mean to rush.
Sorry, what?
You can ask another question. He's a bigger fan, so I would.
Oh, well, like, all kidding aside, when you're out there and you're rocking,
yeah.
Is there any better feeling?
It's the obvious one, but I would say it's unlike anything that you can ever do. It's just having that 40,000 people scream and having their energy come at you. It's intense and amazing, and then you're just worn out from it the next day. But then you get to do it.
Does it
again.
hurt in relationships? It's almost like nothing compares to that feeling. Sex is great, but no high in a relationship will ever be as good as that.
It's a crazy high. It's like this symbiotic thing between the band and the crowd, and you can't even put it into words. It's not quantifiable. It's unreal.
Is it hard to get to sleep after? Because you're
it
on
takes
such
a while. It takes a little while.
So it's big. The adrenaline is still going. You want it just to keep going, and then you lay down. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, I'm still awake. Yeah.
When you guys broke and other grunge bands were breaking at the same time, like Soundgarden and bands like that, the fact that you guys, because Temple of the Dog was a band as Pearl Jam was breaking and everything, was there a competition between you guys, or was it more of a
That's
peer
a good
group?
question. The interesting.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
So I'm gonna refer to Johnny Ramone on this, which is a direct quote that he told me. It's like, you guys are too nice with each other. We try to fuck over everybody. Sorry, live radio.
It's fine. No, it's good.
Okay. At every turn that we could, and when we were coming up, and so in terms of, I always think of it in that way. It's like we were all. Obviously had a healthy competition with each other, but we all would hang out with each other and go to each other's parties, and because it was a small town back then. It was like just real provincial, tiny town, and everybody knew each other. So we would support each other a lot.
Was there any band that joined the scene as it was blowing up that you guys were like, fuck that band, they weren't around?
I was so busy with my band and trying to keep that thing rolling that I didn't have time to even care about any of that stuff.
What's that tough to go from Pearl Jam is this band that we're kind of putting together and we're just making cool music and everything, to now we've got this level of success that we have to maintain?
Yeah, it was just chaotic and insane, and but awesome, and your dreams are coming true, and then it's freaky and weird, but we got to keep it going because we want to do another record, and this is great, and we're getting bigger, and
well, that's the part, right? Like your dreams are coming true, but now you have to keep them going.
And also in the terms of not doing it in the way bands generally do it, because we kind of pulled back and we stopped doing videos, and we were told at that time by the record company that you'll be gone if you don't do a video for Black and all this kind of stuff, and we're still around, so I guess that worked to not do that. But that was Jeff and Ed's kind of vision to let's pull back and not do a ton of press and let's not be in there and burn ourselves out.
Travis, did you want to say?
Which I didn't want to do, by the way. I wanted to be the guy that was doing press, and I wanted to be as big as you too. So that was it.
Were you? Does that become an argument then? Like if you're, because you want that spotlight, you want the fame that goes with it. You don't want to be the.
We all talk about it, but it's in terms of it made sense at the time. I trust Ed and Jeff kind of in stone and implicitly in terms of their thought process on what we should do with this band. So,
did you want to be a front man? Was that part of it, or you're happy in your?
I
spot?
love being a lead guitar player.
Yeah.
It's what I've wanted to do since I was 11 years old. So that was it.
Travis, do you want to?
So yeah, along those lines, how does the band handle all the years of touring and various scuttlebutt?
We have a lot of. Well, now we handle it with a lot of Epsom salts and ointment.
Is that how scuttlebutt is handled generally?
Thank you. What, are you a pirate? Thank you. Well, we swab the poop deck first, and then we so. Anyways, we just we have our highs and lows, and we fought and we argue and we love each other, and then we fight again, and then we just I don't know how we keep doing it, we just keep doing it, and I think we generally enjoy playing with each other, and I think my playing is better with those guys than it is with anybody else, because I think they bring something out. We've played almost 1,000 shows together, so that there's a thing that happens with a band like that.
You just understand each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Is there anybody? Did you have to go through and get the rights to publish all these photos? Did you have to reach out to everybody that you're?
I didn't personally, but our people did, and. They had to sign a waiver, or most of them did, and most of them were into it.
Well, even fans, though. Yeah. But if fans are at a show, they probably don't have to because you're in a public place and you know that they're taking pictures.
And we have a thing that says that as you go into the, you may be filmed, and
I don't see anybody suing for a Polaroid from a concert. It's a great book, by the way. I've looked through it. It's amazing how many interesting personal photos there are.
Yeah.
There's photos of you and celebrities. There's just photos of you hanging out. There's photos of the fans. Some of them have little notations on them. It's really great, man. It seems like a very, very personal thing.
It is. I mean, it's a visual journey of my life, and there's stories that go along with all of it, and that's why I'm stoked to finally have this thing out. So.
Travis.
It made sense to take all those Polaroids for 20 years.
So,
now.
the fans that are in this book, like, they must be floating on cloud nine.
From what I did a book signing in Seattle, and a lot, some will come up and go, "That's me right there. Can you sign right in there?" And I'm like,
"Oh, that's cool."
So they can see themselves, and they're in there, and we have very passionate fans that follow us around the world, and you'll see a lot of them in the same photos, and so that Where's Waldo? It's like find yourself.
Yeah.
Along the lines of you saying that Ed and Jeff were, let's pull back, let's not do interviews, let's not do videos.
Mm-hmm.
Were you against the whole Ticketmaster thing as well, or was that kind of just you going along with everything?
No, I felt strongly about that at the time because we were trying. So our band. A backstory to that is that we never take kind of any promotion or any kind of money from any corporations or anything to go out and tour. We do it all of ourselves, and we pay for all of our crew and our bands and all that stuff, and we always have. And we were doing that back in the 90s, and we just couldn't afford. We didn't want to raise our ticket prices, and we wanted to keep them as low as possible, but be able to keep ourselves on the road.
Why weren't you taking corporate money?
Because it's just we don't
what kind
want.
Of question is that? Total whore.
No, it's a good question. It's a great question because if we were really kind of in it for that, we would probably do that. For that, and it would probably.
You just didn't want to be in bed with these corporations.
We didn't. It's not part of our ethos or our ethic, or it just didn't seem right. So we, not in any kind of weird, pretentious way. We just want to do it.
You
ourselves.
just weren't comfortable with it.
It's a do it yourself. I mean, like Jeff came from Green River and Ed and all. We all came from this small scene. Ed down in San Diego that you have to do it yourself. You have to do all your flyers and then we always kind of felt that in our soul, and that's how we still do it. So at any rate. We couldn't afford to keep our tickets as low as we wanted to, but with the service charge on it. So that was the problem.
Was it difficult to know that?
And we were asked by the government. It's like we didn't bring it up. We were asked.
What do you mean?
You're asked what?
We were asked to testify whether they're a monopoly. That was
right.
So
and they clearly were, right?
Well, it turns out they weren't.
Who said that? The courts?
Janet Reno.
Yeah, the government.
Yeah. So but we do business with them now. So it's like it's.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Was it difficult when you okay, we're going to start doing business with Ticketmaster again?
Yeah.
You have to be like, okay, we don't know how our fans are going to take this because they know how public that fight's been.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you just kind of have to move on, and we want to play in the places where fans can come see us, and where it's not impossible for them to go see us, like it was when we tried to do a tour by ourselves. So
what type of places
that's
were
more
you...
important. We just would, like. Oh God, I can't even remember. Like in Utah, out by a ski resort, and like all sorts of crazy.
And it was annoying.
It was just hard to put on a show by yourself without.
And fans couldn't find it.
Your intentions are right, but it's kind of hard when Ticketmaster or Live Nation owns the venues. It's a whole thing, and it's like you want to just go out and do gigs.
We do that now with them, and we're all happy to do business with them. So it's like
it's
because we want our fans to come to the shows, and that's the most important thing is to make it easy for them.
If people had to choose between, like we all know the fees suck, but if they had to choose between paying the fees and seeing you, or not paying the fees and seeing you once every 3 years, they'd pay the fees and see you. People, as a fan, would rather just go see the band. I pay. I go to
fees. The fees are high, weren't they? High.
That was the thing. We couldn't afford to take our crew and our rogue and keep our ticket prices down. At that time were probably $60 or something, or 50. I didn't even remember back then. But we try to keep it as low as possible, as we still do.
Sure.
And we couldn't do it.
Made it harder with those. Yeah, absolutely. Travis, did you want to? Because you know the band better than anybody.
I mean, no, I think I'm good.
You sure?
No, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the one you wanted. Well, there was one because Travis was talking about you before, and there was the one thing about your dog that I thought.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed. He's embarrassed.
Tell me about your dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my wife and I, we're both huge fans, and we've got a daughter that listens to you guys now as well. So there's 3 Pearl Jammers in my house, and 4 if you count my dog Jeremy.
Nice. Yeah.
Is that we don't? Is that traditional?
Come here, Jeremy.
Is that lingo? Do they call themselves Pearl Jammers generally?
I would say I think they call themselves Jamily, and things like that. So
No.
that's the term.
That's
I
nice.
see.
Yeah.
So Jamily is more the term,
Yeah.
Travis.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's
I've
what
been
I've
singing
heard.
wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Whatever makes you happy
Your
as a
dog's
fan.
named Jeremy, right? On.
It doesn't matter. And obviously we have to ask you about Chris Cornell, who we didn't know well. We had interviewed him. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Did you? I guess knowing somebody intimately, did you know he was in and out of depression or?
I never knew any of that stuff. Chris, the one there's a picture. The first shot in there is of me and Chris and Eddie and Nancy Wilson, and that was a Temple show, one of the early Temple shows, and that was at the Moore Theater. And Chris that night we went out and had he took me out for dinner to talk to me about the project, and we had Italian food, and I remember drinking a Chimay ale, and we talked about Pink Floyd and all sorts of stuff. But at any rate, he was always cool to me in terms of like helping me out in my career, or like, hey, you want to play on this Temple Dog record? And this is the first legitimate record I was ever on. So it was a big deal, and I was terrified, but also I wanted to do the best I could. And he was, specifically with Reach Down, he was like, hey, he heard the first solo I did one time. He's like, why don't you, I'm going to go outside, and I'll come back in 10 minutes, and I want to hear you do something different. And so I just did that one solo that's on there in one take, and that was after him kind of making me kind of lighten up, which he did with Ed, too. He was very good to Ed. So I'm just giving you a backstory about our relationship. And he was very accommodating to Ed when he moved to Seattle. And there were some people in Seattle who were kind of some dicks, basically, because Ed was not from there. And there were people that I knew forever because I'm from there. So I was kind of pissed about that. But Chris was not that way. He was very accommodating to Ed. He took Ed out for drinks, or they went hiking or all that. And he was like, hey, welcome to this whole thing. And that was, not knowing anything about a depression or any kind of thing, I had no idea. I just knew him on a musical sense and in a friendship and a brotherhood, and I miss him dearly, and it's super sad. I'm still in shock about it.
Sure.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know even how to talk about it, but I knew we were gonna, but it's just super sad, and I'm glad. I'm really lucky and happy that I got to play with him and got to do the Temple of the Dog tour that we just did, the reunion of sorts, because I got to have him in my headphones every night, and so that was amazing to hear him sing. And I've been blessed to be able to play with a lot of great singers, and I don't take that for granted. Ed, Chris, Mark Lanigan, Lane, all those guys. So.
And the photo you're talking about in the front, it's an unbelievable photo.
I think Lance Mercer took that shot, but yeah, that's just right after the show. What
year is that?
It had to be 91. We played
great.
right after Alice in Chains, or right before Alice, actually, because they were starting to take off.
Well, what
at
about
the Moore Theater?
What about all those years ago, Lane's death? Because you played with him too. Was that another one that hit you in the same way, or was it because you knew of his issues? It wasn't as surprising.
And good, yeah, your insight is correct. I felt that it may happen with Lane, and you kind of saw the trajectory of that happening, unfortunately, because of his addiction. And that was just dark and grim. Again, I was happy to be able to do music with him for the Mad Season record, and I'm very proud of that, and it means a lot to some people that I've talked to, and I think it was freeing for him to sing on that thing, because I was just kind of like, do whatever you want, man. It's just, you're a great singer, just do it. But he struggled, and I saw that. You can't say necessarily you see that coming, but it was just one of those things. I was super, again, like, oh man,
sure.
Another guy.
You think
died.
it was the Seattle weather that makes everybody do drugs?
There could be a thing about that.
There was seasonal affective disorder. They
Yeah.
say Seattle's like the highest suicide. It's like a great place, but the weather there, the lack of sun, there's something to it.
Yeah, don't move there. Nobody.
No,
move there.
dude. Every time I've gone there, I don't even know if I was there. I know Craig Gash, you're good friends with.
I
went out
love
there
Craig.
and did a gig with him.
Did you?
Yeah. It was many years ago, but I've never been there when it was pleasant out. People are like, no, you got to come more.
Yeah, there's 2 days. You got to come 2 days.
2 days a year.
Yeah, you got to come. You just got to pick them. Yeah.
So now you've got this book. What do you want to do after this? Do you want to go back? Like you said, you're not on tour necessarily at this point. What do you want to do? Like you do some? Are you doing book signings first of all?
I'm doing a book signing at the Strand tomorrow night, which is sold out at the Gramercy Theater. So that's why I'm here. And
I live right by there. I was walking by your sign. I saw it sold out. That's what that is. A signing. Okay.
So that's what that is. So I'm doing that, and I think that's probably it for the book. And I don't know. See what I have a ton of energy, so I'll probably look for bands to put on my label and everything. So,
did you go in goal oriented like when you started, or was it just no, I'm a musician, I just want to play music with cool people?
And when I started playing guitar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I was 11 and a half, and how I started was, that was just, I liked Kiss, and they played guitars, and I was a Cub Scout, and I was like, I don't want to do the Cub Scout thing anymore, Dad. I want to do this thing, whatever's Kiss, and that's legitimate. That's what happened, and friends of mine were playing in a little band, and I joined it, and it was called Warrior, and we played our first show in 1978, and then from then on, I just was always in a band. So
yeah, it was just what you did.
But that's what I did. But as when it turned into this band called Shadow in the early '80s in Seattle, that people don't know about this scene with its Shadow, Overlord, and it's the pre-grunge scene. We played all the time, and we were we wanted to make it for sure.
Right.
Right. We were in it at that time as in high school.
So as a fan of Kiss, as I was, you remember when the solo records came out.
Yeah.
And all right, let me ask you what do you think the order of them that was the best one?
Again, Ace, Paul, Gene, Peter.
I went Ace, Paul, Peter, Gene.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
But
everyone
Gene does
says,
When You Wish Upon a Star, and Lassie's on his record, and Cheap Trick, and the Beatlemania and all that stuff.
And everyone says Ace is the best. I think that was the biggest shock for Kiss fans, that Ace was by far the best.
Well, I went and met Paul Stanley in Seattle at Peaches Records in 1978 because he came to sign for that, and it was otherworldly. It's like, a guy from Kiss is in Seattle. Oh my God! And we all went down there, and the line was there, and he puts his hands in the stone in front of Peaches Records, which no longer exists. Got an autograph, and I think now in hindsight, it's none of my business, but I feel like if they had they should have just done a record of all the best songs of those solo records, and it would have been rad. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was genius to do it, to have them all come out on the same day, all the same thing, just a different tinge.
Casablanca marketing was a pretty great idea.
It was pretty good, but you're probably right. The best of all of those would have been an amazing Kiss album.
That's my fantasy right there.
Well, thank you. They're telling us we have to wrap up. It's not our choice.
One question real quick.
Sure.
Do you wish Jack White could frame a photo better? I noticed the one that Jack took.
Did he? I feel
it
like
was like it was artistic. I'm a huge, by the way, Jack White fan.
Me
like
too.
the biggest Jack White fan.
So Jack White, when he showed up, I was interviewing him for Sirius Radio, the Pearl Jam radio, and he happened to show up with that Polaroid 960. I had never seen one of those, and I was like, whoa, And Jack White to interview was amazing because he's like 8 guys in one. It's like, how do you have a label? You did 7 bands, and they're all cool, and I had all these questions, but then it's like, where'd you get that Polaroid? And so that was cool. He turned me on to the 960. So.
All right, well, thank you. The book is called Of Potato Heads and Polaroids, My Life Inside and Out of Pearl Jam. And it's really, really great, man. It's a very easy thing to glance through. The pictures are phenomenal. And it's a real great history of you and your
20 years
career. Yeah, it's really great.
On and off, yeah.
Well done.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings.
Speaking of doing things that he enjoys, our producer Travis, who's in the room right there. Travis, come in so Kiefer can see you. He is
glasses on.
He is the biggest Kiefer Sutherland fan that I've ever met in my life. Yes, and I've known him for over 10 years. I've never known a period of time where he wasn't. You're his absolute favorite actor, favorite everything. I would say you come up in conversation on a fairly regular basis.
Well, for that I apologize, but thank you very much, man.
Am I lying, Travis?
No, you're telling the truth. I was walking in, but I assume everything that you said was true.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest.
That's very kind.
I think the biggest.
Thank you very much.
And Travis asked if he could write questions. He doesn't, he's a producer.
But I'm not on the air that much, so
he's not on the air that much. But I told him that, of course, if he's going to have the chance to talk to his hero.
Well, that's very sweet.
Why shouldn't he have the chance, right?
Absolutely. I hope I have the answers.
Yeah, me too.
Well, like I already said.
Yeah.
I am very happy that you're here.
Thank you very much.
And I am fan numero uno.
That's cool.
Was it always your dream to be an actor?
No. From the time when I was a young kid, I wanted to be a veterinarian till I was about 11. And then my mom got me a guitar when I was 10. And I just took that guitar with me everywhere. And I played in a couple high school bands. And so music was something I was leaning towards. And then I did a play because I could play the violin. I was cast when I was 12 years old in a very big play because that was about the Lodz ghetto in Poland. And I had to play a violin piece at the top of the first act. And then I played one of the characters. And then I played violin at the top of the second act and was one of the characters till I was killed. And that was my first acting job. And I was doing it I was the only kid in the cast. Everybody else was an adult. And it was the first time in my life where adults kind of treated me as an equal. And that was one of the most exciting times, especially for a 12-year-old. And then I saw my mother do a performance of Virginia Woolf, and it was the only thing that I had ever seen either of my parents do, because I grew up with my mother. And my father's films were all restricted for 18 and above, so I couldn't watch those. And so I knew he was an incredibly successful actor. I just didn't see any of the work until I was much older. But I saw my mother in a production of Virginia Woolf. She played Martha. And somewhere between the first and second act, she stopped being my mother. And I thought that was like the coolest magic trick I'd ever seen. And that really piqued my interest. So that was really around 12, 13 years old. That's when acting became of real interest to me. And I think certainly at that time, I was very aware of my father's success and my mother's success. And I didn't really want to walk in those footsteps or shadow. But I fell in love with it in a way that I just kept kind of plodding on. And then both my parents very graciously let me find my own way. They didn't try and manhandle, my young career. And so I made some mistakes, but I learned really quickly from those. And so it took a little time.
We've had your father in before. He was in here.
Oh, yeah?
And you know what he did that was very, very impressive? Without us, we had no idea to ask. He just presented this information and then proved that he could fart on command.
I was going to just say that.
Yeah. He said he's one of the great, I think, flatulators might have been the word that he used.
He used to do it to embarrass the kids. I've got 3 younger brothers and a twin sister, and he used to do it in elevators. And the worst part about him, the way he would do it, is because this guy's actually taken time to work on it.
Yeah.
So he can throw a fart. And that's hard to do. He can actually fart himself, but make it sound like it came from over there.
It's incredible.
And oh gosh, it used to make my sister cry. And but yeah, he's got a lot of other really great talents as well that go beyond that.
Was that not a talent that you were able to pick up on?
No, it was something that I've desperately tried my entire life not to do.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Did you have another question, Travis?
You'd mentioned 24 earlier, and I've been a fan since way back when 24 was on. And I think that there's a little Jack Bauer in all of us. How much Jack Bauer was really Kiefer?
Well, I think, like you said, there was a lot of want.
Right.
Gosh, I wish I was this guy. Gosh, I wish I had this moral compass. Gosh, I wish I had his bravery. Gosh, I wish I could do all of these things. The things that I can tell you that are absolutely between me and Jack Bauer, we look the same. We run exactly the same speed. All of the physical stuff is there. But what I absolutely loved about the character was that he was never going to win.
Right.
It was just, and there are people in our society that take on the jobs that we don't want that are going to, more times than not fail. And how do you win when you're confronted with a situation that you let 10 people die to save 100? That's not winning.
Yeah.
There's no winning in that. And so I had such reverence and respect for that character because of the sacrifices that he was willing to put himself in for. Based on what he thought his responsibility was to his country, to people, to innocent victims, and that doesn't mean he didn't make mistakes, and that that's part of that game. But I really did feel very strongly that this was a guy who was going to try and do what he thought was the best thing.
Right.
And that at times it wasn't, and that he was going to, and that created for great storytelling, great drama.
Yeah.
But no, I would have to say the character and I are very different, but there's aspects of that character that I admire deeply.
Right.
Yeah.
You always hear about some of the legends of Kiefer Sutherland on the internet and whatnot. And I need to know if this one's true, because it's been one of my favorite stories for a very, very long time.
Okay.
I'm an action figure collector, an adult.
Yeah, it's true.
an adult action figure
And
collector.
it's, so many years have passed now that I don't think I'll get in too much trouble for it. But they had made an action figure of Jack Bauer, and they had sent it to me for approval. And I was doing a film with Michael Douglas at the time in Toronto. So they sent it to me, and I thought it looked great. And I said, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And so I phoned the people back in Los Angeles and said, yeah, no, you've got my approval. And they were like, oh, great, okay. And that was it. That's all they said.
Okay.
And so me and a friend of mine took it out drinking, and we took some really bad pictures of the Jack Bauer doll in like a bottle of whiskey. And then we got him into the frilly drinks, and then we lit him on fire.
And luckily you had doused him in alcohol.
He burned. And I think we filmed that too. And he just ended up a puddle of wax and clay, and got a call the next day. I was like, so glad you liked it. So we need you to send it back. And I'm like, what? And they said, we need you to send it back. It's the prototype. And I went, well, why didn't anybody tell that to me when you gave it to me? I mean, it should have been the first thing. We need this for your approval, and then send it back immediately.
Yeah, it's a prototype.
But they didn't say anything, so it took a whole nother year for the doll to come out, because I didn't realize they spent a whole year making it.
So they had money lost.
They had to create a brand new prototype.
And yes, and whoever had to do the prototype, I think, was kind of pissed off, because it never looked as good as the first one I got.
You're like, I got pictures of the original.
And had I known, I certainly would never have done it. We just thought we were being funny. But
of course, that's the best part of the
mis-
story, that it wasn't like you were being like shitty or malicious.
No,
it was just like,
thought we were being funny, and I feel really bad about it. And to the poor artist in Japan who has spent so long trying to make that doll, I am so sorry.
well, I'll tell you, I think it's hilarious. Travis, you have another question?
Do you keep in touch with any of the old crew, like Emilio Estevez or Chuck Sheen?
That's I see Emilio more than I do Charlie, and then Charlie's just
Chuck,
always busy. But Emilio, is writing and making his films. That I regret, kind of, because that film Young Guns 1, I don't get into what film I had as a favorite film, but it was absolutely, undoubtedly the most fun I've ever had making a film. And Emilio is one of the funniest guys I've ever met. And unfortunately, so you have this amazing kind of 3 or 4 month experience with people, and you feel like you're going to be friends forever, but everybody's got families, they get other jobs, it takes them out of town. And unfortunately, people grow apart. But my memories of Lou Diamond Phillips, Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Dermot Mulroney, Casey Shamosko is one of the funniest guys on the planet. We had the time of our lives on that film. And so we don't get to spend as much time as certainly I would like. But when we do see each other, we tend to try and make up for it.
Do you want to wrap up with one, Travis?
Can I have one more question?
Well, yeah, of course.
You were talking earlier about films or projects that don't work, or you think they're going to work, but they don't. Dark City is one of my favorite movies.
One of mine, too.
How frustrating is that when it doesn't land?
Well, I mean, there's a very simple explanation for that. I mean, Siskel and Ebert, and I think Alex Proyas deserve this. They replaced Metropolis in their film school with Dark City. It was a 15-minute standing ovation at Cannes, reviewed across the board as really one of the most innovative, inventive science fiction films of its time. New Line Cinema was owned by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers had a film coming out called Matrix. They were too close in line with each other, and they had invested a huge amount of money in that film. And Keanu Reeves is awesome, and that's a great film. It was one of those unfortunate things that they were completed around the same time. They had very similar looks in the timeless aspect of that production. And Warner Brothers told New Line, you're going to take a back seat on this one.
It eventually found its audience, though.
And it did, and over time, and I actually believe, certainly with the way technology has changed in the last 20 years, it is out there for people to find and things like that. But at that moment, it was, you know, you think, oh my God, thank God I'm in something that critics are liking and people are liking. This is going to go all right. And then it's like, 8 theaters, and not one in New York.
Perfect.
That's not good. So, you know, there's so many circumstances, so many factors that lead to something being successful and not successful that are out of your hands. I was very proud to have worked with Alex Proyas, Rufus Sewell, just such a fantastic cast. And I was very proud of the film. And at the end of the day, maybe at that point in my life, at the age of 29, I wasn't at a place where that was enough.
Right.
I absolutely am now, and I'm enjoying my life a lot more as a result of that.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings.
SiriusXM is giving you an exclusive new pop-up channel. Hi, I'm Jess Cagle.
And I'm Julia Cunningham. We're bringing you the top 100 interviews of 2019.
Like Julie Andrews, Jeff Bridges, and Novak Djokovic.
Like Henry Winkler, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Kelly Clarkson.
Hear all top 100 interviews commercial-free right now on Channel 105.
And listen whenever you want, on demand with the SiriusXM app, now included free for most subscribers.
Download it today and you're ready to start listening outside the car.
Dish Network. They've developed a new Dish voice remote, and now that it's got Google Assistant built in, your favorite game day recliner becomes a total home command center. Just say the word and the remote does the rest. It's awesome. Want to know a backup quarterback stats? Ask the remote. Want to watch a different game? Just press the mic button on the remote and say Game Finder. It can even turn down the thermostat if you get into a heated argument about whether or not the receiver's knee was down before he got to the goal line. The point is, if you want a remote that makes watching the game better, Houston, this remote has no problem. The Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant. Your TV and a whole lot more are at your command. Dish, tuned into you. Voice functionality requires internet-connected Hopper and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Need cash but have bad credit or maxed out cards? Now you can get a personal loan for up to $5 grand, whatever your credit, with no paperwork. LendGenius.com is one of the nation's largest personal loan networks. If you have a checking account and a regular income source, you can get cash in your account as soon as tomorrow. Type this into your smartphone or computer address bar. www.lendgenius.com. That's LendGenius.com. LendGenius.com.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. We've heard from thousands of women about hair color, and the number one concern is finding the right shade. With Madison Reed, we guarantee you'll find the right shade. You can choose from 3 different ways to get color matched. Call, chat, or text a licensed colorist who will help you select your color. They're available 7 days a week. Or take our online color quiz that asks you the same questions a colorist would. You can even try on different shades of hair color with our virtual try-on tool at madison-reed.com. With our 100% money-back guarantee, you can shop with total confidence and experience gorgeous, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking hair color. Visit madison-reed.com to find your perfect shade and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code FUTURE. That's code FUTURE. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Hey, this is NASCAR driver Ricky Stenhouse Jr., reminding you that Fastenal is the most efficient source for industrial and construction products. That includes innovative solutions from 3M like their Extreme Post-it Notes, built to withstand water, wind, and other harsh conditions. How harsh? We stuck one onto my number 17 Fastenal Ford and ran it through the wind tunnel at Rouse Fenway Racing. At 136 miles per hour, it was still holding tight. Looking for innovative solutions from 3M? Think Fastenal first.
We're back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings.
Back. Hold on. Don't get shaving cream up your little nose.
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
There you go. Sweet boy's been blowing his nose.
D-Bag is back here. D-Bag, tell the truth. Were you trying to run out the clock a little bit? Tell the truth a little bit.
No, the first place I went to didn't have any saran wrap.
Little bit.
No.
All right.
And then there was a big line, and I actually went upstairs and paid at the pharmacy to avoid the big line because I was thinking they're going to think I was trying to run out the clock.
You get stuff on your chin.
Now, during the commercial break, I mean, this wasn't a necessary thing for me, but Jim thought it important. Adrian shaved Derek. Now, I don't know.
Ted Cruz has a mustache.
I don't know why Adrian had to shave him.
Why wouldn't he?
Derek could have shaved himself.
Yeah, I was capable.
But Adrian said, "Okay, I'll shave you," and you said, "Okay, sounds good."
You ever have a man shave you? It's nice.
Is it you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No, I've never
get a man to shave you. Man's hands right under your nose.
I've never had another man shave me. No.
Yeah. Well, you should.
No.
You should try it.
So, how are we going to do this here? We need the mission here. So, the first thing that happened was we watched True Life. I'm a FinDom, financial dominatrix.
Who's he?
And we realized you are stupid. How about this?
Yeah,
Focus.
you remember we left the S off?
Yeah.
Oh, she. I got it.
Yeah. Focus, okay? Reading the screen. Who's he?
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
you.
You are Rachel Maddow. So.
Damn.
So. We saw this thing where, like, this guy wanted to worship his FinDom while covered in plastic wrap. He was wrapped, from head to toe in plastic wrap. And it made us realize that was also something that our own D-bag really enjoyed.
Enjoys being wrapped up in plastic.
Right.
Inaccurate.
Saran wrap.
We also then found out today the D-bag looks like, what politician would you say he looks like, Jim?
Ted Cruz.
And what is, in his casual life, Ted Cruz's outfit of choice?
He normally wears kind of very plain underpants, and he likes to be wrapped up in saran wrap with cocksucker red lipstick on.
Now, I see we have the saran wrap. What else? We seem to be... Okay, Derek, what shade is that?
Cocksucker red, I believe.
Okay. All right, that's good.
If I had to guess.
Yeah,
The
no.
label didn't say it, but from what I took.
From what you could surmise.
Yeah.
Right. Based on your experiences, that's cocksucker red.
It was an educated guess.
Right.
An inference.
I'll bet very educated. So I get. What should we put the lipstick on first, or?
No, I think strip them down, then Troy wraps them up with some saran wrap.
Okay, that's
and then when
fair.
everybody's got a nice turgid rod, then we put the lipstick on her.
All right, that sounds good, right, D-bag? Doesn't that sound good?
Fantastic.
You look very, very upset about this.
Well, I'm
What do you think?
What?
What's going on in your head right now?
I mean, I'm not
D-bag?
happy about it.
Okay.
But it seems to be like the necessary evil. So
Yeah.
let's do it, I guess.
Right. I mean, everybody.
I was hoping there'd be some boobs in my face for this, but I guess we just eliminated the boob factor, right?
You got boobs.
Yeah, well, that's
Troy pointed out that-
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
Troy?
I don't know if you have boobs or not. There's only one way to find out, to tell you the truth.
How would you find out?
Take it off.
I mean,
Woo! Let's
Down
get
to
rid
your
of that shirt.
underpants.
Yeah, that's right. Like Daddy's gonna give you a physical.
That's right.
Take it off.
Get down to your underpants.
It'll be cool, buddy.
Yeah, you're not
It'll
in
be
worse.
cool.
You're not in
It'll-
worse shape than Iraq, and he's been naked in the studio.
He has. I've seen penis in the studio. You're lucky.
Can we not tweet an image until my breasts are saran wrapped, please? Because I prefer to not.
That's
That's
fair.
reasonable. Is that
That's
reasonable?
That's reasonable.
Although there's a lot of humiliating photos of all of us going.
I mean, that's also true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
There's at least 20 of me today.
Yeah, and more.
Yeah, but you're a debonair man about town. It's different.
Troy looks like he's stripping down too. Are you trying to make D-bag feel more comfortable?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like we're all just gonna cool off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It's all good, D-bag. He's taking his glasses off. Wow. Okay.
That shirt.
Look at that. The Descendants, huh?
By the way, I have amazing news.
What's the amazing news?
Right now, I'm tweeting out a brand new moment of theft.
What's the moment of theft?
I know.
What's the moment of theft?
I'm not going to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what it is.
What is it?
It's just a brand new moment of theft.
Oh, I would love to know.
You'll see it. Go ahead, do what you're doing. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, D-bag, take it off. Spring break. Yeah. That's not so bad. I thought the torso would be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of tattoo is that over there?
It's a faux family crest.
I bet your family's very, very proud of it. on
Yeah,
display
you know, my
right
father.
here.
Can we see it?
Hopefully, he's listening. You know,
Yeah.
See your family
thinking about
crest.
that master's degree. You know.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Well, we got some stretch marks on the belly area.
The thing is, I gained some weight, but my torso wasn't fit to hold all of the matter.
I see.
So I guess what happens is it expands.
10 pounds
and
of shit in a 5-pound bag. I understand.
Yeah.
I get the
It's a
same
more
body.
succinct way to put it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm,
You know
I'm
what
the
you
same
do?
body type you are.
Yeah. And I see that there's a little kind of shake to it, and don't you worry about that. I got some shake to myself, okay?
It's a bit
Sure, but
asymmetrical
it's
as
between
well.
your ears.
There's a button for you.
That's not the button I should have hit.
What was the button you should have hit?
This guy's a riot.
That's the reverse car crash. Oh man, you know what the real problem is? It's making your love handles look bigger than they actually are.
Yeah.
Is the
Pants.
pants?
Yep.
Yeah,
The
the pants are too tight, man.
The pants aren't helping.
No,
Absolutely
pants
no.
to make her dance.
Gotta
Let's
take
get
him
'em
down.
Let's get him down. Get that belt done.
This is the worst.
No, it's
No,
just
come on. Stop tucking your penis. We don't
Adjust
care.
it, tuck it back. Don't worry.
I'm fluffing, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
not
don't have
there.
to fluff. Doesn't
I'm
matter.
fucking- I'm all nervous. I got
You're
like
jerking
fucking.
off.
nervous, but you're not supposed to have a hard on. You're in a room
I
full
got
of guys about
I'm
to be
shrunk
saran
up
wrap.
like fucking Seinfeld.
Oh, come on. You look good.
There it is. You're jerking off now. What are you doing?
Stop flogging your
Why are you doing
penis.
that?
He's flogging his wiener.
He's shaking his dick around.
Stop flogging your wiener.
Got it.
Why are you doing that? You want to bulge in your underwear to impress us all?
Yeah.
Carry on.
Is that, but why were you doing that? Why were you shaking your dick
He
around?
knows this is going to be videotaped
I'm
and
all
photographed.
nervous
Yeah,
and
he wants his
shrunken up
penis. He wants
and-
his penis to look good.
It's okay.
Understandable.
It's not going
It doesn't have to look good. All right. So who do you want to rap you? Like, who do you want to worship while they rap you? Troy or Adrian? Who would you prefer a rapping
Teft.
from? Or Teft.
Teft, probably, yeah.
What?
That's so weird.
Just because I saw him shaking his head in the booth in disapproval.
Trust me, I don't care.
Does that freak you out a little bit, Travis?
No, it's just weird.
It's weird, right?
Then he had a definite answer.
Like,
yeah,
it's not,
like he didn't hesitate.
it's not that he doesn't want to wrap you up. It's that he doesn't want you to want him to wrap you
Well,
up.
I don't want anyone to do it, but you're telling me to make a choice.
Well, the thing
so-
is, with Teft, it was like you had been waiting for years for someone to say, "Would you like Travis to wrap you in a clear plastic?"
Yeah,
And
it
someone
sounded
finally
lustful the way I
did.
responded
Yes,
to it.
Teft.
It couldn't have been a quicker response.
Yeah, like I'll come in if you want me to, but
Do you? Is that who you want? You want Teft? You want a Teft?
Who would you prefer?
Who would I? No.
I think Troy would.
Who would I prefer? Cameron Hooker.
Don't know who that is.
nice wooden mask to wear too. I mean,
Troy and Adrian are here, so if that makes it easier.
Look,
And
you tell me who you want to do it. One person is going to rap you. This is a sexual thing for you. One person is going to rap you. I feel like I would pick Troy. He's the man whose arms I would feel most comfortable
All right,
in.
let's go, Troy. then.
Okay, smart.
Yeah, because Travis is a sensation,
Right.
but he has really girly arms.
It's all so what we're going to do, we don't stop fucking pulling your
I'm
dick.
like fucking uncomfortable.
Stop floofing.
When you get uncomfortable, do you play with yourself?
No, I'm just.
Stop
Don't-
floofing.
everything in here.
We're going to wrap you up in cellophane anyway.
Stop
Nobody's-
floofing.
Now, we're not going to wrap his arms to his sides, are we?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Oh.
they did in the video.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then you should.
money.
Of course,
We're
you don't.
starting low though,
Why are we starting low?
because I don't want you like fucking pulling my pants down.
No one's gonna pull your pants
No
down.
one's pulling your pants
I
down.
didn't even think about it.
No. Nobody wants to pull your trousers down and see
Now,
your penis.
are you going to wrap his legs up together too?
Well, I think we should start all this, and then we'll get the legs last.
But it's
Yeah.
going to be like the legs in one wrap, not individually,
Right. Yes.
like a mummy.
Mummy.
Yeah,
Mummified.
but you're no covering the mouth or nose.
Yeah, no
Okay.
face.
Okay,
Okay.
We don't
right.
wanna
And I'll
trust
tell you
him.
why no face. You got to leave room to get that cocksucker red lipstick on.
Right.
That's right.
All right,
Cool.
here we go. Here,
St-
come over
legs
here.
straight. Come here. Come on. Don't be a sweetie pie.
Okay.
Hold it.
Oh, let's look at you hear what Derek just said?
All right.
Come and get it.
There it is. Derek is being all wrapped up in plastic wrap. You doing it nice and tight there, Troy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
It looks silly.
Derek, maybe if you could say things like,
where you
you
go?
know,
Where you go?
thank you, Daddy, or I worship you, or things
Yeah.
like that.
Can't
Like
get around you if you stand right there.
worship Troy a little bit. Worship
Yes,
Troy.
verbally worship Troy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Wrap
yes.
it more.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
I
real-
love this saran wrap around me.
Good.
Don't be sarcastic though. You know, worship.
Yeah.
Please.
There's a handsome, in-shape DJ wrapping you up in red sneakers.
And
You gotta
Troy,
love that.
You want to be worshipped, right?
Of course.
All right, use some of those improv skills you got, D-Bag. Worship Troy a little bit.
Troy, you have long flowing locks of hair.
Okay, keep going. Worship, not just compliment. Worship.
I don't know worship vocabulary.
Well,
Well, you know
worship
what Derek's thinking.
him. What's he thinking?
How long will it last?
Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay, he's now going back. He's doing the second layer on the torso now.
Yep.
The arms are as fixed to his body.
So weird feeling.
Yeah, you like
yeah,
it.
a little sticky.
Is it sticky?
I'm sweating. I'm sweating a little profusely.
Are you
sweating? Are you a
little
sweater?
sweaty.
Adrian, put some of the shots on Twitter. You're in cellophane now. We don't have a show Snapchat account yet, but I'll Snapchat from mine.
Okay,
which I think
now
is
that he's
not Sam Roberts.
all tied up, bring him in.
Okay. Okay, and you're putting this on Twitter, Adrian?
Yeah.
At Jim and Sam Show on Twitter and Facebook. D-Bag, is this better or worse than you thought it would be? A little better?
Not so bad.
Not so bad, right? It's kind of nice, isn't it?
Sam, I got a good line. Say Adrian again.
Hey, Adrian.
Hey, where's Rocky?
That wasn't a good line, dude. That wasn't. Okay, now I see, D-Bag, you have strategically...
Covers your cock.
Yes, you're trying to have your hands wrapped.
Sure.
It would appear that D-Bag is trying to have his hands wrapped in front of his penis.
Here's the thing. Derek likes to touch his penis.
He does.
And he touches it a lot, so he figures this is a great excuse to touch my dick at work.
Right. You like this, D-Bag? You ever think you'd have as much dick touching time at work?
No, I also like that the curtain is left slightly ajar, so the construction workers walking by just take a peek.
Well, there's no nudity. We can open up the curtain.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
I prefer if we
Do you, wait, you can. He's not naked.
He's not naked. Yeah,
You're
Jim,
right.
you want to... Okay, Jim's going to go open up the curtains. That's good. That's good.
I'm going to help you when we rotate with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. We got a system down.
Jimbo's outside. You see, everybody contributes here on the show. Jimbo's outside opening up the curtains so
getting a little dizzy. I didn't need
Sirius
to-
XM can see what's going on as D-Bag circles around.
I've never seen Jim even touch those curtains.
Well, he's never had to before. He got a little confused because there's underpants here. That's
Yeah.
perfect, yeah. There's no reason to feel claustrophobic if there's no nudity.
Oh, this is tight.
Is that a little tight?
There's friction.
You know what's
and it gets
interesting?
hot in here real quick.
You know what's interesting? The reason that I suggested Troy was because I had no doubt in my mind that Troy would wrap you far tighter than Adrian or Travis.
You know, it's funny. We got the Nancy Grace video, so people are just more aware of the show now.
Yeah.
And this is the bit we give them.
Right. This is what we're thinking.
And you think that's good, Jim? Or
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, we might have blundered a little bit. Yeah.
Do you think we blundered?
We've blundered, yeah.
Do you think we dropped the ball?
We did. I don't know if this will be our next viral hit.
No, this is not a good one.
Yeah.
Not a good follow-up.
Maybe we'll just try to get some more juice out of the Nancy Grace video for
we
now.
used to play cherry darts. Now we're just wrapping up a guy.
Yeah.
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 It's tight in here.
That's okay.
Oh, Jim, did you fart?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, exactly. You can't even
You're
fan
naked,
it away from
wrapped
you.
up in cellophane. All right. I think he's pretty much wrapped,
Well,
right?
I finished the roll.
Oh, okay. No, you're right.
What about his little? He's got good legs, good calves.
Troy told me to get 3 rolls, so I got 600 feet. I don't think we needed 600.
No, I don't think so.
It's better safe than sorry. Troy did the right thing. You're concentrating a lot on the torso, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just touched his butt. A little spanking. Now the legs, and then we're done.
How you feeling?
Interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah, I've never felt this way before.
You know, if you fell over, we could just roll you around for a while.
We should roll him down in Greenstein's office like that.
We should. We should. Now, here's the only problem.
Thank you.
Here's the only problem. Troy, you're not done yet.
Well, you want more? Oh, the
legs.
Oh, the
Would-
legs.
Does he need more on the legs, or
no?
Should we apply the lipstick?
Maybe the lipstick.
Okay, Troy, why don't you just go for the lipstick? Why don't you just go for the cosmetics?
Cool.
There it is. We're gonna.
Oh, if you move, it gets tighter.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's the trick. It's like a snake.
Yeah, tuck that in, Adrian. Tuck that in nice
like a
and
snake.
Oh,
tight.
yeah, if you try to wiggle and get a little
Yeah.
insulation.
Okay, we're now applying the cocksucker red lipstick. Let me see, because I don't see what Jim sees. All right, let's. Yeah, go ahead. You gotta pucker your lips a little bit there, D-bag.
Sexy.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's getting the red lipstick on now. There it is. There it is. Don't get any on the teeth now, Troy.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
exactly.
You're actually Troy's very, very good at this.
Sure. So's Derek. He purses his lips right up.
He does.
This kid's good.
God, let me tell you something. I think Derek could get it.
Yeah.
You know?
This is what we present people with when they're
Yeah.
finally looking at the show.
That's it.
A big blunder on our part.
Now, Adrian, take a photo of him for the Twitter page. D-Bag, if you could pose, please, for the Twitter page. No, it's got to be a long shot. You got to see that he's wrapped up in. You got to see Troy's handiwork. There's Shuli outside trying to figure out what exactly is going on in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't worry. You're literally missing nothing. And I guess the real question is, do we have any plans on the exit strategy for the plastic wrap?
I mean, I'd imagine that you guys wouldn't be too helpful with that. That's what I thought.
Troy, you don't have any idea how to get him out of that, do you?
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I have no idea.
Yeah, so me neither.
I haven't thought that far.
Me neither, unfortunately. So I guess we'll just sit up in that chair. Sit up in that chair, D-Bag.
I don't know if that's.
Help him, Troy. Help
This
him.
is gonna-
Pick him up. Pick him up. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's perfect.
That looks weird.
It feels
Yeah.
weird.
You know why? Because it looks like you're wearing a mini skirt with like long sleeves, like one of those short dress things.
Hold
Like-
on, face this way.
Yeah, turn around, D-Bag. Turn around.
Oh, come on.
You're looking business casual right now. You're looking very
Towards
business
me.
casual. Turn towards Jim.
I'm not gonna do it the picture.
Nobody can see your dick.
Jim's gonna save this.
Save it. Of course
No,
he's
no,
gonna
I
save
delete
it.
immediately when I take a picture. Of course I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, it's in the cloud, bro. The whole world's got it now. Let's see that. Let me Snapchat a little of this too. Look at you, D-Bag. Is that cool or what? You're on Snapchat. Is that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did this. And this was a little segment called Getting to Know Derek. And
It was fun.
people have gotten to know Derek a little bit. And can I tell you something, Jim? I doubted you before. You're right. It does look like Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, if he was in saran wrap and lipstick.
Right. He doesn't wear that stuff.
I don't know.
I don't think he does. In hindsight, we
Oh,
should.
Maybe not.
We should.
How are you?
See,
How you doing?
Oh, now this guy's outside
Come
looking
in.
in. They're horrified.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
blowing him kisses.
they're on a tour.
Oh, is that what it
are
is?
they?
I
Yeah.
blew him kisses and told him to come in, and he
They're
looked at me
horrified.
strangely.
They are horrified. Well, that's one of the executive's assistants.
Oh, is it really?
Right, right.
Which
Just,
executive?
just kind of showing
Who, the guy or the woman?
the woman.
Who is she?
Is that an executive?
No, that's not an executive.
okay.
Why would she give an executive a tour?
Oh.
I don't know.
But you see, they're just looking in here giggling
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
D-Bag because he's wrapped up in
They're
plastic
probably like,
wrap.
who's that ass in there all wrapped up?
Oh,
Right. And you know what they're going? They're going, the guy's like, what color lip? Is he wearing lipstick? And the girl's like, yeah, it's cocksucker red. Well, D-Bag, thank you. You're going to need to get out of that quickly because you
Yeah.
got some video to edit,
Back
I'm
to
sure.
work. Get back to work.
Back to work.
Back to work.
As a matter of fact, actually, D-Bag, Travis's mic isn't working. Can you go walk around and make sure that...
You know, I don't think I'm going to be able
ready.
to do anything that Travis can.
Go ready. Troy,
Travis is an experienced producer.
Troy, could you open the door?
No.
I want to know if Travis is going to be ready to end the show. So,
Yeah.
D-Bag, you need to go ask him.
Nope.
Yes?
No, because then
Please.
he's not going to let me in, and then I'm going to be locked out in the hallway.
No,
I
you
know
won't
how
be.
this
We're
goes.
going to leave the door open.
I didn't even actually occur to me.
It's
to
a
do
great
that.
idea. I didn't even think about
I
it.
have to tell you something,
No.
D-Bag. Please understand that your instincts for how this goes, have they ever been right in the past?
No.
So they're not going to be right.
I submit they have not been correct.
Yes. You're the same guy who came in here in a Ken Bone outfit thinking we wouldn't talk to you as if you're Ken Bone.
And by the way, I think here's what he's covering his penis for. It's the erection.
He's erect.
You just all of a sudden like this.
Well, Adrian's a fan of the sack tap, so I knew that if I was saran wrapped, that would be a dangerous thing if I didn't cover
No,
it. So.
I think it's because you've been fetishized.
Okay.
Please
that
walk
works.
around and ask Travis if he's going to be ready to end the show, and then walk back here and let us know.
What's the sack tap?
It's just a quick little tap, like
Yeah, that's it.
right. So please ask Travis. I need to know now. I mean, we're running out of time.
Oh, come on.
I need to know, D-Bag. It's a timely business.
You're good.
What if I just mouthed it to him through the glass?
Well, I can't see what he's doing.
Yeah, and Travis
The
is
mic doesn't
not
work.
Bright.
Come on, you.
Travis, your mic doesn't work, correct? You could just say into the mic.
No, it does not.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to block the door from being open.
D-Bag, please. Post haste, D-Bag. He's in the
Travis is blocking the door.
He's in the hall. The construction workers are really looking at him crooked.
Yeah, they should whistling at him.
There's his coworkers all. You think his coworkers just don't take him seriously?
No, I don't.
See, if he were smart, he would just come right back. But he's not smart.
What's he doing?
I think he's trying to get into Travis's room still. We've lost sight of him.
He's saying things like, "Oh, come on,
come on." See, where is he? Is he gone? Where did he go?
They're gonna be talking about this case for years.
Yeah, they are. He's now
running
a missing child. There's just remnants of plastic wrap everywhere.
He's trying to hide behind the curtains. He's hiding behind the curtain. I can see him from here. He's looking through the glass. I can see in through Travis's area, and through the Tef box. There's glass, and he's hiding behind.
The door's open.
Tell him to come back. Tell him to come back to the studio.
All right, Tef's bring him back in.
He's going to come back in.
Yeah, I want to know what exactly happened.
He's behind the curtain, in between the curtain and the window.
This is like
trying to shield himself.
This is like everybody's nightmare of showing up to school naked.
Yeah.
And he's trying to find things to hide him. He's rolling around in the curtains. I can see him.
It's a good sport.
Moving in the curtains.
You think he's embarrassed about his physique?
There he is. There he is. In the hallway. He's running around. He's passing people. That intern's laughing at him.
Whatever.
What happened, dude? Did they not let you in?
I think the door was broken.
Oh, what
Because I
an
was trying to
asshole.
get into the Tef box.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No good.
As it turns out, his mic was fine.
How come you have your
It was
camera,
okay?
Adrian?
Yeah.
You have your
Document everything.
Oh, you're documenting. Very good.
Do you worry at all that your coworkers will take you less seriously?
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Well, here, you know what the lucky part is? All that plastic
Is there-
wrap.
is there a bright
yeah,
side?
here's the bright side. All that plastic wrap and you being naked and everything will probably distract them from the cocksucker red lipstick that you're wearing.
You know, you're right.
You ever have a nightmare about showing up to school naked?
Yeah, when I was little.
You think this is what it felt like?
I'd imagine it's close to this.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something, D-Bag. You're a great sport and you're a great man, okay?
I'm really, really sweating in here.
You are?
It's not breathable at all.
No, I would imagine. Well, you know what they do? They actually wrap food in that to keep oxygen from getting to it. Yeah, give him some water, Adrian. Don't fuck with him. Just give him a little water. I like watching.
down there so he can cool down.
Yeah, he's getting fed a little bit. He's getting fed. No. Don't pour any water on him. Don't pour any water.
Just
on
give
him.
him a little sip.
He's just give him sips.
Give him a little sip.
All right. Well, we'll end the show there. D-Bag, you're gonna have to get yourself out of that, I think, because
Bust out.
I mean,
You're like a little. You're like.
Troy, do you know how to get him out of there? Or?
I do. Well,
I know where I've
or-
seen him before.
Or is it probably not,
The
right?
chrysalis or pupa. You like that thing in the girl's throat
Yeah.
in Silence of the Lambs.
got it.
Travis, you don't know how to get him out of there, do
I
you?
have no idea.
Okay, me neither.
Come on.
Come out like a
Got
butterfly.
it.
Here comes his hand.
You're
Don't
evolving.
strain yourself.
This is D-Bag 2.0.
Yeah, you're coming out of your shell.
That's right.
Into being a new man or
Although
a
you-
man for the first time.
You will wear lipstick every day now.
Oh, this kid's
that's
like
not
the
accurate.
Hulk.
He is.
Got it. Come on.
You got the bottom ripped out.
Strong guy.
You got it?
I mean, I bite my nails, so they're not very sharp.
I see.
Aw,
The problem
nervous.
is that Troy put multiple
Are
layers
you playing
on
with your
here.
dick again, dude?
Yeah,
he
I'm talking.
Oh,
Talking is Pekka.
he is.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, Seasons Beatings.
Mary.
Hello, Mary Jane.
There she is. There she is. Thank God you're here. Because all we get is. You're mad at me?
Yeah.
All we get is lies from Adrian these days.
I know.
All we get is lies.
Yeah.
Thank God Mary is here. Somebody with the sensibility to tell us the truth. Although, not the greatest with a watch, right, Mary?
No.
Time is not your strong suit.
Yes, it is. Where's Troy?
He's in the other.
You're mad at a lot of people, huh?
I'm not mad, but
But you'd like the truth to get out there.
well, it's not really the truth. It's just like
Just some
what
stuff you
they
made
said.
up.
It was okay. Like, like it happened. They just missed out, both of you, on like certain things.
What did Adrian miss out? What details did?
Adrian forgot that he enjoyed me fucking his ass. First of all,
He did?
Yeah, because it was wet.
slipped my mind.
His ass was wet, right?
It was so wet.
And that's a way somebody indicates they're enjoying it.
Right.
They
Let me
loved
ask you,
it.
would you describe Adrian as a fingers in the booty ass bitch?
No, like my fist.
Fist in the booty ass bitch.
See, why does he deny it?
He doesn't.
Yeah,
It didn't happen.
Let me ask you, Mary. Adrian comes in. So the story goes. For those of you that didn't hear, I'm sure the show's on demand. You can also watch the whole segment on YouTube, which I heard that you did. So you got to the bottom of everything that was said. And that's why we wanted you to come in, because I heard there were discrepancies. And I said, I need Mary to come in and let us know the truth behind all this. Adrian texted you over Christmas break, late at night. And it was one of those nights where you were all sexed up.
Super horny.
That's right. You had been dancing.
Getting horny.
Adrian is drunk, and he's got drunk confidence. And he texts you and says that he wants to know if you want to come over and sleep over.
Yeah, well, I knew that wasn't going to happen.
You weren't gonna sleep
I wasn't
there.
going to put myself in that position.
You knew
'cause-
you weren't going to sleep there.
No, because then I fall in love.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You fall in love if you sleep over?
Remember, I'm the crazy Dominican girl.
I don't think that's true.
You really do you really get crazy and attached for like minimal contact?
Sit back for a second, Troy.
Look
Sit
at
back and
Troy.
sit
I'm
back
sorry?
and
You get
relax.
crazy and attached.
Yeah, that's normal though. Like that's what happens when you have sex with somebody and you
Right.
see once in a while, you know?
You know what? Like, and this is like you've said that before,
Because
right?
it's true.
Right.
Yeah.
You've come in here and you've made that very clear. So when Adrian was like, "Yeah, I had sex with Mary Jean," I'm like, "Are you attached?" Because she made it very clear that when penises go in her, she gets attached to them. Is that right?
Yeah, and I didn't get attached to Troy, and that it wasn't like me asking him to be his girlfriend.
Well,
too.
I'll ask you about Troy after.
It's just like he's texting Troy,
Right.
asking him for advice. Advice how to put your pants down and your dick in my pussy. Like seriously, you did it more like a gossip, Adrian. That's why I'm a little upset.
Oh, you mean
Like,
I did want to.
and I was cool with having
Gossip
sex.
girl?
Oh my God,
Gossip girl over
911.
here? Yeah, exactly.
But I asked you. I said, "Is it okay if I tell Sam and Troy?" And you were like, "Yeah, tell them."
No, she means when you were texting Troy before, like, I need advice, da 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 da.
Oh, okay.
Which is like, that's gossip girl shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to brag to Troy. You're
No,
right.
you planned it. Like
Exactly.
you should have planned it with me
I
first,
planned my
so I
day.
would have been aware.
I should have told you that I was going to text Troy to tell him that,
That you
were coming
already
over.
had
you
text him.
You don't text Troy. You talk to Mary Jean about
Yeah,
it.
you don't need
because-
Troy.
Yeah. What
Why?
yeah. What are you trying? Are you trying to plan something where you can take
for
advantage of
holding your
somebody?
dick?
Exactly.
Ooh.
No.
No,
Is
you're
Troy
right.
holding your dick?
Hold your
He's
own-
not, no.
Hold your dick right now. Let me see.
Hold it.
Like this?
Ooh.
You see?
He can do it.
You're right, Mary.
He can do it. He should have done that. So you didn't like that he was being gossipy with Troy. You were like, am I fucking a man or some high school chick? Right?
How come you wouldn't kiss him? Why don't you like to kiss?
I don't know. I'm very anal about kissing. Like I have.
But you're
to
not
really-
anal about anal.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I
You just
did anal
don't-
on Saturday.
Did you? I hope you saw Adrian Sunday.
So you go over to Adrian's house with the intention to have sex with him, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were like, fuck it. I might as well. Now, have you had a crush on Adrian, or were you just like, I'll take some of that Cuban dick?
Yeah, no, I like him. He's such a gentleman. He's always super nice, and that's a turn on.
Right. Right.
Like I love that.
Do you still find him to be a gentleman?
Yeah.
You do. Good for you. Good for you. You got a good
Thank you,
heart,
Mary.
Mary. You got a good heart. You're not the most perceptive sometimes, but a good heart.
Yeah.
Meaning with time.
Well, I mean, I'm meaning with time and meaning the fact
Yeah.
that Adrian is not a good guy.
You didn't care that he told his Cuban cousins, right?
I heard he FaceTime.
Adrian, you FaceTiming Fidel and the Cuban cousins?
They don't even have cell phones in Cuba.
Yeah, they do.
Sure they
Fidel's dead. They got cell phones over there. They got
I don't
FaceTime.
have any cousins in Cuba, Sam.
Yeah, right. Okay.
He's talking about his Cuban cousins for years.
Exactly. Yeah, Fidel and the boys back in Cuba.
That's right, cousin Fidel.
Yeah, Raul and the rest of them. So you go over there. Now here's one of the big discrepancies. Adrian told us that you got 3 fingers in, like one knuckle all pinched together like this. Do you see
Just
what I'm
the
doing?
tips.
Just the tips of these 3 fingers, which is not. It's basically the width of like one thick finger. It's not because you have very dainty, feminine, beautiful hands.
I think it was more than just the 3 tip of my fingers.
It was.
How much more?
As I recall,
Yes,
it was 2 hands. Like,
it was.
That makes sense.
It was. Adrian, would you let her finish?
My
this
mistake.
is, I remember because I was honest with him. I told him, "Oh my God, fucking your asshole is like fucking a pussy." Oh my God, am I a lesbian? Because I like this.
How
because
boring was it
feel.
to hear that from another person?
So didn't I say that?
I don't recall hearing that. No.
Oh no. Okay.
So
did you really say that
I
to
think
him?
it would have been.
I really did
He
because it
loved
does
it,
feel
right?
like a pussy.
Why do you
like
feel
an
like a
asshole.
pussy?
Well, the inside of an asshole kind of feels like the inside of a pussy. It's weird. It's kind of gushy. I don't know. It was wet.
Was
too.
his got wet?
Yeah.
Did you lubricate or it just naturally got wet?
At first, it was natural,
Mhm.
and then I lubricated.
Well, most assholes have that physical capability.
Yeah, if they get
Yeah.
turned on.
Turned on,
Yeah,
right.
if they get all sexed up. Yeah,
it's okay
If they
to
like
be
what's
turned
happening.
on.
Sure.
I know. That's what I try to tell. But
He
his
thinks
Cu-
he's gay now because he likes that. It's like, you're not gay.
his Cuban cousins make fun of him for taking fists up the ass, but it's like that's what he likes. So you put 2 hands up there?
Like fingers, like 8 fingers.
You
Wow.
had 8 fingers in his ass?
It was 7, maybe.
7? That's
Between
what
7 and 8.
Because I tried. He was like, no, 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 no.
So okay, I get it because he told us that he did that, but he said he did it like maybe you had 2 up there, you went
No.
to put the 3rd up, and he was like, no more. But
Yeah.
in actuality, you had your whole other hand up there.
Yeah, and I was like,
You were with your wrist.
yeah.
Just going
'cause
in
I was
and out.
just like, I put the whole condom over my hand. Well, it started out with me putting it in 2 fingers.
Right.
And then I kind of just slipped my other fingers.
In.
What?
What? I'm listening to you.
It's-
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Is
this
he
all-
embarrassed
this is
that
all
you're telling
news
it?
to me?
I don't know, but he called me and he told me, don't say you fucked me in my ass. Like something like
No,
that.
I said,
He
why are
did?
you saying that?
What? Something like that.
How come he
because-
doesn't want you talking about it?
Why do
Well,
you
I
think?
mean-
Why do you think he doesn't want you talking about it?
It's like a manly thing. A lot of guys don't like saying like, "Oh, I like my asshole getting fucked."
It's that Cuban machismo.
Yeah, it's a Spanish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's embarrassed.
So-
he liked it.
Were you wearing condoms on both hands, like lobster claws? Like,
Yeah.
did you have 2 condoms?
No, I think I just stuck this hand without the condom because I don't know if I was.
I only had 2 condoms, Sam, and
So
one of them
she-
went on my penis.
and one of
you
them went
put
on
a-
her hand, and
you
she
hot
just
One on
dogged his asshole with your fingers?
What?
You put your fingers in raw?
Yeah, with the right hand.
because she was all hot and bothered by it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed that.
She had a
Oh,
whole
she's
fist
touching
up
my,
there. Well, Adrian he was under the influence, so he could not remember some certain things. He
He did smoke some pot with me.
and he was drunk when you showed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Were
that's
you
why
worried?
he was naked.
Yeah.
I don't see Adrian and like I don't see you getting naked and just like being like, you did that because you were drunk.
Right.
What?
Right.
In my
You-
underwear?
Yeah, you opened the door in your underwear. Like that's
Yeah, I was hanging out. I was waiting for you to come over.
Right. Right. When he opened the door in his underwear, were you like, "Oh my God, that's so charming"?
I don't know. I don't even remember what I thought, but
Right.
Oh, you don't remember? That's
Right.
weird.
What do you mean? Why is that
now
weird?
I don't
Oh, okay.
because maybe I
That's just
didn't care
weird.
how I felt.
Why is
I just
Adrian?
wanted to go in and like have sex with you and that's it.
Yeah.
But then you're texting Troy. You already had a plan, so
Exactly. He's trying to wife you up or something. It's very strange.
It was an evil plan.
Why is Adrian being so combative with you today?
that's a big word.
You're right. Why is he?
is he-
Mhm. He's not sweet today.
Why are you not happy?
I don't know. Like I felt like he kind of. I don't know.
She
Well, why
felt
don't you tell me
taken.
what you
She
told me
felt.
yesterday?
She felt taken advantage of because he and Troy were plotting for this before she got over. So it's like, why couldn't we just have a bond? Why did you and Troy have to plot this thing out? Is that right? That seems right. Or no? I'm way off, right?
No, because it's 2 different things. It happened, 2 different.
What's the difference?
That's a good point.
Troy got mad at me because I didn't let him touch my pussy.
That's true.
Adrian,
He did
Fair
get-
reason.
Yeah.
Adrian is, I don't know. He could have defended me more. He was inside
He
my
didn't
pussy.
He didn't
you.
defend his woman properly.
Seriously, like you
Yeah.
were in my pussy
True.
a week ago.
I
Like,
should have defended you from. You're right.
Yeah.
What did I say to you yesterday? I should have defended you against them. They were being mean. I apologize.
See, that's why he's not a gentleman.
You
And
get
Sam?
attached, and he was not defending you when you were being attacked.
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Who Kid didn't just fuck me like in the car. He fucked me in my bed, in another bed.
See, this is
We had
information I didn't
yeah,
have.
so you didn't know, and you're
Right.
like, I'm getting passed around.
Right.
In the studio, I'm also not getting passed around. I choose who I have sex with.
Right.
And like, I like having sex. Jim,
Good for
let's
you.
have sex today.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if my asshole could take it.
No,
I
you're
talk
right.
a big game, but my asshole's like very shy.
Why did you choose to have sex with Adrian? Like that was a
Because
sex.
he was always so nice. I've known Adrian for over a year now.
Why
you
didn't
know?
Troy get some sex?
Because the way he did it.
Ooh.
Why? What was
What'd
wrong
he
with
do?
what was wrong with the way he did it? He was just not a charming guy. It was like 2 years ago. It was sometime.
I don't know. I feel like me and Troy, like, we had tacos together. Like,
Mhm.
You know, it wasn't just like me texting him, and he said I text him saying let's fuck. Why wouldn't it? Just doesn't make sense.
True. I thought the same thing.
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense, Troy.
Well, I mean, that's not true. I mean, when you would come in here, you were overly sexual towards me, grabbing me.
Yeah, and I
whatnot.
still am.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
It's
now I know it's just nonsense.
Well, it wasn't nonsense, but
And the reason why I was actually annoyed was because you showed up 4 hours late, and I hate having my time wasted.
I'm
That's
so
why I was
glad
annoyed.
I walked my dog for those 4 hours, and I didn't get to fuck you. But like, I didn't. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, I
and
don't
for
care.
you to.
I
Yeah,
don't
but I
cares.
feel like you do. And for you to like make me
Yeah.
seem like I'm some sort of ass because I didn't fuck you, it kind of hurt my feelings.
That's not right.
Because I never had any like animosity towards you. You know?
always sing your praises. Always.
No, you didn't the other
Yeah, the
day.
other day wasn't a
You
lot of
did it
praise
that-
You
singing.
did not.
Well, what did I say that was so awful?
You made me seem like the biggest dick in the world. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like a bit of a dick tease.
Yeah.
Big
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Did
was
he
like,
kind
I-
of just say what happened?
Yeah.
No, he was.
No,
he was.
there was more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. no.
Besides me putting my mouth over the like.
That was funny. Come on, that was funny. But you
that
get-
was a little funny anecdote.
Yeah, but you
that
get,
was
remember, Mary Jean, remember how mad you got at me for keeping in that you said presidents in the Sam Roberts show bit? Remember how mad you were? And I was just like, it's
I
just
wasn't
funny.
mad. I just said, "Oh, it's not funny. Can we not use
Yeah,
it?"
well,
I
the
wasn't
bong
mad.
thing was funny too.
Okay.
You put your mouth over the bong like it was
But
a
so-
penis.
but
Yeah,
so-
that's funny.
Okay.
Tell me why in that moment, because now it's very obvious.
And you made
like,
fun of my plants, which hurt my feelings.
Did she make fun of your
Yes, she
plants?
did.
That's not that nice.
It hurt my feelings.
It did?
It did. But I water them once in a while.
You don't water them enough?
No, she mocked me.
Because it's very clear that, quite frankly, Troy is an asshole. But before that, when he wasn't being an asshole, before when you guys were cool, what made it so that Adrian was the guy that you would just like text, like let's hook up, blah blah blah. That's what I feel like doing with you, versus Troy, who wasn't that guy.
I don't know. Adrian had the candle on that night. Like
That was it.
You felt that he kind of was more romantic about it.
Yeah, and nicer about it.
I don't know, because Troy was always nice to me.
He brought
You
you
know,
dinner.
he was always. He brought me dinner. We spoken before, you know, like I don't know.
Right.
I just don't know.
Right. No, that
You
makes
just weren't
sense.
feeling it that night. That happens.
I wasn't horny that night. Maybe.
Yeah, and maybe Troy wasn't doing much to get the juices flowing.
No, he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
not
I
enough.
mean, I have zero romance in me. So that
That's
that
gone?
was. Oh yeah,
That's
You're
gone.
always so nice.
Well, I mean, nice and romance are two different things.
He is. Troy is a nice guy, but he's not a romantic guy anymore.
You want to be a little romanced.
I guess I wasn't getting flowers that day.
Right. But Adrian had flowers for you. So were you?
Dick.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So were you? How did you feel about the way the all in all that the story was portrayed on the air? Other than the fact that Adrian lied about how many fingers you put in him.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I believe her because
I believe
she's
her.
told the same story a couple of times. Your story's been a little flimsy,
A little wishy-washy.
a little wishy-washy.
Yeah.
But you can say you liked it. Like, it's nothing wrong.
There's
He
nothing wrong with
definitely
it.
liked it, right?
Yeah, he
poured
took more
hot
than
wax
3.
on me because I didn't like it. Remember?
No, I poured it because I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I always wanted to try it. So
Well,
that's
right
why
after I
did
said,
it.
that's
okay,
fun.
This is
Yeah,
enough.
I
Yeah.
experienced, you know.
Right after I said this is enough of the fingers in my ass.
No,
was when you
because
poured the
after
hot
I poured,
wax.
and you know, the whole wax thing,
Mm-hmm.
I pour it and then we had sex. So the wax thing was on me too. You know, it
Right.
was supposed to be like a sexual thing. It wasn't a punishment. If I wanted to punish you, I can put my heels up your ass or something.
You would have done that, right?
But I wouldn't because he's so nice.
And because he liked getting fisted.
And it was fun playing with his asshole.
It was, right? And he was having a good time and you were having a good time. It sounds like it was a great night.
Yeah, like he made me come.
I was surprised that
Troy didn't.
Troy, comment?
I don't care.
No, I was surprised that you were okay. Like, I found out about this not from Troy found out about it because Adrian was bragging to him, but I found out about it because you started tweeting the next day.
Well, I text while he was next to me, but he mentioned you and Troy, so I was like, oh, let me text, or let me not text. I don't have your number.
Right.
I don't know. I just hit you up on Twitter.
So you didn't mind. You don't mind that people know.
No, we did it.
Right. Right.
was fun.
You
It's
did
fun.
delete a
It's
tweet
good.
though.
I did. What did I delete? What did I write exactly? He took a picture of it and I made him delete it. That's how he went outside in his boxers.
And then you kept that photo because I noticed you posted the boxers photo last night.
Yeah, because I was upset at him, but he asked me to take it.
Why were you upset?
No,
with
but
him?
then I told you to leave it up. I didn't care.
Why were you?
I don't
upset
know why
with
you're
it?
upset with it.
Yeah, why were you upset with Adrian?
Because he didn't defend me in all this. He should have been like.
Defend you from who?
Well, you weren't like Mary Jean's a nice girl. We had a great time. It was more like a
I thought we had
story,
fun.
and then laughing along with Troy, who was not nice.
Yeah.
Troy was not nice in his description
I didn't think
of
he was
events.
not nice. I
He
thought
was
he was
not.
awful.
No, no,
He
no, you could-
he painted Mary Jean as a bit of a DT.
What is
What's a
DT?
A dick teaser.
Yeah, yeah, and that's not nice. That's not.
That's not a nice portrayal. He
No.
implied that you're tardy.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I was 4 hours late because I was walking my dog.
That does seem.
Where
I
did
mean,
you
that
walk
actually,
your dog to? Fucking Hartford?
Yeah, that
4 hours later.
that seems like
Connecticut?
Yeah.
that seems that 4 hours is a long time for a person to wait, especially if it's like,
It's a
I was
long
walking
dog
my
walk,
dog.
yeah.
Were you having sex before you went to Troy's house that time?
No, I was walking my dog for 4 hours.
That doesn't make any sense, Mary.
No.
That's. I mean, you have great calves, but they're not that good. 4 hours is a long walk.
Oh,
She was lost in a field.
not in your field.
Oh, that's right. Troy was playing ball with no pitcher in his field. You know what
Yes,
I
he
mean?
was.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Do you think Troy expected the action and that was the problem?
No, because like I've turned him down before and he was okay with it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You just figure, I just turn him down again. It's
I
Troy.
just no, I just didn't think he was gonna get that mad too. He like I told him maybe I should leave. He didn't ask me to leave
Oh.
because I remember that because I hit your bicycle on my way out.
You did?
So that's how I could remember that.
Why'd you hit his
You
bicycle?
asked
It
me
was
to
a-
leave, or what?
No,
She suggested she should leave. You didn't ask
and
her
you
to leave.
said I pretty much told her to get out.
But that's not true.
No.
You
No.
decided
I
to.
mean, I was just
Yeah.
annoyed. So, I mean, I think body language would have spoken.
That's not what you said, though. You said you asked her to leave.
He made
Yeah.
it like he
Like he
indicated.
made me seem like
I quite honestly, I
bye,
can't
bird.
remember who asked
Bye.
to leave or what happened.
Mary remembers.
She remembers, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary. That's why we invited Mary here.
Yeah, 'cause
She's a
you
steel
remember-
trap memory.
yeah,
Thank God
because
she's
you
here.
remember so much, so you forgot the major detail.
Right.
How
That's-
you got mad and you told me, "Oh, please, let me just touch your pussy just a little bit."
Is that what he
Did
said?
he say that?
That sounds pathetic, dude. That's what you said.
sounds
What?
kinda
Remember when we were
groveling.
near your kitchen area?
Oh, please, let me just touch your pussy just a little bit.
I don't remember saying that.
Okay.
Wow,
you
isn't
never
that,
said that.
isn't that convenient? Isn't
But
it,
you remember
Mary?
him saying that.
I remember trying to kiss you, and you moved away like I had AIDS on my face.
Well,
no,
maybe
I just wasn't. You know.
maybe your breath wasn't great.
I mean, that's what I recall. I don't remember saying
Wait,
touch your pussy.
Mary, you weren't what?
No,
When
okay.
he tried to kiss you, you just weren't what?
No, I just like kissing is very something intimate for me. Like
Right.
we need to, like I don't know, wake up in the morning together. I don't know.
That's the
It has
worst
be
time to
more
kiss.
romantic. It is, right? But
But you didn't kiss Adrian. I mean, you don't kiss on the first date.
I'm very picky with who I kiss.
Right. Right. You've only
This
kissed
is why I never had herpes on my lip.
Good for you.
know?
Good for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Good fact.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just gonna go and make out with whoever.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Right. Good. Good.
So when Troy said, "Can I please?"
You're pissed.
When he
I'm not
said
pissed.
when he
I'm
asked
fine.
to touch your
I can tell you're
pussy,
mad.
He is,
when he
right.
asked to touch your pussy, what did you say?
No. What else would I say?
Exactly. What else
I
is
played it off. Like, oh my god.
like?
Because-
Maybe later.
Not maybe later,
Mm-hmm.
more like, oh, this is not like gonna work out. I don't know. And after that, we pretty much stopped talking. And,
Oh, so we know what he was after.
well, no, I knew it was just hooking up. Like I know he didn't want to be in a relationship, and I believe at the time he was in a relationship as well, and I knew that. And at the time as well, I still don't want to be in a relationship. You know,
Right.
So I was never looking for a boyfriend to begin with. I was just having casual sex.
So-
safe casual sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you should.
Did you make Who Kid put a condom on?
Oh.
Not so much. He doesn't have. That's fine, Mary. Let me tell you. Can I tell you something about Jim? Jim doesn't even know what a condom is.
Yeah. I've seen them on fingers before.
We did have like a lot of safe sex, but that one time we did it without it because I cooked for him. Maybe it's like a turn on thing.
I see. So there was a bit of a thing with you and Who Kid for a little while.
It wasn't like we dated. We never dated. We
Right.
just like spoke and
Right.
fucked really good, I
That-
guess.
Why'd you stop?
I don't know. He told me I became crazy, and he also said I smoked too much weed.
That's fucking ridiculous. By the way, you see Adrian being sarcastic and going so weird? This is what he does.
Oh, I thought it was Troy. That's
No,
all.
that time it was Adrian, because you know what he's doing? He's showing off for the cool guys, because when it's just you and him, he's just nice to
He's
you.
so nice.
That's
why
right.
every time, like,
You saying he's giving her the old Danny Zuko in the parking lot?
Oh, yeah, he is. Kanicki's over there sitting on the couch. Yeah. You had summer loving Adrian. But this is now we're back in Rydell.
Yeah.
And Adrian and Troy are the T-Birds, just trying to impress each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah.
It was part of the plan.
Well, you did. No, you did plan things with Troy.
You're right.
The
Yeah.
candles and everything. I mean, you did. You said you did.
I think what happened was you
No, I
planned
didn't.
things with Troy, but you got embarrassed that you liked what she did in your ass, and you didn't know how to get out of that.
Yes.
No, I mean, if I was embarrassed about it, I wouldn't have told you guys at all.
You had to tell us though, because you knew she would.
I told you exactly what happened.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You said 3 fingers.
He said this
That's what-
much in
yeah.
3 fingers.
Yeah, he said this little much, and he said he didn't like it.
Yeah, she's
And then when
saying-
she went to go put a 4th finger in, I said, Mary, like, let's stop.
That would have been a 9th finger,
And
Adrian.
she said, there's already 4 fingers in there. And I said, okay, that's enough.
Oh,
And
wait,
then
just
she
4
poured the
well,
hot
hold on.
ice on me.
Oh, there's already 4
You
fingers
just
in
changed
there.
now you just said there's already
No, I
4
told you
fingers
that.
in there. No, you said
No,
3.
we never knew there were
I
4
told you
fingers.
that when-
Hey, let's go get some TEF facts. Let's go into
I
the
told
TEF
you that
box.
she said
I'm going to
there's
go to a
already 4
reliable
in
source
there.
of information.
Well, I'm telling you what I said.
TEF box.
Yeah.
Did we ever know that there were 4 fingers in there?
Not until Mary brought it up.
That's right.
So now you just heard Adrian slip and go, well, there was already 4 in there.
Yeah, he definitely didn't open the story with
4.
4.
No, he made it look like there was just 3 little tips, which might have equaled 1
That's
real
right.
finger.
Yeah, he started off with just like tips of
Yeah.
3 fingers.
And I didn't say there were 4 in there. I said
He's
that
been-
she said there's already 4 in there. And
He's
that's when
been
I said,
floating
okay,
between 2
let's
and
stop.
3.
Right,
And now we're at 4.
Why would she lie in the moment? Like, if it's your asshole, why would she make it up a different number while they're in there?
I'm not saying she made it up. I'm
Yeah,
saying
see?
she said there's already 4 in there, and that's when I said, okay, let's stop.
There was a
there's
lot
4.
more. There was more than 4 in there,
Yeah, there
wasn't
was.
And it was so easy to slip in.
It was, right?
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of resistance.
Like he's done it before.
It seemed like that, right?
She did ask me if I had a dildo, which unfortunately I did not, right, Mary?
Did you ask? She was probably asking you if you had a dildo because it felt like in your asshole you've taken dildos
She asked me if
before.
I had one because she wanted to put it in
Were you
there.
going to put a dildo in his hiney?
Yeah, oh my God, I did ask you that. That's when I
That's
went
so
inside
weird
my
you didn't
bag.
remember that.
You wanted to?
Listen, I don't remember everything. I remember
know,
I fucked
I know
your
you don't.
ass with 7 fingers, though.
Right. And that story has remained consistent.
Yep. His numbers are changing.
Adrian, why are you making me seem like I'm the biggest bitch for exposing your sex life?
He is. He's so hostile right now, isn't he?
No, but
He's so hostile. He's so, and like he'll laugh a little bit with Troy, but he gets shitty about it.
Yeah.
Troy, isn't Adrian? Be honest, isn't Adrian getting shitty about this asshole stuff?
Well, it's a sensitive subject, you know?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that it's that sensitive makes me go more towards Mary Jean's side. I have to be
She
honest.
seems very comfortable.
Now, Mary, you've been with dudes before, and this is something you told me you like to do. You like to put your fingers in a guy's asshole, which it's fine. Have you been with guys that it's a little bit difficult to get your fingers up there?
yeah, and they tell me stop, and I just stop.
Right. But with Adrian, was it difficult or no? To get your fingers up there, or did it just slide right in?
Like I put, he does. I put 2 right away. I was like, oh.
Fit like a dirty glove.
I wish I had cleaning gloves. You're dirty.
So, in your expert analysis, Adrian's had quite a bit of butt play before.
You liked it too.
He did?
He did like it, right?
Yeah.
I acted like I did in the beginning.
Yeah, because I was like, relax, babe, and you went like this.
Yeah, exactly.
She's relaxing. Yeah.
That was him relaxing.
Does this look like a relaxed face to you?
No, you started out like that because, of course, you're not going to be like, yeah, babe,
Yeah.
do it. You know? He was more like, oh, let me feel uncomfortable. And then that's when he relaxed.
So if Adrian was
It's
uncomfortable,
okay, babe. Now people know you like anal.
Thank you for helping me find me.
Would you have put a dildo in his ass though? Would you have strapped on and have sex with him?
I think I would have had more fun with the ones that you shove out and shove in.
Okay,
not
this way
with
you
the
can see his
strap-on.
fucking face while you did it.
Yeah.
Increasing the punishment.
So you're saying like if Adrian was only pretending to like it, like he's saying he was pretending to enjoy it, he should have been at the Golden Globes because that is a great actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. He would have won an award too.
Wow. Wow.
Who do you believe?
Right now?
Yeah.
Mary.
Yeah.
Who do you believe?
Mary Jane.
And you've been, I mean, Jim is kind of, especially in matters of sexuality, Jim is kind of like I trust Jim's opinion.
Well, just who has more reason to lie?
Yes.
Someone who's afraid their masculinity is being questioned, or just Mary Jane who just
I mean,
showed
I
up?
would be afraid of my masculinity being questioned because if there's any safe space to come out with any sexual deviancy, it's here. Like we've talked about everything on this show.
Except seven fingers.
Except that. Except that.
It's a fair point.
Here's why I believe Mary Jean. Because Mary Jean has made up like silly stories before. When she's talking about her sexual escapades.
No, but it's true.
Right. I'll ask like questions multiple times to listen as her answers change. And when her answers change, I go, okay, she was just joking about that. And then eventually we get to, this part hasn't changed. That's when you know this is the stuff that really went down, when it doesn't change. And the fact that you are telling me that the second hand was up there and that has not changed the entire time.
Right.
Whereas Adrian's going like 3, 2, 4. What, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just throwing out numbers.
Right,
It's
exactly.
like an auctioneer. She's had one number, 7. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5.
That makes me go way towards Mary's side.
Yeah, I'm just not. The only thing I'm very disappointed
Mhm.
that I didn't stick my other hand up your ass.
What do you mean?
Like I love doing this.
Oh, I
Both
got you.
together?
Like a
That's
shark
so
fin.
No, like
hot.
an Italian. Come on, manja.
So you can, yeah, because that's what you were on your way to doing.
Yeah.
That's why you had the one hand up
started
there.
out like this.
Right, and then the other one. So if he had said like, if it had been like a non-welcoming area,
He would have told me right away, and we would have just like fucked really hard.
you would have not done it.
You slapped me in the face when I told you I don't like this.
So what? You get slapped around? You want to be a little bitch? Like
Well, yes,
I
in
don't
the
know.
situation where there's a porn star in my bed, I'll do what she says.
But he like
you
it.
know me as Mary Jean, so
right.
I don't get it.
Exactly. It's not what's a porn star like. You're a person.
What?
You're Mary,
Who
right?
cares what I have done in the
You're right,
past?
you're right. Yeah.
You were fucking me. You liked it. I liked it.
Everybody had a good time.
It was fun.
Right. It's just the shame of having like that part of it.
Yeah.
See, once you come, it's like everything changes, and you're like, oh, you're back to normal again.
Right. He like getting slapped?
He loved it.
He did, right?
Yeah, no guy that doesn't like getting slapped, he would tell, of course, be like, no. Like Troy said, he would have like kicked me out and
Right.
been like, bye.
And that's cool.
Adrian
like,
was like,
yeah.
give me more, give me more.
That's what I said. You're right.
No, that's the vibe she's saying.
Adrian-
that was your body language.
Adrian, would you put up with that again?
No.
I think
No,
you
I
would.
wouldn't put up with any of the.
You just
the
rolled
entire
your eyes.
situation again.
Well, yeah, because he's going back into Danny Zuko mode.
Hey, do I know you?
He's like, no way, Nikki, no way. From abroad, I don't think so.
Yeah. You want the Adrian with the white sweater with the R on it. You don't want
yeah.
You don't want
Oh,
leather
yeah.
jacket, Adrian.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, Adrian in his boxer briefs on the sidewalk in Jersey. That was like Danny Zuko in his bathing
Yeah.
suit at the beach. That was summer lovin'.
Sandy.
Mary.
That's so
Yeah. And all of a sudden, this guy that you met at the beach, he's hanging out with Troy in studio. Where is he? He's a different dude.
Fucking asshole.
He is. By the way,
Uncalled for.
we went to the TEFAX
Yeah.
to find out what happened last week when we heard about this in terms of the numbers clarification. And I do believe we have a little bit of evidence. This is not a fake news show.
Sure, no,
this
no.
is the
We
real
try to
news.
get to it, yeah.
Yes. So let's hear the evidence.
Tips, like she puts the tips of 3 fingers together like this.
Cool.
And
Does she lube your ass?
No, I think the condom already had lube on it.
Yeah,
but she
she's
had
using
whole
a
bunch of lube
condom,
with it.
so there's lube on the
But
condom.
honestly, she may have.
Okay.
And she gets those 3 of those in there, and I'm sitting there like this.
Wait, so she's got 3 fingers in, but like
Just like
all
this.
pinched together.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's almost like one thick finger.
Yeah, like she was putting paprika in your asshole.
Let me season up this butthole.
Okay,
With
so
a
wait.
dash of asshole fingering.
This is going
yeah,
on.
we can.
He's
we can
making
find
it look
out.
like he's saying that you lubricated the ass, but you're saying it was just his ass's natural turn on.
Yeah, I added the loop later on because I remember I had it.
It was,
Right.
It was already, but it was already wet with turn on.
Yeah.
Now, what I just
I
said to you
spit
guys.
on it a little bit too.
You did?
Yeah,
You spit
like-
on his asshole?
Absolutely.
Take
Wait.
a little shit. and it just dripped.
He liked
so that's
that,
what
though.
turned me on. I was like, ooh, he loves it.
So what? But you heard the number there, right?
I certainly did.
Yeah,
3
but what I
tips.
said to you guys before was that I said, all right, Mary, like, let's stop. And she said, there's already 4 in there. And that's when I said stop.
And by the way, you were just teasing when you said 4 because there was more than 4 in there.
There was more.
You were lying. 7.
Like, I know, I don't think my fingers are that little, but
Right.
there
Right.
was more than that.
Boy, there's a lot of room back there. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Your fingers are like average size.
Yeah.
But in there, it's like,
And it was super wet, Sam.
It was?
Yeah.
So it was just like a slip and slide in there.
Yeah, it was fun. That's why I was going for the whole thing.
You were sitting there going like, I'm getting 2 hands in this thing.
That was my goal for the night.
Was that almost one of the easiest assholes you've ever slid into?
No, there's been a few that's been easy.
few.
Like the one that pooped in my hand. That was
Right.
super easy.
That was super easy.
But did it bother you, or were you complimented by that?
I was a little insulted that it was big. Ew.
Adrian
So
did
your great version of Slap Me 5.
No doo-doo came out of Adrian, right?
No, dude.
You know why, right? He knows how to prepare.
Absolutely. They call it he douched before you got
Douche.
there.
Oh my God, I was just going to say that. He's so douche before it got there.
You think so?
It was clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't smell like a baby donkey.
Well, I wipe my ass when I poop.
So you were sitting there. You were sitting there going like if Adrian had a better attitude about the whole thing, you definitely could have gotten both your hands in his butt.
Yeah, if he would have relaxed a little bit more and
Yeah.
spread those legs. Yeah.
Big asshole.
You could have gotten 2 in.
Yeah, because he liked it.
Do you think you could have gotten if you and Troy had gotten to a place of physical intimacy, which you did not, but if you had, would you have tried to put some hands in Troy's butt?
No, he looks like he'll punch me.
Troy, would you have wanted fingers in your butt?
No, absolutely not.
He
Right.
said no.
See, I believe that.
Absolutely not.
I believe that. I believe even if it is, there's a porn star in my bedroom.
Yeah, it means nothing to me.
Right.
I could care less.
Right. Right. That's what I thought.
You ever stuck your own fingers up your ass to see if you like it?
I have.
And it wasn't your...
And?
Not for you.
That's not my thing.
Okay. But you know.
He knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Good. So, is there any other part of the story? I think you said to Adrian too that he should have defended you from me more. That was there anything that I said that you thought was out of line?
Yeah, you said that I get passed around.
No.
And then Jim said, "Oh, it's okay. It's like you guys are like you get used to like you know how you sleep around with people you work with because you see them all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Something like that.
Familiarity.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't mean you get passed around. I meant more in terms of the people on the show getting to take advantage of the things that the show brings to them.
It's not taking advantage. It's making it sound like I'm like, you know,
It's making you sound like you're a perk, like a cheap perk, not a person making a decision.
not a cheap perk.
Right. Jim, she's
More-
not a cheap
no.
perk.
No, I'm saying she thinks it's making her sound that way.
It's just making me sound like I just sleep around with everyone.
Well, I
And
don't think you do.
It's not everyone, but
It's just the people you choose.
yeah,
But you wouldn't have met the people associated with this show had it not been the show.
yeah. And
So
it
that's
just
the only
happened.
Right, but that's my point. You get that a little more, or is it still
No,
unacceptable?
I'm still not getting passed around.
No, I don't think you're getting passed around.
I know.
That's probably just poor phrasing.
Right, yeah. I apologize for my phrasing, Mary. I mean, you have dated or met up with 2 people on the show, and when they're both here, it's like, what the fuck is... You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, the dating pool starts to feel smaller. And then I just made a comment on that, but I could have probably phrased it a little more politely.
Because I only slept with Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Troy made that very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't sleep with him.
Right.
I didn't know that you begged to touch her vagina, though.
That's kind of pathetic, dude.
That didn't happen.
That's... I kind of... Mary's been honest
Why
so
is he,
far.
why is he denying it?
You try to do it in the couch and in front of your sink in the kitchen when you walk in the door.
That's a lot of evidence.
When you walk in the door,
And
I
that's
try
when
to
I-
touch your pussy. That's what you're saying.
No, you asked to.
Oh.
In the end, when we didn't.
So you're walking out, and I was like, I need to touch your pussy, or I want to touch your pussy.
You said
Let
no,
me.
let me
Oh,
touch
let me
a
touch
little
your
bit.
pussy.
You went no, and I opened I had black jeans on
Mm-hmm.
and with a black leather jacket, and you open it. I try, and I was like, no, this feels weird. I can't do it.
Did
You
that...
don't remember?
I don't recall that, but
Could have happened.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, she remembers the jeans.
Yeah.
She has
And
an
the
excellent
jacket.
memory.
Yeah.
I have such a bad memory.
Yeah, you have a good memory, I think.
Sounds to me like you remember.
Yeah. Was there anything else you had a problem with, or was it everything else kind of by the book?
What do you mean by the books?
Like everything else was factual, or you did not have a problem with it?
I don't get what I have a problem with.
You told me yesterday that you thought that we all made it seem like you were a slut.
Yeah. Not everyone. Jim didn't.
Good for you, Jim.
Well, I have a higher threshold for weird sexual shit.
Well, I don't think... Travis, you have not had sex with Mary Jean, correct?
That's correct.
See?
What do you feel about the finger in the ass thing, Travis?
What do you, how so?
I mean, how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about Adrian doing it, or just about it in general?
In general, or for yourself?
It's not for me.
Okay. Have you tried it?
No.
He needs a lot more than a finger.
He sure does.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Catcher's mitt. Fucking.
Well, Mary Jean, I want you to know that we support you here. And before any of this, you know what I consider you? The on-the-street reporter for Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
That's right.
That's your most important role here, as far as I'm concerned. What do you think of that?
Aw.
Will you still be able to function in your duties?
Yeah.
Will
I
you-
think I might fuck Adrian again.
You think so? I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. Look, here's the thing.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
I did. You made me come after you choked me.
Did you like being choked by Adrian?
He could. Yeah, he did it good.
He
Good
did?
job.
Thank you.
High five.
You know where that hand's been, Adrian?
In my ass.
Up your coolie hole.
Yeah. My coolie hole.
That's right.
Oh, man.
So you do think you can keep performing professionally with Adrian, but there may be more sex.
Maybe like working together, I guess. But I don't know. We might do it again. I don't know. I wasn't planning to having sex with him that day either.
What made it like click? What clicked in your brain that you were like, today's the day I'm going to have sex with young Adrian?
I was super horny.
It was good timing. It was
Yeah,
right place,
good-
right time.
Yeah, Jesus was on your side that night.
Yes, he was.
And mine's too, because I came.
Right, and that's what Jesus wants for people.
Yeah.
It was a good. I mean, that was my takeaway, was that, you know, if you listen to some people, they might refer to you as not being 100% wholehearted when you talk about how much you like sex on the show. But I believe that after hearing what happened with Adrian, that you were being honest, that you do get all sexed up, and sometimes you want to have some fun.
Yeah. And my pussy got wet when I fucked his ass.
It did?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And so did his butt.
Yeah. So we were both wet. And he came.
He did?
Yeah. His face when he came, oh my God, so pretty.
What did his face look like?
Chill.
So it was like it wasn't like he didn't like furrow his brow.
No,
and-
he didn't look like the devil. He looked like an angel. I was like,
right.
Thank you.
Right.
An angel choking you.
Right, right. Do you think that face that guys make when they're coming, is that like the window to the soul? That's when you find out if they're a good person or a bad person?
I like when they scream. That's how you know if they're a good or bad person. I don't know. Like the face,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I love Adrian face.
You
It's
do
nice.
love Adrian face.
Like I can't even imagine Troy coming in my mind.
You can't?
No, like what face would you make?
Probably comes like a demon, right?
Troy, like make your cum face. Oh, that's so cool. You look like he's dead.
His tongue walled out.
I don't know how seriously he took that request just now. But you can't imagine that. But you don't really want to imagine that anymore, do you?
Troy coming?
Yeah.
No, he obviously doesn't want me to come either. So
Ooh, that's
Troy, do
pretty
you not
harsh.
want Mary Jean to come?
I don't care what Mary Jean does.
yeah, there we go.
Would you like to hook up with her?
No.
You don't want to be physical with Mary Jean?
No.
Even if I told you right now, like, Mary Jean wants to hook up, she's not playing games, she wants to hook up with you, you wouldn't do it?
After I hear what he had to go through, hell no.
What do you mean? Oh, because of the
Do you
ass
believe
play?
him?
I don't really care, like he said.
Yeah. You mean because Adrian had to go through the ass play?
I mean, that just seems uncalled for.
He
Right.
liked it. If
He-
he didn't like it, I wouldn't
he
have
didn't.
done it.
No, he didn't.
I'm not.
You know he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Look at this. Look at the
Oh.
T-birds getting each other's backs.
Yeah. Bros before hoes.
But I think if you listen carefully, Troy goes, no, he didn't, and Adrian goes, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like-
Summer loving. I shit in her hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Mary's feminine verse is all about this cute boy who loved anal play. And then gruff Adrian is singing about how he doesn't like things in his ass at all. No. Oh well, oh well, oh well.
That's nice.
Oh. Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom
Yeah,
of
me
it.
too.
Yeah, and I don't for a second believe that Adrian didn't like it. I think if you don't like, first of all, even if Adrian was telling the truth, which he isn't, but even if he was, even if he was, 3 fingers, you're not taking 3 fingers.
If you could
if
take
you don't
3,
like
you
it.
could take another 2.
Isn't that the rule of thumb? No pun intended.
What taught me that he was lying was the fact that the numbers changed in this discussion. And
He
hers
said
not.
3, then you said 4.
That's true.
And before
I
that, he
said
said
you
2.
told me that there were already
Oh.
4 in there.
How do you think he would do on the stand? On the
Not
witness?
well at all.
Not-
He,
not well.
he easily collapsed. Mary Jean broke him down.
Yeah, he did. Mary Jean destroyed Adrian on the way. Have you ever
Yeah.
thought about being a prosecutor or
Yeah.
defense attorney?
Yes, I wanted to be a lawyer at one point in my life.
Did you?
Yeah.
You could. You're a good arguer.
Plus, I
Yeah.
watched a lot of Law and Order. I know.
Sure.
Right. So
You
you
have to be
know.
on time for court, though. That would be the only
Yeah.
problem.
That- yeah.
The lateness might be a problem.
That would be a buzzkill. Yeah.
To be on time.
You're like, Your Honor, I know this case was supposed to start 4 hours ago, but I was walking the dog.
Yes.
So
For 4 hours.
yeah. So what do you want from me? All right, Mary. Well, I very much appreciate you coming in
and straightening everything out.
For
Yeah.
having me.
For the straightening out the record.
Right. And I hope that you feel like your voice was heard more.
Yeah.
And I hope you know that Jim and I are both your friends, and that we very much appreciate you. And let me tell you something.
That's so nice.
If you want to have sex with Adrian again, have sex with Adrian again. You should.
And we apologize for Troy's crass behavior.
Yeah, he's really not a good guy.
He's very crass.
He's not a
we
good guy.
apologize for.
I just wonder how big his dick is. Maybe now.
Not that big.
Yeah, but he's probably saying not that big.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to down
He's
because
like,
it actually
God
is.
forbid she gives that.
Troy, show a photo.
Of my cock?
Yeah, show Mary a photo.
I don't have any on my phone.
I've seen it before.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Why
you
are you
deleted
seeing
it?
his cock picture?
He showed me. We're buddies. We're
Ew.
bros.
You don't have a picture of your dick on the phone?
Not
I'm
this
stunned.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I
I'm
show
not
my
big into
friends
sending
my
cock
pussy
pics.
all the time.
You do?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought. All right, Mary. Do you feel good?
Yeah, I feel nice.
Good. You feel better about this whole thing? Maybe go and do you? Here's the problem. Adrian's going to pretend not to like anal the next time you hook up with him. You know that, right?
Yeah, how are you going to get past him trying to worry about you're going to talk about it?
He's gonna love it.
You think
He's
so?
gonna love
Well,
it.
just don't tell anyone.
You
okay?
should bring your dildo.
I will after the strip club too.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't tell Troy, okay? Don't tell him.
Don't tell.
Yeah.
He'll throw me out of the gang.
Yeah.
He'll make me hand in my leather.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
This shot that Hulu made yesterday, amazing. So, Netflix.
I can't wait for the documentary.
Well, Netflix announces. Okay. I have to come in and sit down because you watched the documentary. Netflix announces on last week or something.
Why don't you sit here? It's a seat.
Not yet. Netflix announces. Yeah. Hold for the cue. Netflix announces that they're doing a documentary on Fyre Fest, which was that big music festival that was a disaster in an island in the Bahamas.
Yeah, promised first class treatment and all these amazing
Right.
like VIP tents.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Your mic's not on. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
a little operator error.
A little operator error on
Yeah,
my part.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make up for that. So, this group called Fuck Jerry, which is a marketing group, they're the ones who produced this documentary, and they produced it for Netflix. Now, Netflix wanted to get the guy who organized the whole festival, the guy who's in charge of Fyre, but they didn't get him because he said that he's charging. He wants to get paid to be in these documentaries. And they're like, we're not paying you to be in this.
Well, how much does he want?
I don't know. But they didn't pay him for it. They said, we're going to put this out. And they said, it's coming out. What day does it come out? Friday, is that right?
Friday.
4 days from now.
4 days from now, Friday. So, yesterday, Hulu comes out and says, look, a lot of the stuff that Fuck Jerry is saying is very, very biased because they were involved in the marketing of the thing. They're going to make themselves look good. So, we're doing our own Fyre Fest documentary. We have the guy who organized Fyre Fest in the documentary, and Netflix is like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. And Hulu is like, wait, you haven't heard anything yet because we're actually putting it out right now. And it
No
came
announcement,
out-
no nothing, right?
It came out yesterday. It was just available. Completely makes the Fuck Jerry group look terrible. Makes the guy who organized it look terrible. Ja Rule look, well, Ja Rule looks
Does
like
he
Ja
look
Rule.
bad?
Yeah.
They pull the undercutters.
They pulled the undercutters formula.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
You did.
It's great.
It was so
and I can see
funny.
it for free somewhere else, not just Hulu.
Yeah, you can see it on. I think Billboard's streaming it.
Oh, you said
and
that.
the Hollywood Reporter.
I just gave you the login.
Oh, so you haven't seen it?
Don't say that publicly. You get in trouble.
You haven't seen it?
Then again, no one knows who Hot Dog is. No.
Okay, so then before we do that, then I don't want to talk about it too much.
Right.
Instead, let's bring Angie in.
Oh, damn it.
Instead, we'll just bring Angie in, who works here at Sirius XM.
And she is a big.
Yeah, bring Angie in. No, I don't want. I don't want him sitting next.
We want to talk about Chip.
Yeah, go on the other side of Jim because I feel like there should be a buffer.
Well, well played.
Buffer.
Yeah, just in case there's any. Angie works here at Sirius XM, and we've kind of. Over the last year or so, probably a little more at this point. It's been really kind of pathetically long.
More than a year.
It has been more than a year.
Sure.
Okay, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
But
But
at least a year.
Yeah. We've been talking to Hot Dog about how...
gone home.
You wanted to talk about Firehouse?
About how
he was deeply in love.
He's not.
Well, hang on.
Hold on,
Hang on.
We don't
Angie.
know.
We'll get to the bottom of all of it.
Oh wait.
He's deeply in love with this girl that he hangs out with, that they're friends. And at first we were wondering like, oh, maybe there's something going on here. And then more recently, and I really mean within the last like 8 to 9 months, it became clear that Hot Dog had been viciously friend zoned. And that while he was still madly in love with this woman, she had made it very, very clear that they were buds.
Well, women can do that a lot easier than we can. Women can know you like them and be comfortable being your friend, and they don't want to confront it or address it because they know. Men, it's a little harder for us to do that, I think. Women deal with it more than we do, like the guy who likes them. So we think that he likes
And
Angie.
it's beneficial to have an emotional friend.
Sure.
To have a friend who's there for emotional support and things like that. But the reason I bring all that up is because, ironically enough, Angie is that girl.
She is.
And now they're both here. Isn't that fun?
She has publicly...
Why are you pointing at me like that? I did nothing wrong. You're pointing at me already like I did something wrong.
I'm just pointing.
I hate it when you point.
You know
We've
what-
talked about this. I hate when he
Wait,
points.
hold on. You talked about it? When did he point? What did you say about his pointing?
Well, he always points in my face, and I tell him to stop pointing in my face, and he's doing it now.
What does he say
It's
when he's
good that-
pointing?
It's good that there is a buffer.
Not in your face.
It's usually he's pointing
No, yes,
down
you- no.
and saying, look, down here, down here.
No.
What does he
No.
say when he points?
I don't know. Just if I'm being annoying, he's like, "Stop it," something like that.
I'm picking up already. Number one,
Relationship bickering.
relationship bickering, and number two, Hot Dog's voice has already gone up 6 octaves. No, I'm not pointing.
No, he always does that, though. His voice always does that.
'Cause-
Also, he made me wait in a restaurant by myself for half an hour on Saturday night.
What does that have to do with anything?
You sent him
Just-
home on a train so you could
Yeah,
hook
yeah,
up with
like,
somebody
stop.
else. Like,
Stop it.
I mean, where do you want to
No,
start?
this is not stopping it there.
Where do
No,
you-
but
but
he
like
was
you-
like, "Oh, I found a friend on the street who's divorced."
You
I'm
had
just
reservations for 8. I got there like at 8:10.
We're
I know, but I told you I was waiting there.
we're already off the ranch.
Hey, hold on. When you guys were in Long Island and he was going to take the train back
Okay,
with
stop
you.
it.
No,
No,
we're just
Chip.
talking. You were going to take the train with him. At what point did you decide you weren't going to meet Hot Dog on the train?
That is a good question.
Here's what happened, right? So Hot Dog and Angie are hanging out. We're going there
Stop
for the
it.
Chip show, right?
Yeah.
I don't want
And-
this.
no,
I
no,
don't
it's
want to talk about this
Well, then why'd you volunteer to do this on the air?
because we're not going to talk about. We can talk
You're right.
about anything else.
All right,
but
that's not
that.
what-
We're not
bad.
going to talk about this.
We're talking about the
But
train.
We'll
Just
talk about the
scheduling.
situation.
Train schedule.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
At
the schedule.
11 p.m.
Hang
I was
on,
like,
hang on,
"Hot
hang
Dog,
on.
go back alone."
Let me explain.
Okay.
It was the Chip Chipperson live show.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Hot Dog, Chip is looking for a girl for the show.
A floozy.
I said floozy because
Yeah.
I thought Hot Dog was going to bring one of his floozies.
Sure.
And
Some
instead,
stripper.
he brought the love of his life.
That's
Angie.
true. He did. His partner.
His partner. And so Angie came. She did a great job, by the way. She did the dating game.
Yeah.
It was all fun. They had agreed to take the train back together.
Yes.
And
Right.
after the show, Hot Dog was kind of cleaning up. Angie ditched him, went and did something else. Don't know.
We don't know what you did.
Went did something else, found somebody else in Long Island to hang
And
out
said,
with.
I'll meet you at the train station.
Right.
Okay,
And I know this because
Correct.
That was bad.
I
Yes.
actually gave Hot Dog a ride to the train station, and he was insisting the whole time, don't worry, Angie's going to meet me here at the train station.
Sam and his friends, they were like, she's not coming. I'm like, no, she'll be there.
Okay.
And I said,
that-
and so I said, here's what we'll do. We'll wait at the train station with you until she gets here.
I said, okay.
And then he was texting, I'm on my way, until the phone call finally came in that said, now that you're at the train station, I want you to know I'm not coming.
What happened?
It wasn't a phone call. I called.
Right.
Yes,
She
and
didn't
I
pick
picked
up. No.
Yes,
No.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't pick up. And then you texted me, I'm not going to make it.
Okay, because I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to.
Why didn't you make it?
Because I was having fun.
How come you didn't invite Hot Dog back?
For the fun.
You
Why wouldn't you
also
be
did
like, Hot
say-
Dog, we're having fun?
Yeah, why didn't you invite him back?
You also did say, I'm on my way. I'm leaving now. I'm calling an Uber.
Yeah. Okay.
You did say that.
Was that a
Wow.
fabrication?
Maybe.
Okay.
Why'd you
This
say you were
was so
calling an
long
Uber?
ago. Also, I mean, this was in September, y'all, and
Right.
we're still talking about
No,
this.
no, but we haven't never got to the bottom
as,
of it. though.
as if, like,
I was wrong.
I'm a good friend to you.
Is she a good friend of you?
Yeah, I
That's the
haven't
issue.
brought this up since. They
No,
brought
I
this up.
know that it just fascinates me that y'all are so fascinated by that.
Because you were gonna go back with him. Why didn't you invite him back to have fun with the bar?
If
oh
there's
my
the
gosh,
fun bar.
fine. Because I went home with someone. Is that what we want?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You guys.
Good for you.
We even said
Good
that
for
at
you,
the
by the
beginning
way.
of this segment.
Good.
Thank you.
Was it
But-
the guy from the dating game?
No.
It was?
No.
Oh, okay. Were you jealous?
I was mad. I wasn't.
Hot Dog was crushed.
He was a
No,
little jealous.
was. No, he was.
I was very angry.
No,
He was
you were
really-
angry, not of, like who it was, but because I just ditched you in general.
Just the principle
Yes.
of the whole thing.
Hot Dog, I saw
yeah,
your face.
it's not because of what
Well,
I was
yeah.
doing.
I was.
Would
I
you
was-
have been as mad if it was Travis?
No.
Well, Travis and I aren't as close as.
But let's say
Angie
you
I
and
are.
Travis are going to ride the train, and Travis is like, "Hey, I'm going to stay out here and fuck somebody." Would you be angry at
Okay.
him or whatever?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I mean,
not what you said.
That's how guys talk.
That's just
would
locker
you
room
would you
talk.
have been mad if he said, "I'm going to stay out here and hang out with this girl"? Would you? Have been
I
mad?
would have been like,
Cool. Go ahead. You wouldn't care.
He wouldn't have cared. He
Because you
wouldn't
don't
have
love
cared.
him.
but I would have been like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
You were
right.
so petty after that, though. Instead of
Ooh.
telling
Yes,
me, no,
I was.
instead of telling me how you felt, you were like, "Oh, I'm going to send her a short text and just not talk to her." Which talk to me
Correct.
openly because we are friends, and that's what friends do.
So you're saying he was
Honest.
sending you
I-
short texts and not giving you information,
I
kind of
was
like you were doing at the
texted
bar.
him.
Oh, yeah.
But that was different for me.
Yeah,
It's
it's
because
true,
I was
actually.
distracted.
Okay, by
And-
what? What were you distracted by?
I was-
Boys!
What were you distracted by?
so many boys. No. And so if you just told me, hey, that wasn't cool, I'm upset, I'd be like, great, I'm sorry, let's talk about this.
Wait,
No, I
why'd you?
did-
But I don't regret my decision to do that.
Ooh.
You
Well,
shouldn't.
because
No,
that's
I mean,
not
but
that's
I-
not my
but-
lane to be mad at.
I
I
know.
was just like, I just don't want to talk to you for that whole week.
Okay, that's like 3 days.
It was
but
like
sure,
it
a
was
whole
like
week.
it was by like Saturday.
Well, here's the thing.
But
The
hold on,
reason-
he couldn't do it more than a week, more than 3 days. He couldn't go without talking to you.
Well, I mean,
so-
because he's not going to just ignore. I would never ignore a friend just for a week.
Here's the thing, Jim, in my opinion, sometimes with relationships, and I don't even know what this is, but in my experience with relationships, sometimes if you're like in love with somebody and they ditch you to hang out with somebody else and do whatever, you'll be way more mad at them than you would just a
Sure,
friend.
a guy.
And then you'll be like, I'm not talking to you for a week. But for the same reason, you're in love with them.
No,
You
it-
can't
Go
stop
without,
talking to them
sure.
for a week.
No, because that's the thing. It's like I think Hot Dog would have been less mad if I was just upfront. If I was like, "Hey, I'm just not going to make it at all," he'd be like, "Ugh, all right. Well, at least now I know."
Well,
Right?
and it was also
It's just the way that I did it.
It was
was
also
not great.
we both agreed. All right, we're gonna leave together at this time because
But also life gets in the
wanna,
way.
You want to get home early, and I need to do some. I need to meet up with someone at a certain time.
You still went out that night. You
What was he
still-
going to do?
you
Just sit at
still
home
went,
and cry?
Wait, you went out with someone that night too, right?
Yeah, and that's why I was mad. I was like, we need to be in the train at this time.
Are you still seeing them?
No.
Oh, shocker.
So wait, now, but you were also going to go to the wedding with Hot Dog, and you took
Ah!
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes, because I.
Well, we're talking about Handsome Rob's wedding.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. She was going to be.
When did
his
Rob
date.
get? When was that wedding?
August. So the month before this
Wow, so
happened.
that was actually a month before. And
so I
Hot
came
Dog,
in
you
here
were
to be the villain.
No,
Apparently,
we're trying to get things straight.
You
Hot
were
Dog-
his date.
You were supposed to be Hot Dog's date,
But
and then I
there was-
believe, if I remember right,
If I
week
could
of,
talk,
you can
maybe.
correct me. Week of, you were canceled on week of.
She told me for a while that she didn't.
No, it was
wanna
maybe,
come.
maybe, yeah.
maybe.
Not that I love Rob,
But
and his wife
yeah,
seems great.
I got
but
the definite no.
Definite.
I got the definite no. Yeah. a week
Why did you
before.
only give him a maybe?
because I wasn't sure. Because
Of
I
what?
don't. If I was
dudes.
You weren't sure what?
no, No.
Oh, okay.
So that weekend I ended up not going. It was because I had to go work out in the Hamptons.
Oh, right,
So,
yeah.
I was babysitting. So I was working on it and needed the money.
But
And
before that,
I was just like, well, she needs to make some money, so.
but before that, why weren't you sure? Because you didn't know you were going to babysit until week up. So before that, you were like, I wasn't. What weren't you sure of?
Well, because I was like, what if something better comes along? Like babysitting.
Or
FOMO.
Or
No.
Wow.
Nor a dick. No, not
what?
a date, but a guide to date.
Or a friendship thing.
Did you not want to commit to going on being his date because something better might come along?
Well,
A little bit.
yeah, oh, look at it. Well, it's just
tough.
because it was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't. Because now I feel now it's like I'm insulting Rob and Hot Dog.
No, just say it, whatever it is. It's fine.
No, but I heard it was a great,
It was
wonderful wedding.
Really fun.
And I just don't really like weddings. And
It's not true.
what? That's
I don't believe you.
Plus, the Hamptons is further than Philly.
That's
no,
actually-
it's not.
How long
yeah.
did it take you to get to the Hamptons?
It takes a while.
Yeah, it's further.
But I got paid a lot of money that weekend.
But it wasn't about the money because you were telling him before you didn't know if you were going to go.
Well, because I don't want to commit that far ahead.
Smart.
Who wants to commit to a wedding?
Stop it.
It's what you do. People
Now,
need head count.
Your feelings were hurt when she didn't go?
No,
no,
you
I
had a
wasn't.
better time with your friends than with me.
With the two people on
I
a
would have
date?
been. I complain
He brought
a
a
lot.
date and her boyfriend. Why would he have had a better time with a date and her boyfriend
Yeah.
than with
I mean,
you?
I had a good time. It was dope as hell.
Well, we
Yeah.
forced you to dance with Mary Jean.
I was dancing with everyone's wives.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
'Cause he's
Nothing
a
better
safe
than
choice.
Nothing
Yeah.
better than being the non-threatening
Yeah,
coworker.
Yeah.
So wait, you weren't sure if you wanted to commit because you didn't know if you would enjoy the wedding.
It wasn't about that.
The companionship at the
It's-
wedding. You didn't know. It could be better companionship.
Just the wedding. I never went. I babysat instead.
Right.
Everything's fine.
Are you afraid of sending the wrong signals? This is what women do too.
No.
And they have to. Like they're afraid, like, oh, if I go on these things, he's going to think that I like him like that.
That's
and I
smart.
have to be very careful not to send that
No.
signal because he's my friend.
I've done that before with other guys, but
Nope.
with Hot Dog, we've never.
Well, Vito's date was also the same.
What do you mean?
Vito's date for the wedding was
Yeah, but
also
we're
the
not here
same.
to figure
Wait,
out.
my friend?
We're not here to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Vito and the girl
Yeah.
that Vito was with.
But it was more like it was like a FOMO thing with both of them, where they were like, well, if we find something cooler or something more fun
yeah,
to
but
do.
Well,
Vito and
because-
his date weren't like best friends that also
Vito and his
was
date-
in love with.
I'm friends with her, and we were both like, "Do we really want to go?" And God, I hate talking about this because I feel like I'm insulting Rob
No,
too,
it's okay.
and that
Rob
makes
doesn't
me
care.
upset.
Rob's fine. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Also, Hamptons is 20 minutes further. They
Yeah, it
they
is.
did the
It's further.
Google
20
Maps.
minutes. All right,
In traffic
really
could be worse.
20 minutes.
Yeah, bad traffic at the in August. Whew,
Yeah, terrible.
forget about it.
Terrible. So, Rob doesn't care.
No, and yeah, I mean, and I don't ever worry about sending Hot Dog the wrong signals.
I didn't care.
He
I was
doesn't-
like, I figured she probably wasn't gonna come, and then I called Annie,
yeah.
and then she was like, yeah, I'll come. She drove us and everything.
brought her
Can,
boyfriend.
and can I bring my boyfriend? She said.
I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
That's cool. That's fun too.
Yeah.
Well, how did this? How did your friendship start? Yours and
Well,
Hot Dog's.
I was actually in this studio, and he was like hiding behind a door, and someone was like,
Sounds
"Oh, that's they." I don't know. Did they introduce you as Hot Dog or Shay?
I can't. If it was in
Probably
this studio,
a
I would hot dog.
Yeah,
The mysterious hot dog.
I don't know. And then we started working together on one of the shows, and then we just became friends.
How long into it did you realize that Hot Dog had feelings for you? Not necessarily love, but just feeling.
Well,
How
we've been
long?
friends for a long time now, and I still haven't felt that, so I can't tell you, Jim.
Do you believe that?
No, I mean you really at no point. I'm not even fine.
No,
we won't
we're,
even.
we're best friends.
That's so cool. I'm not even saying. I'm not even saying right now. Fine, I'll give you
Okay.
right now. At no point were you like. I mean, I'm not even questioning your feelings, but at no point did you look at Hot Dog and go like, he's not really treating anybody else with this kind of attention.
First of all, yes, he does.
Who?
Yes, he does. One of his other friends, who's a girl,
Oh,
best friends.
it's weird. We
too.
never hear about.
Never.
Never hear about
Intern
that
Annie.
one.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
intern Annie's.
Yeah,
It's
they hear
'cause,
about it all the
y'all
time.
y'all know me more. So why is
Right.
he gonna bring up random?
Annie was our intern.
That's okay. I know, but she doesn't still see y'all as much as I do.
But how long into it did you realize he had a different feeling? Women can always sense it.
Never, never,
So
never.
so when everybody around Hot
I've
Dog,
helped him date other girls too.
how's that gone?
Great.
Really? Has he been?
Not great.
Because I can't
but-
fix stupid. I can't fix your stupid with girls. I can do the best
Oh, why
I
do you think
can.
he's stupid with girls? Like, what did they do wrong with you?
Angie, do you think for a second that maybe he's like, one of the reasons why you're not that good at hooking him up with other girls is because that's not really in his heart what he wants you to be
She's
doing.
not hooking me up with other girls.
No,
It's
I'm
just
not
like,
hooking him
yeah,
up.
Yeah,
but-
we just
but
talk
when
about.
he tells
You're the
me
one he
about
wants.
dates.
It's like Ozzy getting me tickets for another band.
Right.
It's stupid. That's not where I want to be.
I don't know. I keep getting him tickets. He never shows up to these
But
concerts.
I'll go on a date, and if it goes well or bad, I'll talk to her about it, and usually probably ends up bad. And
Weird.
then
Or it was good, and then you're like, "Ugh," and do something hot dog like. And I'm like, that.
What's hot dog like?
Where, so something that hot dog will do, he'll say something that sounds like so much of an insult, but he just thinks it's normal.
It's called negging. It works. I've read
Negging?
books. Negging.
No, but that's just him. That's
Oh.
not a game.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a specific example, or just like oblivious. That, like, if you're talking to this one girl, you can't talk to her about another girl. And,
Well, obviously he doesn't know that if he's talking to you about all of his dates.
No.
Well, he's trying to show her that he has other options.
Of course he is.
No, he's
But they keep failing, and you know why.
Will in St. Louis has a point.
Let's go
Who's
to
Will in St. Louis?
Will, what's up, buddy?
You know, I don't want to woman shame, and you know, a lot of this is hot dog's fault. I'd say probably 75%. But
yeah,
Angie, you're a cold ass honky.
Ooh.
Angie, do you consider yourself a cold ass honky?
You think you're cold?
Well, I've never heard that term before.
Cold ass honky?
Mm-hmm.
It's on my wallet.
Floozy's one thing. Cold ass honky's a whole other thing.
Do you think you're cold or no?
No, we're best friends. We call each other just to, like, talk or hang out.
Cool, man. I had lots.
It's cool.
I had lots of.
It's great. He's just like, it's like
Yeah.
a girlfriend. Because
I had lots of best friends in
Whoa,
high school.
hold on. Wait, you don't have to call me a girlfriend.
Oh.
That's weird. That
Do you hate that she sees you like that?
But you sleep in bed with intern Annie, just
Yeah.
as friends. Just
Yeah.
as friends.
Yeah.
He has yes, and his
Wait.
little twin size bed. He'll sleep in bed with her, and that's just friends too.
And she lets that happen?
a million times. Yeah.
And her boyfriend is just like, yeah, she's sleeping with hot dog right now.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, doesn't. Yeah.
Doesn't care.
I mean,
Well, because her boyfriend was Hot Dog's best friend,
Right.
and they're
It's not-
still best friends.
And he gets it.
Hot dog's not a threat.
Not a threat.
Any way, shape, or form.
Because he's just a normal, good person.
All right, hot dog.
Yes.
Do your friend Annie that we keep mentioning,
Your
who is a
buddy.
former intern here,
Chum.
Right.
Other best friend.
and Angie,
Mm-hmm.
do you really think they're members of the same category?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yes.
Then why are you smiling when you say it? I
I've
would
been
say you're
smiling
blushing
this whole
but-
time.
I would say you're blushing,
You
but
can't tell.
Do you
Who
think
could
Angie's?
tell?
Do you think Angie's attractive?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. What do you think is attractive about her?
Well,
No,
it's a
we're
fair
not.
question.
No. We're
It's a fair
not
question.
doing this.
Why?
We're
I-
not doing this.
I could do my ex girlfriend from years ago is my closest friend. We don't fuck. We don't do. I could easily talk about.
what do you think
Okay,
is
but that's
attractive
you,
about your
Jim.
friend,
That's-
your ex, who's your friend Jen?
She has a beautiful face. She has a pretty lips. She's a great smile. She has a great body and phenomenal ass. Like, so what? It's
Right.
She's my friend now. We don't
Bud.
hook up at all. We haven't hooked up in many years.
Yeah, Hot Dog and I don't do that.
So what do you think
What
is
do you think?
attractive about
Because
Angie?
you said she's attractive. You did say that.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, Hot Dog, you don't have to.
No, he's got
no,
to.
don't.
He has
I'd
to.
rather you
I'd say
insult me.
the same.
Stop.
No, but you have to.
More-
So you think she has a great ass?
That's it.
That is what you said.
Stop it,
about
stop
Jen.
No, that's
Oh
what we're
my
here
god,
to do.
I think that's like my.
What?
Go ahead, hot dog.
She's freaking
No,
out.
no.
she's not.
No.
She knows
She's
she's
fine.
She's freaking out.
Yeah,
not.
that's. I'm gonna
pretending-
start.
Nope.
I'm gonna do that thing.
Hot
I'm gonna
dog.
do the thing.
What's the thing? Is that where you like you've red in the face?
Just start spazzing out.
I
like-
do. I start
What's the
spazzing
thing?
out.
Why are you
when-
uncomfortable?
Yes.
I mean, Angie, you did ask to come on the air.
That is
I
true.
know.
This is
Yes.
this
Hot
is,
dog,
this
what do
is
you-
kind of your fault.
What do you
Yes.
think is?
I mean, it's
yeah.
100.
I know, I-
100%.
I
We did
literally-
trick
in
you.
the sound booth.
I know. See, I thought it was gonna be more of.
Embarrassing
Well,
me?
we're not embarrassing.
Yes.
We're just getting to the bottom of it, your dynamics. Both of you guys. No, you're not doing anything wrong.
Jim and I are the truth sayers.
Yeah.
That's all we want to get to the bottom of is the truth.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
what,
man, that
anything,
makes
yeah,
it
if
so-
anything, you
I-
shouldn't-
and this
you
makes it
shouldn't
so
be
much better.
feeling-
what do you think
What
is
do you-
attractive
I should.
about Angie?
Yeah, I should feel that this is like a therapy session.
What do you think is attractive about Angie?
We're not doing this.
Yeah, it's fair.
No, it's not. See,
good-
exactly.
Nice smile.
Eh.
Yeah.
All right, pretty smile.
Yeah.
What else?
Let me ask you, do you think
Right.
Angie is prettier on the outside or the inside?
Oh no.
The inside.
Nah. You don't think that.
I was only saying that just now
be
because
polite.
sometimes she is very mean. But
That's true.
Is she mean sometimes?
What does she do that's mean, hot dog?
like ambush me in studio,
What does that mean?
like this right now.
This is a mean thing to do.
This was a mean thing to do.
Well,
I would agree with that.
I was trying to find you. I thought you were here, and then I asked him,
How did you just magically show up here?
Because I went all around this. I went on 36.
Well, to be fair,
totally.
you did text me last week too, and we're like, "Hey, we're both here. You want to do
Yeah,
this?"
no, that's true. But today it was,
Wow.
and then I was like, yeah, hot dogs in the lobby. And they're, oh, let's go get him. I was like, okay.
I did also text you right before I came in here,
Mhm.
and I said, just go home. Sam wants me in studio.
No, I don't have my phone.
Why'd you tell her to go home?
Because we were going to leave together and take the train.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, never
I
mind.
was actually going to take the train with him this time.
I
Can't
said-
hook up with anyone
I
else
said,
right now.
Go on without me. Sam wants me to come inside.
Go
real quick.
on without me. I think I can carry on without you.
But instead, you showed up here.
No, I was
So you
here.
lied about
well, I mean, I
transportation
was-
again.
Right.
So what does she mean?
What else have I
I
done?
want to know what you think is mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes she just says weird shit. Or
Like
what does she say?
Or sometimes like the Long Island thing. Or
But what
What
did
does
she
she say? Yeah.
I never like verbally abuse you.
Or yesterday, we were talking about the date
Oh,
I
I
had.
did. I told her that she deserves better than you.
Yes.
I did
You
say
told
that.
his date that?
No,
No,
I told him that his
Said
date
she deserves
Why?
better than you.
because what you've
Why would
put
you wanna
her through this
sabotage
past
his-
8 months, it's exhausting
Ugh.
hearing about this. And you are just setting yourself up for failure with her, and she seems so sweet.
She's
That-
great. She's amazing.
I know, and
Why does she deserve better than hot dog?
well, just because of the way he's handling this, and he's like, "Well, she didn't text me back for 3 hours, so I waited 6 hours to text her back."
Just petty stuff.
But that's normal
I
relationship.
know, but the things that she's heard that you've done with other, I'm gonna stop because I don't want to.
No, we have to.
Are you
This
fine
is
with
an
this?
open forum. He's fine.
No, I know, but I really
yeah.
What has he done? He hasn't
because
done
I
anything.
am worried that after this, hot dog is gonna be upset.
What's done is
No.
done. You
You'll
can't
get
make it
over it,
worse.
don't worry.
Yeah, we were just talking. We're not. Whatever you said on the air is
Okay.
fair.
Troy makes a good point that somehow I'll bet within 48 hours,
Yeah, it'll
no
blow
matter
over.
how mad he gets, hot dog will find it in his heart to forgive you.
So why did you say that she deserves better than hot dog?
Was it the threesomes, the devil's triangles, the drinking games? You know, he had a threesome with another guy.
Sure.
Go on.
Did you?
I didn't mean to put words in.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
I don't know if you knew. He has a
Yeah,
larger
did I?
penis than people thought he did too.
Oh my god!
Yeah, hot dog. Hot
Oh
dog
my
is
God,
packing.
that's so gross.
What's hot dog got in his pants?
He's packing
Why
a
is
punch.
it gross? He has a big dick. That's not gross.
Stop it! Stop it! Really, I'm sweating.
What were you
That's-
going to say?
ugh.
Why did you want to sabotage his date?
I know I'm not sabotaging. It's
Okay.
because for 8 months I have been telling him like, this is a nice girl. If you're gonna hang out with her, stop leading her on. If you're not, he's like, I don't know. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'll deal with it later. And then he kind of like stops talking to her, and then she hears about him doing someone else, and then her face
Doing
just,
someone else? Like you're having sex with other people, and she's hearing about it.
Someone squealed.
yes, and he saw her face, and she was like, looked devastated, and then, you know, they started hanging out, and again, I don't know.
It's weird that Hot Dog would find somebody that is like obviously so into him, and he just doesn't care about. that
Absolutely, and then he would
person.
actually have sex and then let her find out about it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
got to be horrible to do to a friend.
I can't believe Hot Dog even had sex.
You can't believe that?
Why? You had such a long stretch and
I
couldn't
know.
get a boner, and it was the whole thing.
That's true.
I know.
That's true.
I think it was just that one chick I couldn't get a boner with.
It happens.
Yeah.
So wait, it bothers you to hear that he has a bigger penis? So what? It's good. It's a good thing to.
Okay, he's got a real mule.
Troy saw it on a video.
Why did you say it's gross? No woman thinks a big penis is gross.
You don't think
I don't. I just don't think it's like thinking about. I just no. It's like you wouldn't think about your brother like that. I'm not gonna think about hot dog like that.
No, I don't. I know
Hot
what
Dog's
you're
not
sa-
your brother, though.
Yeah.
My brother's packing a punch too.
Is it really? Yeah, it's a big. It's genetics.
Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Because that's Hot Dog's not your. Hot Dog, do you look at Angie like a sister?
No, but I don't look
How
at
do you
anyone
look at her?
as a close friend, but I don't look at anyone as a brother or sister.
Wait, how do we go from best friends to close friends?
Well, because you're not my best friend, but you're.
What?
But we've just
we
mentioned.
had like a discussion about this. You're like, yeah, you're one of my best friends.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not gonna be like one of your bros or anything.
Well, you're not my best friend, but you're one of
No,
my
I'm
best
not.
friends. You're a close friend.
Yeah,
But you were saying he was your best friend.
he's one of my best friends.
Right. So that was the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It feels
as long
like-
as I
it
guess
feels like the friendship is a little more heavy on the Angie. end.
Agree, but you when you mention his penis, you're like, that's gross. But do you think the thinking of her naked is gross?
No,
Yeah.
that's it's immature.
It's not gross, right?
No.
Nice, right?
Unless it's like, 60-year-old woman. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Right, if you were like if
I
somebody
know, but
was
you don't want to think of me like doing things with other guys. Like you'd rather not hear about that, right?
I've heard from you about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But in detail.
You don't need all those details, do you?
not that much detail.
Did it bother you?
No.
I've never told you things in that much detail.
What didn't you tell him?
There's
you were gonna
more
tell him?
detail.
What didn't you tell him?
We're not
It's a good question.
all the butt sex I get.
Wow.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Trooper.
Thank you.
What a fucking good egg.
Do you like?
Yep, I try.
Do you like the details or you don't like the details?
I just listen to the details. I'm not like going like, oh, that's fucking gross. Or
Did
anything
you know
like
that she was into anal sex or no?
She's not into anal sex.
She just said all the butt stuff. She's probably telling the
She's
truth.
joking.
No, she's not.
Oh, okay.
Travis in Kentucky would like to make a comparison, I believe. What's up, Travis?
Hey, I know you guys are already roasting her, and I've got plenty I could throw on that, but I'm curious to know. I had a friend just like that, and how do you stay friends, Doc? That makes no sense. I mean, there's no way you have that strong of feelings, but if you did, I know there's no way I could stay friends because I've been there and I couldn't do it.
Stay friends like despite what?
I think
Being in love with her and attracted to her.
Yeah, I think you objecting to the fact that you're in love with her. Most of the audience has put that on the complete pay no mind.
Yeah,
Like that's
there's
total
just- it's
nonsense.
just going, whoop.
Yeah, we don't believe you.
No, we don't.
But
Because
also-
honestly, it wouldn't make. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. Like it's too much to deal with in a friendship. It doesn't. Like, why would you?
I mean, our friendship isn't crazy. We hang out at work all
Yep.
the time, and then every
Hang
now
out all the time outside of work.
Yeah, and then every night, what?
No, I'm saying we hang out at work every time. We will come over to each other's places and we'll just hang out and
We'll
get
go
some
hang
food.
out with our other friends too.
Oh, that's fun.
There's nothing crazy
Yeah,
about
Sam,
it.
Sam, we've been to your house together.
Do you guys
I know,
ever
I
sit
was
on the
trying to
couch?
do my man a
more,
solid.
more than one
Oh,
occasion.
sorry.
Do you ever sit on the couch alone and watch a movie?
I can't sit still for that long, so no.
Right,
Why-
she
why
has a
can't
short
you-
attention span.
Oh,
yeah,
you do?
I do.
They did go to my house together.
That's short. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and they were next to each other the whole time, having a great time together.
Mm-hmm.
I was petting your dog mainly, but sure.
You like the dog more than hot dog?
No, I think we were like me and you and like Joe were just talking about things, and Angie was just like in her own little world.
The men were
With
talking while the
Lila.
broads pet the animals.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that. So when other people, not just us, but
Mhm.
people outside the show go like, well, clearly Hot Dog's in love with you.
Never. Never.
They may not see it as much as we hear all the details.
Okay, well, when everybody here goes like, well, yeah, clearly that's what's happening. Do you go, that is crazy? Like, I don't even understand what they're seeing because that's a whole other world.
I really don't understand.
It's weird.
No.
Who do you think values your time together more, you or him? Of the two of you, who do you think is more likely to break plans, or who do you think values your time together more?
I would say me. No,
Yeah.
no, seriously, because whenever we have a really fun night, I'm always the one to like call him or text him and be like, "That was so much fun, right?" And if he's like, yeah," I'm like, "What? You didn't have a great time?"
Or like last
Yeah.
night when you were like, you want to do something after this, and I was like, maybe, and then you got upset.
Yeah.
But how
What?
many
last
times-
night we
I
weren't
mean,
hanging
like,
out last
the-
night.
We literally,
dinner.
I mean, you
Did- oh, right,
she did shoot a wedding. And
She did,
home
and that's
from
what,
it.
and at a
Like,
train station.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah,
I'm a high maintenance person, and he puts up with it because he's just.
You know
relaxed.
what's interesting?
What?
I've never had a high maintenance friend. Because
Me neither.
Why would I deal with a high maintenance
Ever.
friend?
Ever.
If my
We're
friend,
kind of fun sometimes.
If I was out with Bob Kelly and he wanted to stay, if he was single and wanted to do something, it wouldn't bother me at all.
yeah,
I could care. If Bob Kelly checked into a hospital, I'd still go home and not care.
yeah, bye.
See ya. Good luck.
It's also like it's not like we don't go out of our ways to see each other. It's just like Andrew would be like, "Can I come over like and use your
Yeah.
computer or something like that?" I'll be like, "Yeah," and then
Or I'm just like, if you're able to meet for dinner, he's like, "Yeah, I can meet for dinner, but after Sam's thing."
Hot dog,
Right.
you
And
don't
then
have to go out
then-
of your way to see each other if you see each other 6 times a week.
We don't see each other that often, though.
You just said you hang out at work every day.
Well,
and
no, if
whenever
we're
it works.
whenever
Also-
we are at work.
Why
I
do you have
see.
to use his computer? You don't have one?
No, I do have one.
But what? What do you like better about his?
His is. It's just a different. It's just different. It's a PC, and sometimes it's easier for me to navigate that one. And I don't. we have fun hanging out in Harlem.
I see.
Yeah, and this started when I was using that tablet thing. Remember?
Yeah.
So we were editing videos in my tablet.
So she had a computer at her place, and she would go, "Hey, hot dog, I'm going to leave my computer behind. Can I come over and borrow your tablet?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes see my mom like in a towel.
Oh my gosh, his mom.
But you would
Yes.
never go like, why would anybody decide to forego using a computer for video work and choose tablet?
No,
because
it's
I
because
have
he
one.
was teaching me how to do
I-
video
yeah,
work.
I
I've never
was.
done it before, and so he was.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's useful.
That's very, very
Yeah,
flattering.
it's really-
very warm. Are you a little cold? A little bit.
You just described your best friend as
As
useful.
Did I not just say yes? I'm cold. I'm high maintenance. I'm not. I wouldn't be friends with me. So that's why I do value the friendships I have. That people.
Do you ever
do-
wonder why would anybody put up with this?
Yes, I could never be friends with me.
I have a guess.
So that's why. So that's why I always appreciate hot dog.
All my
And-
friends love you. So
Yeah,
that's-
and I love
yeah.
your friends. We
Yeah.
have so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
But what is it about? How come you don't look at him like he could be possibly more than a friend? He's a good-looking guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We asked Hot Dog, are you attracted at all physically to any
Yeah,
of
we
the...
did ask him. He admitted that you're very beautiful. You had a great ass, he said.
I didn't say that.
He did not
You
say
did.
that.
Yes,
you did.
Jim said Jen had a great ass, and you said all the things about Jen I feel about...
He was like, haha, I guess, like shoulder shrug.
So you don't think she has a nice hiney?
No, we're not talking about my.
No
No,
comment.
no,
Why?
no booty talk. No.
I thought you guys are best friends. You
Yeah,
say
what's-
this
that-
stuff.
that's how is that
no,
so bad?
I don't go up to like my other best friends and be like, you know what? I love your butt.
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
know
do
what?
that.
Troy's, he's my bro, and he talks to me about fat asses all the time. Isn't that right, Troy?
Love a big fat ass.
He talks about him nonstop.
But complimenting other men is fine. Like you
No,
don't have
but hot dog, like if
Jim's
we
got a great ass.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed.
Been told.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
okay, but if we are, I don't know.
Tell
I'm
me.
not,
Well, you're just
I'm not gonna
talking.
justify it. No, because
No.
if we're out, like we see a good-looking person, we'll be like, "Oh, that's a handsome dude," or like, "Oh, that's a
Right.
hot chick." Like,
You say that, Hot Dog? Like, oh, check out that dude over there.
no,
Or a hot
you
chick.
won't say check it out. If
A titty
I'm like,
girl, yeah.
yeah, if she's all the time, like other girls that he's like kind of friends
Ah.
with, like likes from afar, he's like, she's so pretty, and he'll tell me that.
Do you think Hot Dog's
know,
attractive?
As yes.
No, we're not talking about as a human being, as physically.
Look at that. That's a
Oh.
man. I saw a lot of
That
Hot
is
Dog's
a-
gums in that smile. That was the biggest smile I've ever seen from him.
No, but do you think he's attractive as a man? Not just as your friend.
I think he's a good-looking guy. If you
Yes,
didn't know
Angie.
him, you didn't know him. You're not friends. You just see him and like, oh, that's a good-looking guy, or not for me.
I don't
It's just
know.
personal
Yeah, you
taste.
know, it's just a question.
Just personal taste.
No, sir. Because after this, no matter what I say, you're like, what if
But you
you're
know
gonna-
he thinks that you're good-looking. That's not that.
Do you
fair.
think Angie is beautiful?
Oh, we're not.
Yeah,
doing it.
I've told you that before. That's not.
Well, because I
Oh.
forced you into it. I was like, hey, do I look fine? And you're like, I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, you look great.
Okay, great. So what now?
Which is, by the way, what you do with your friends. Jim, I meant to tell you this morning when you walked in. You look beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'm feeling heavy, but Sam always picks me up.
No, you look beautiful.
Sam tells me what a lump of shit I look like every day.
I'll tell you that too.
Anytime
After
Jim
this,
goes
I'll
like,
tell you that.
I have to lose 2 pounds, and he looks at his gut. Every single time I go, yeah,
Yeah, or maybe more.
maybe more. Oh yeah, I see that. Yep.
First of all, you shouldn't even be worried about that.
I do.
I would worry a little.
Sure.
You're
I would-
fine.
Yeah. Could be
Just
better.
fine.
Listen,
Oh, that's right. You're great.
Do you
I
think-
hate saying fine.
now that you know that Hot Dog thinks that you're an
Beautiful.
attractive, beautiful girl,
Okay.
would physically, if you weren't friends with Hot Dog,
Yeah.
I
would you
weren't
be like,
friends with
that's a
Hot Dog.
good-looking guy or not my type?
Yes, like that's a good-looking guy, but not my type. Like there's
Oh.
that's the I'm not your type.
What?
Not your. What do you mean? You're blonde and gorgeous with a great body. Whose type aren't you?
No.
Hot
No,
Dog, would you say Angie is not your type?
I'm not his
I
type.
have a specific type that I like the most, but I don't not have a type.
Gotcha.
So you say she's your type?
No.
No, like my favorite type is like an Asian girl or something like that.
But no, but
Oh,
your
yeah.
type, like you're talking like types like a guy wouldn't be attracted to if you're not your type. You know what guys' types are?
Anything with a
hot
hole.
chicks.
yeah,
Hot chicks.
like anyone.
Good-looking
Right.
girls.
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Go to Jim and Sack,
Okay.
please.
What's going on, Jim?
Angie's full of shit. She knows that Hot Dog's got a thing for her.
You think
She
so?
gets off on it.
I
oh,
think
yeah, definitely.
I think you're full of shit.
Ooh.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
absolutely.
And
you play with this poor guy's emotion. That makes you happy, knowing you can get away with whatever you want.
No, sir. He has never. If he has ever, he's never confessed any sort of feelings towards me.
I was like, have you ever?
Never even hinted.
Have
No,
you
never
ever?
even He didn't hinted.
have to.
Ever
Nope.
in the relationship? Have you ever, even in the beginning, when you first meet Angie?
Oh, in the beginning, I think anyone's.
Did you have feelings for her in the beginning?
Not
Very
feelings.
early.
No, not feelings. Just was like, oh, that's an attract. Like she's hot. Like,
You
in the
didn't have a
beginning.
crush on her in the beginning.
No.
Well, because I'm.
Come on, hot dog.
No,
we
this
can't
is-
get anywhere if you're
This-
just.
neither. You can't get anywhere with either of them.
No.
They're being stupid, aren't
No,
they?
we're not
She
being
wants to come in here.
stupid.
She wants to come in here. Not wants to talk about anything. Okay, and then she
talking.
won't admit that she's dangling the carrot in front of his face.
Right in front of his carrot.
Yeah, exactly.
Ew.
And he's just
No.
stringing right along.
Oh, he loves vegetables,
No,
doesn't he?
I have had guy friends. I have had guy friends who I have known have liked me a certain way, and I didn't like them that way.
And what do you do?
Leave him at the train station.
Yeah, it depends on who's at the bar, right? What
Yeah,
have you
I
what
guess
have you
that's
done?
true.
What have you done in the past? Have you roped them along a little bit because it's fun? It's not. It's not.
No, if they bring it up or it's like or it's mentioned, then it's like I don't feel the same way. Like I'm comfortable with being friends, but if you're not, that's okay. And or I've liked a guy and he hasn't liked me back, and then hopefully I would hope that he would do like the same thing. Usually they just
Well-
do the slow fade and ghost, but
Lonnie is picking up on something here. Lonnie in North Carolina.
Yeah, there's a lot of sexual tension in that room. I think
Yeah, and
Hot
it's-
Dog needs to take that mule and put it to good use.
Just slap it on the table. This is what we're working with.
Yeah. Put it on the table, show her what you got there, buddy.
Thank you, Lonnie. Lonnie is right. I mean, there normally is a certain degree of sexual tension between Jim and myself and Troy, like the three-way
It's
sexual tension.
Three normal between friends.
Yeah.
But there is a degree of unsaidness and
you're
tension in
kidding.
here.
I don't feel that.
I mean,
at
Jim,
all.
do you feel it?
From him to her.
Yeah.
Not from her to him.
No.
Right.
No. But
You
I
feel like she's
I'm not even
being
shit on
honest.
hot dog. Everyone has been in this situation a bunch.
I've been
Oh
so
my
many
God,
times,
yes.
dude.
So I'm not shitting on you. I completely get it. That's how we know what we're talking about because I've been there many
Yes.
times. When I like someone and they don't like me, but women again, they're more. I can be friends with you, but they don't want to acknowledge the elephant in the room because then they have to make a decision on the friendship.
You talking about hot dog's dick?
Yeah, that's the trunk.
elephant? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'll get yourself to a point where you'll go, you know what? You know, you have these feelings. I've been there. This is how I have felt before. Where I'll convince myself that it's better if I have this person's attention on like this much of it. At least it's better to be friends than to not have that attention at all. And that's all well and good until train station gate happens and you go, this is the
gate.
difference.
'Cause
This is what it is.
I'm friends with a lot of women who I don't sleep with. Good friends.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we're just friends.
Yeah.
That's very shitty of you to say. That's a very shitty thing
No,
to
it's
say. but-
actually a fine compliment.
That's not a fine compliment.
I'm taking it as a fine compliment, meaning, wow, Jim's a good guy.
No.
She's saying I don't blame him for not fuck you. I'm saying, I'm saying it's just a different interpretation of the same information.
Okay.
I see.
But I don't get grossed out if I think about them naked. Like I can think about women I've worked with, and they're like, "Yeah, all right, I picture her naked." It doesn't make me go like, "Ah, yeah."
Well, it's also maybe it's my upbringing's different.
Is it because he's not white?
It's a great question. Jim.
Oh, that could be it.
Texas.
It is, and it is taught in the home.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
We're
Would-
not. Yes, I am from Texas. No, I'm not a racist.
I'm not saying you're a racist. I don't mean you're a racist. I'm not saying
Would
you're
it be
a
an
racist.
issue if you brought hot dog home for any reason?
No, not at all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, my
Good
mom
news, right,
knows
Hot
hot dog, and I mean, my mom has never met him, but she knows about hot dog. And
You talk to your mom about hot dog.
yeah, because he's one of my best friends.
Oh.
I talked to my mom about everything.
That was another thing you did. Remember when you had her call and asked if I can cover one of your shifts and put me on the
Oh,
spot?
yeah,
that was
that's
another
true.
messed up thing you
Wait,
did.
why did his mom
But
come up with
did I not cover for you that same week?
Because I was
though?
pissed off and I was like, you made me say yes to your mom.
That's true.
What were you
I've
pissed
done
off
that.
about? What happened?
Well, I was in Connecticut because I was there, and
Why were you there?
There's a home there.
Connecticut?
my parents have a house there.
Oh, okay.
Yes. No, I wasn't there getting dick. And
Whoa. I wasn't implying that you might
Somebody's got a guilty conscience.
does. Exactly.
No.
She goes to fucking Bridgeport for dick.
Bridgeport.
No.
What a great local reference.
So whatever. It's in the past, and I covered for you that week anyway.
So
It's
tell me
all
why
resolved.
did you have to cover for him? You're in Connecticut. You're on the
'Cause I
phone.
was-
Your
I
mom
was-
is there.
I
He did
wanted to
kind of
hang out
manipulate
with-
me a little bit.
I see.
Yeah, it's true. I did have my mom on speakerphone. I was like, Mom, can you ask Hot Dog for me? Because then he can't say no.
Ask what?
If he could just cover a shift for me so I could stay some more time with my mother, who I don't see because she's usually in Austin.
Oh, you made your mom call
Yeah.
and guilt Hot Dog into taking over your shift?
Well,
Knowing
she-
I have a busy schedule.
So did you not think to yourself, I can get Hot Dog to take over this shift? Obviously, you thought that, but the reason being is that there are certain feelings here. He's going to say yes to. Sure.
I go out of my way for friends, like just friends, and so does Hot Dog.
If Angie asked me directly, I would have said no. That's why she.
I know. He
So
would
she-
have.
think that's true, Jim?
No.
I know, but I still
Troy,
covered for
that's a
you
no?
that week because
No, you did. You did.
yeah,
You
because
did.
you said you're Angie, you owe me, and I was like, yeah, I do, and I stuck to that. I did. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do that, Hot Dog.
I was
like
just saying
that
that's,
would have
that's
been
an
crappy.
example of sometimes when you do things that, a little bit manipulative.
Yeah, fine,
Is
but
she
I got what I
manipulative with
want.
you?
It's worth it.
No, because I wouldn't be friends with her if she wasn't. But there are like
You might
some.
be.
She said, "I got what I want. It's worth it."
I mean, that's
Is that what? No.
What?
You didn't you say, "I
you
got what
said
I
that?
want. It's worth it."
That's literally your quote that you just said. We could pull it up if you want.
I got what I want. It's worth it.
We have the
Yeah.
technology.
No, it's true. I mean, yeah,
Right.
but I still did what you asked me to do
after the fact.
that
I
week.
was I just brought that up.
So the only issue of concern is that, and this is, as Jim and I have said, we've both been in situations, and
Sure.
we've
Okay.
observed other people in situations. Maybe this isn't one of those situations where there is a friend zone thing happening. And what tends to happen is the guy will allow himself to be taken advantage of, and the girl will say, well, look, if this is going to be right here, I'm going to take advantage
How
of
can
this.
you not? It's
It'd be
here.
like if I had money in the bank account. What am I going to sit there and be like, oh, I can't go out to dinner tonight? Like, there's money in the bank account. I'm going to
Sure.
spend it.
It's
There's
not like-
this guy who I can just, kick the shit out of,
no, I
punch in
don't-
the face, rub his nose in shit, whatever I want to do. And why not do that?
Have
Well,
I
the concept
ever
isn't-
rubbed your nose in shit? per
And the
se?
concept-
I've never done. I've never done
Metaphorically,
that.
I know.
Metaphorically, of
I
course.
Exactly.
I picked up on that.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
guys.
The concept
No,
of
but
being
I've
friend
never-
zoned isn't foreign to me. I've been
Oh.
friend zoned before.
Sure.
This isn't like
And
I've never heard of that before.
Did it bother you when she did it?
No.
There was this,
Oh, okay, all right. So it didn't bother him.
No, there was never a friend zone.
Oh.
But
we always just maintain friends.
right. The point
Oh.
is, this is not that. Is what
Let
I'm
me
trying
ask
to
you
say.
this.
Yeah.
Hot Dog.
And
Yeah.
If Angie came to you
Uh-huh.
oh, don't do that.
and she goes, like, Hot Dog, this is weird. I know we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
But what if we let's go out to dinner
Okay.
and maybe just see if it's anything
Let's
more.
actually go on a date.
Let's go on a date. Let's go to dinner. Obviously, we're going to go to the Comedy Cellar because it's a date with
Oh,
you.
yeah, right.
But let's
yeah,
go
that's
out-
your go-to for everything.
But she said, let's go out to dinner. Let's go on a date. Would you go? What would you do?
do not.
Hold on, let him answer. He said answer.
No, I would laugh and then I'd be like, okay. But
you would.
But I wouldn't take it seriously.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you would do it. You would try.
If you knew that it wouldn't be sex, but you might hold hands and you're just gonna act like it was a
that's,
date.
No, that's
And just going to see. You're going to go and see what the
I won't-
chemistry's like on a
I
date.
won't even
That-
hug
it's-
Hot
it's-
Dog.
yeah,
like I
it-
won't even hug him.
That's because
like
there's
that's
a
too
weirdness.
weird.
But tell me, if she said, let's just see what this feels like. I'm not asking you to ask her. I'm saying she's asking you.
What ifs are so stupid?
Hold on,
You're
let
right.
him answer.
Hypotheticals just don't make any
No,
sense on the radio.
Yeah, let him answer.
No, but because even just describing like the holding hands thing.
Well, we're not talking about holding hands.
Yeah,
We're just
forget
saying
I
it's a
said that.
date. She says, let's go on let's go on one of your dates.
Come on, Hot
You
Dog.
already answered.
Don't
You're
be
so
funny.
right.
But
Think
when you put the image out there, it's
weird,
Well, maybe,
right?
yeah, maybe the
It's
hand
weird.
holding is
This
weird.
is getting frustrating.
Yeah.
I know, it's-
These two are just completely out of their fucking minds.
No
I mean, you
one
don't-
believes you, Hot Dog.
Hot Dog, if she came up to you and said, we should go on a date, even if you were you might laugh
Mhm.
because it's like awkward and it's been so long and everything,
right.
you'd say yes.
Of course you would.
What else are you doing?
You're trying to save face now, Hot Dog.
He
No,
is.
well, I'm trying.
You're
to tell-
not the alpha male,
Well, I'm
bro.
trying to-
No, but see, we're just not compatible romantically.
Oh.
Why not? He's a penis.
That's
a big
not.
one, I've heard.
That's not what
That's
makes
true.
something.
Troy, is it big?
It's quite a big penis. Is
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. He's holding. Hot Dog is holding.
Hot Dog's holding.
But I've been in a situation where I'm crushing on this girl really hard, and I might have. It might be the case right now with you know who.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But like I'll crush on a girl really hard, and it's happened with my ex too, and I'll keep like being persistent and bothering them, be like, hey, let me take you out on a date.
He really does bother
They'll
them.
tell me no, and I'll be like, let me take you out on a date. Let me take
Okay,
you out on
but
a
that's
date.
not what I asked you.
Why would that situation?
I
why
asked
would
you.
I not?
I asked you if Angie asked you out on
This
a
is
date.
different.
Yeah, you're in love with this woman.
This is different.
You want to?
No, I was in love with my ex, and that's exactly
You
how.
weren't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't buy her shrimp.
No.
No, also hot dog. If we really think about it, it's always me who asks to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always my idea.
So if she said to you, I want to go on, let's just go on a date and try it. You
Just to
already,
try.
you already admitted you would say yes.
I think I think you would be like, "Are you okay?"
No. What do you think he'd say if you said, for real? If you said, not let's fuck, let's hold hands, let's go on a date and see what happens. In honesty, what do you think he would
I
say?
think he'd be like, I don't know about that.
And what would be the difference from us going out to dinner? Or
Well, you know,
Yeah.
you're just
romantic possibilities. Like, you know right now that there's not much of a romantic possibility, even though you
but
hold out hope.
just
No,
using
but
the
the-
word date doesn't magically change that.
Yeah,
sure it does.
exactly. I mean, we've hung out.
Well, then why don't you go on a
plenty
date
of
if it doesn't change anything? If
Yeah.
it doesn't change anything, why don't you go on a date?
because that's just like hanging out for us.
No,
We just hang
then,
out.
But then why don't you just go on a date? If it doesn't change anything.
But don't you think that if she said date, let's see what happens,
Right.
it would clearly change the dynamic. You're going with new intentions.
Well, my thought would be we've already been on. We've hung out for the last year and a half. What is
And
what is-
almost like things that happen almost like date like
How about
too.
this?
That other people would
Angie, if
consi-
Hot Dog said to you, let's go on a date, what would you say?
No.
Exactly. You wouldn't have to. So I'm not sitting here going through all this rigmarole. No, I might.
Maybe it'd be weird.
because I'm trying to explain it off.
Angie, can I tell you something? I believe you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
completely.
thank you.
Yeah, I think you're being honest.
So you guys don't hug at all?
You know what we need?
I did on your birthday.
You know what we need?
I got him a birthday card. I
And a
ran
hug.
around and got people.
She gives very nice cards.
You know what we need? A lie detector.
Yeah.
We need a lie detector in here. That's it. I believe you, Angie. We need to get it. We need to get a lie detector in here, and we need to get to the bottom of what's going on.
All right.
I mean, because I feel like we have made no movement whatsoever.
None.
Absolutely, there was because I've always stood by this.
Well, you're not admitting to what Hot Dog has going
You're
on.
admitting to your
I don't
intentions.
believe it.
You do.
You do. You don't want to.
No,
And Hot
I
Dog
don't.
is being as dishonest as anyone has ever been in the studio.
I would not. No, I would not have come in the studio if I actually thought he had feelings like that for me, because I wouldn't put him through that.
Yes, you would.
Your whole exercise was to humiliate Hot Dog.
Yeah.
He
That's the only reason you
I
wanted to
know,
come
but
in.
not like emotionally crush him.
Well, you're
Just
doing
kind of like, ha ha ha.
You think so, Troy?
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're dangling the carrot. You're not stupid. You're a bright girl. You know what you're doing.
She is smart.
You know what you're doing.
Oh,
She
thanks,
knows.
guys.
She is.
Look, I'm a big fan of Angie.
Me too.
Sure.
I think she's great.
Me too.
She's awesome.
I think you're fun. I think you're smart. I think you're great.
Oh,
But I don't have any problem telling you that either. I'm not. I guess she's smart and fun.
yeah. Was he Mickey Mouse all of a sudden? No, he doesn't.
You know what happens?
What?
When guys are nervous about their truths coming out, sometimes their voice goes up several octaves.
I know. No, Hot Dog does that all the time. He'll be like,
Yeah, exactly. He does it all the time with you.
Yeah.
You know when he doesn't do it? When he's
When?
hanging out with me.
Yeah.
His voice remains constant. What do you need, Sam? Okay, no problem.
That's true. I've
You
never
got it.
heard that voice unless he
No.
was
but
talking
his
about
voice also does that too. When like, he speaks normal when we're just talking.
Oh.
Or exasperated.
Yeah, no,
This
but
is
there's
my-
plenty of times that Hot Dog's like, I don't want to hang out, and like he doesn't follow through on hanging out.
you. Sure.
He's a flake. That doesn't mean he's not in love with you.
Yeah.
Well, if
You
that
can,
was,
I mean, both can be the case.
but if that was the case of her stringing me along, I would be a fucking lapdog. And
It's been 3
Yeah.
years.
Oh, no, 3
Year
years.
and a
I haven't
half,
known you for
Right.
3 years.
It's been a year and a half at least.
Yeah, you're getting strung along. Hot Dog.
So let me ask you: the idea of giving Angie a kiss that bothers you?
Yeah,
Oh, stop. Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
that's weird.
Who do you
That's
believe
weird.
right now?
It's weird.
Well,
I believe her.
It's weird.
for me
He's
personally, I
agreeing
watched
with
We
both.
me.
both just said it's
I
weird.
I know, and I watched both their faces. I believe Angie is telling the truth, and
Yeah.
Hot Dog is being
Okay.
very dishonest.
You don't think he thinks it's weird?
Tell me that. Ask me if I think kissing a girl would be fun.
Do you think kissing a girl would be fun?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess. Yeah.
No, but after
Did you believe me just now? Did
after
you,
Hot
Angie?
I didn't believe you.
Thank you, Jim.
So if Hot Dog had a date last weekend and he called me
How did it go?
afterwards, it went good.
Because I'm pretty sure you got one more failure before you have to go on a date with my brother, but that's besides the
Yes.
point.
So how was it?
It was great. It's been a while since this isn't like the first date I've gone out with her, and I've kind of messed up beforehand, so it's kind of just like
Kind of messed up.
yeah. So I was just
How'd you
kinda-
mess up? You kept talking about Angie?
Oh no, she did ask about me on the date though. She's like, "How's Angie?" She knows about me.
Yeah.
And then hot
Yeah.
dog went on for 30 minutes.
And-
Uninterrupted.
And she asked about
Oh, it's so
Annie.
funny. You know, she was wearing this striped shirt at work today. And I saw her wear the striped shirt earlier, and she sometimes wears it on Mondays, but this was a Tuesday. And so I didn't know what was.
No, but she also asked about Annie. It wasn't just me.
Oh.
And he was telling me about. He's like, "Oh, she's so pretty. It was so fun. I hope she wants to go out with me again."
You know what's
I'm
great?
trying to win her over. She's very
You know what's
nice.
great that
and-
he- that-
I know, but you messed up pretty bad in the past. So
That's
you
why
really.
I said I'm
But
trying to win her
That's why
over.
you can't be petty and text her back 6 hours later because she waited 3 hours. That's ridiculous.
This female friend that Hot Dog has, Annie, that we keep bringing up.
Sure.
Like, we've all seen them together.
Yeah.
They have complete friendship chemistry. There is
Total.
no romantic chemistry
Right.
at all between
None.
them, and it's equal, and they're both, and it's a great friendship.
He's not sheepish or shy.
No, but both Hot Dog and Angie are using Annie as an excuse to be like, well, it's just like Annie. It's just like Annie.
It is.
It isn't.
It's not.
It's
not like
No,
it
it
is.
is not.
It is.
Do you
No,
think
it
it's the same
isn't.
thing, Troy?
No, of course not. Come on.